There are 12 fighting styles total in Bloxers, but which one should you actually use? Well, today I'm going to be comparing all fighting styles in the game and rank each one in a tier list based on 4 categories. First being how cool the fighting style is, second being combo potential, then grinding potential, and lastly, utility. And we're starting with combat.
Now, this is the only fighting style in the game that only has 2 moves, as you guys can see down here, and this is also the base default one that everybody starts with. So as you can imagine, it is probably not that good. Now, in terms of how cool this fighting style is, it's not going to get much points there either. As you guys see, the first move, quick tackle, it's yeah, that's a tackle. Doesn't really do much damage and also has like no mobility. And then next up we have ground smash, which doesn't have much range, and also the damage is just kind of mediocre. Speaking of which, let's look at the damage on the M1s. Not very good. Keep in mind, I'm also not max level, but even if you were, it would be the lowest one in the game. So yeah, the fighting style is not very cool. I mean, like that, there's nothing exciting about that. And also for combo potential, it's also lacking. Moves like ground smash have like pretty much no stun and no AoE or damage, and quick tackle comes out way too slow to even be able to hit anybody in combat, which means this doesn't have anything good for PvP. So it's not cool, it's bad for PvP, but is it good for grinding? Quick answer for this, I'm gonna have to say no. Like for leveling up, this thing is pretty treacherous, and if I were you, I'd want to hop off this thing as quick as possible. It does have a little bit AoE with ground slam, but as soon as you get to a decently high level, the damage just becomes mediocre. So I wouldn't recommend it for that either. And last but not least, we have utility. And I'm gonna be honest, this fighting style has not much of that either. Has little mobility with quick tackle, and let's say you were trying to aim it up to avoid an attack, you can't even do that. It only forces you straight. So it's like literally a horizontal move only. Can't even use it for running or to get away. So all those things considered, man, this fighting style can only go one place, and that is Dookie tier, man. But we still gotta be grateful for combat, because without it, no other fighting styles would exist. But next up, we have the first obtainable fighting style in the game. You can get it first C, the Dark Step. Now, first off, in terms of coolness, I do think this fighting style is like 10 times better in combat. Instead of using your fists, you use your legs to attack, and when you activate hockey, it actually looks kind of sick. Now, for the first move, you have flying kick. You stand in place, and then you go wherever this little line projectile goes. The distance on that is not very far, but you know, it's a flying kick. Next up, we have breakdance, where you just, you know what I'm saying, kind of just turn into a Beyblade. And the last actual attacking move we have is barrage, which it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a leg barrage. And then we have the final move, which makes this fighting style actually kind of decent, overheat. Sir. We actually get a transformation in this fighting style, which improves all of our moves. For example, flying kick now, boom, has an impact with fire damage. Breakdance, now that thing just looks 10 times better. And last but not least, barrage, the damage is also increased. So in terms of coolness, this thing is actually pretty cool, but is it good for grinding? For an early fighting style, it's actually not that bad for grinding. You could bunch NPCs up and use moves like barrage to deal some actually decent damage, as well as breakdance. And the overall damage is not that bad. Like, look at this, one click, 1500 M1 damage. And that's with max melee, by the way. But that said, grinding is where this fighting style is at its best, because for PvP, it is just mediocre. While the fighting style does have some good utility with moves like flying kick, being able to get away like that, it does help for running. In terms of PvP combo potential, it is just non-existent. Moves like breakdance have very little range. You would have to lock someone in place to ever land that in PvP, and the same is true for barrage. And it definitely doesn't help that this fighting style has no long range moves other than flying kick, which just comes out very slow and doesn't go very far. So for PvP, this is gonna get like a very low score. So for PvP, I just would not recommend using this fighting style whatsoever. All things considered though, even though it is a lot better than combat, it's still gonna have to go in bad tier. For this next fighting style, we have the electric fighting style next. This is the second obtainable fighting style in the game you can get, which will cost you about 500,000 bells. But is it worth that money? Now, I can just say off rip, in terms of PvP, this fighting style is no better than Dark Step. While we do have cool M1s that deal even more damage, 1901, the moves themselves are not that good. First up, we have Stomp, which is a vertical only move. You're forced to go up and then go down. Next up, we have electrical tackle, which as you guys can see, it has literally no range. That is the maximum range this thing could go, which in terms of damage is also not that great. Last but not least though, we have the best move in the kit, electrical floor, which if you land can actually be good. As you guys can see, if you can catch somebody locking with that, it can be good for combo potential, but chances are you're never gonna land that. Now in terms of grinding, this is a bit better than Dark Step, I would say, simply because of this electric floor. You can gather up the NPCs, do that, and the damage is not bad. Electric tackle damage is also not that bad. The only one I would say is the worst is Stomp, because it's literally a one-dimensional move. So for grinding, I would definitely put it on the same tier as Dark Step, maybe slightly even better. Now for utility purposes, this is gonna get way worse than Dark Step. No mobility whatsoever. Electric tackle has hardly any mobility, but at the very least you can aim it up to reach certain areas. Other than that though, for utility purposes, this style is only worth getting for one reason, and that is upgrading it to V2, similar to Dark Step. So yeah, some of y'all electric mains, if there's any of y'all out there might be mad at this, but this is also going in bad tier. But I will put it above Dark Step. Now, the last first sea fighting style is found in the underwater island, and it's actually kind of in a hidden area. So you have to go on the right side of this building, go behind this little tree, and you guys can go inside this building and talk to the water kung fu trainer. Similar to electric, this thing only has 3 different moves. The moves being Steam Charge Fist, Deadly Shower, and Heavy Water Punch. And I can say, just personally, in my opinion, this is the best first sea fighting style. Now, in terms of M1 damage, this has the most. You guys can see 2007. So it's a pretty big jump above both Dark Step and electric. But aside from the damage, I would also say this has the coolest effects out of all the first sea fighting styles, in my opinion. Going through the moves real quick, we have Steam Charge Fist, the first move, which is a powerful punch, doesn't really have much effects. But for the second move, Deadly Shower, it introduces something that none of the other first sea fighting styles has, and that is a projectile based move. So when you use it, you guys can see you hold this right here, and when you let it go, it shoots a barrage of water bullets, which in my opinion looks pretty cool, and it has good range. Last but not least though, we have Heavy Water Punch, which is essentially an upgraded version of the first move. But would you be surprised to know that this fighting style also has some pretty decent utility? You guys can see if you use Heavy Water Punch, it actually has some decent mobility, which can help you for running and just overall grinding. Now, all that said, similar to all the other first sea fighting styles, this thing doesn't have much combo potential, but I would definitely say it's the best for PvP due to Heavy Water Punch having long range and having a projectile based move with Deadly Shower. So while it's still going in the bad tier, it's definitely gonna go at the top, man. But that is all the first sea fighting styles out the way. Now it's time to move up to second sea, and let's see how good those ones are. The first obtainable fighting style in second sea you can get by talking to an NPC in this area right here. This boy named Sabi, and the fighting style is the Dragon Breath fighting style. Look at that stance. Now to obtain this, you only need 1500 fragments, so it's pretty cheap. And similar to every other fighting style in the game other than Dark Step, it has only 3 moves. Now in terms of visually, this fighting style actually has some cool effects, especially when you click. You guys can see it does like a little fire effect, kind of matching the dragon theme, you know what I'm saying? And that also fits with the moves. For example, Dragon Rush, boom, boom, 2 steps forward hits, and then it also has like little dragon fists with it. Next move, we have Dragon Flames. Last move we have is Dragon Explosion, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's just an explosion. Now in terms of grinding, this fighting style is actually pretty good. The damage is nice. Like, look at this. M1 damage, 2227 per hit. Decent boost above the water kung fu. And to be all fair, this thing is not too bad for PvP. It could definitely be utilized if you have a stun fruit like Ice and hit him like this. You know what I'm saying? Hit him with all your stun abilities. You could definitely catch people lacking like that. But the issue with this fighting style is it doesn't really excel in anything. Like, it's decent for grinding, but there's definitely better options out there. And same with PvP. To even make it even useful in PvP, you have to run a specific type of fruit. Not to mention, every single move you use locks you in place. Like, this has crazy startup. Same with this move right here, also locks you in place, and this third move locks you in place. So if you're using this out in public, you're definitely about to get punished hard. Last but not least, utility. This thing doesn't really have much utility. While it does have decent mobility with Dragon Rush, you guys can see distance goes pretty far. The only thing I would say this fighting style is really great at is fighting sea beasts. The damage this fighting style puts out makes it not bad for fighting sea beasts in all honesty. But all things considered, even though Dragon Breath does have the highest damage we've seen so far, in my opinion, it is still not better than Water Kung Fu, so I'm gonna put it right below that. I feel like I just made a lot of Dragon Breath mains mad, but hey man, don't kill me, bro. Now for this next fighting style, we're gonna switch things up. For this next one, we're gonna go with one of the first upgraded ones of the video, and we're going with Sharkman Karate. This is the V2 version of Water Kung Fu, which you obtain in first sea, and you actually gotta go through a whole quest line to obtain that, so we ain't gonna go over that. But this one also only has 3 moves and is honestly really good. Now similar to Dragon Breath, when you hit somebody with the clicks, you have water M1s, which is pretty cool. And on top of that, the damage has actually gone up significantly, 2467 per M1. And if you had like 600 mastery, that would do over 2500. And for our moveset, the kit is honestly really good. First, we have 12 water palms. Basically, you lunge forward, do like 4000 damage, and hit them with a barrage. I also want to point out that this thing is really good for mobility. Like, if you use this in the air, you guys can see you go really far. So it has double use, combo starter, and you can use this to get away. Next up, we have Pressure Vortex, which similar to Water Kung Fu is a long range ability. You guys can see there, does a decent amount of damage. Last but not least, we have Great Sea Spear, which you pull in your opponent and slam them back out. Now in terms of grinding, I must say this thing is very good. In fact, one of the better fighting styles for grinding in my opinion. In terms of how it looks visually, it's not the best looking one in the game. I mean, the effects are kind of like mediocre a bit, but it's not bad either. But where this fighting style really excels is for PvP and combos. First of all the moves combo each other easily. For example, you can just do X into Z into C, which then you can use like any sword like Spiky Trident to combo afterwards and then just start a whole thing. I could have did pull straight into portal dash into a whole other combo. And that was something I just thought of straight off the dome. I don't even use this fighting style for real. Now, there really isn't much this fighting style can't do. It's just that some of the other fighting styles does what this does, except better. The damage on this thing is not the best, although it does have pretty speedy moves, you guys can see there. One of its main lacking points is going against runners. If you're going against someone who's just moving around a lot and spamming, it's going to be hard to land that C move. So you got to kind of predict pretty well. And also this thing doesn't have a lot of versatility. Like, it's only really good with certain builds, whereas some of the other fighting styles are good with like tons of different builds. I personally think this is an underrated fighting style though. So for that, it's going to be the first one of the video. It's going in great tier, boys. With Sharkman Karate out the way, the next one we have is going to be at Winter Castle, and it's also another upgraded version of a previous fighting style. For this next one, we have the Death Step fighting style. Now, this is pretty much upgraded upon Dark Step in every single way. Similar to the previous one, we also still do have leg M1s, you know what I'm saying? Although I do want to point out that the clicks for Death Step do less damage than Sharkman Karate, doing only 2,230. Also similar to his first C counterpart, this has 4 moves as well, the last one being a transformation. Let's go ahead and check out this first one though. Rocket Kick. Boom. It's a long range projectile move, which does pretty decent damage. And I think this also hits multiple targets as well. Got a bunch of NPCs here. Let's use it. Rocket Kick. Boom. Yep, hits them all, but the damage is a bit mediocre. However, in turn, it has a very low cooldown, so it's spammable. Next move, though, we have Wind Bullet, which is another long range projectile. Boom. That one has a lot more damage than Rocket Kick, so that's more viable. Third move, we have Vermilion Kick. It's basically a barrage similar to the first fighting style. And last but not least, similar to the first one, we have Maximum Overheat. All the moves get increased damage and as well as have an added effect. For example, Rocket Kick has a pool of fire now. Wind Bullet also has a pool of fire. Vermilion Drill also has a pool of fire. So as you can imagine, for grinding, this thing is pretty good. Good AoE, good damage, good stun, and you have long range moves like this, which in turn also gives this fighting style good mobility. But that's where all the good things I have to say about Death Step end. In terms of PvP, this fighting style is very lacking. All 3 moves, Rocket Kick, Wind Bullet, and Vermilion Drill, can be Ken-tricked, which means in order to start a combo, you're gonna have to rely on your fruit. And if you're going against runners while using this fighting style, well, you're just gonna have a very tough time because the only real move you can hit them with is Wind Bullet. All those things together makes this a very low versatility fighting style, which means you're gonna have to rely on stun fruits like Shadow or Ice. Not to mention, compared to other fighting styles, the damage is pretty mediocre. Like, look at this Wind Bullet. That's only 2,873. Keep in mind, that can be Ken-tricked. So I may make a lot of people mad with this, bro, but Death Step is going in decent. Comment down if y'all disagree with that one. I feel like there's going to be a few ones that disagree, but that's just my opinion. Next up, we have the last fighting style that you can obtain in Second C, and you obtain it at the Snow Island. Now, to get this one, you actually have to go through this little secret patches right here, go down here and talk to this martial arts master. And the fighting style will be Superhuman, otherwise known as the skilled fighting style of the game. We got 3 different moves with this one. First one being Beast Owl Pounce, which is a really good move for combo starters. Basically, you lunge at them and do like a Dragon Ball Z barrage. Second one, Thunderclap. You stand still and do like an AoE shockwave, which knocks back enemies. Third move, Conqueror Gun, otherwise known as 6 Realm Gun. You stand still, boom, slam into him, which has high knockback. Now, in terms of grinding, I'm gonna be honest, this fighting style is pretty dookie. 2 of the moves are single target move, Beast Owl Pounce and Conqueror Gun. So the only AoE move you have is Thunderclap. Grinding is gonna be tough with this one. The damage on this thing is very good though. For example, Conqueror Gun deals 4,233, and Thunderclap does tons of damage as well. So while this thing may not be good for grinding at all, I must say for PvP is where this thing really excels. Now, the combo potential with this fighting style is for real kind of limitless. With a fruit like Rumble and a sword like Shisui, you can easily string together combos with this thing such as this, you know what I'm saying? Beast Owl Pounce, boom, 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 Conqueror Gun, boom, like something like that. That's 16,000 damage right there. So in terms of PvP, the potential is high. However, there's a reason why this is considered the skill-based fighting style of the game. Every move other than Thunderclap can be dodged with instinct. And in fact, Beast Owl Pounce, you can dodge with instinct while being in the middle of hitting with the move. Another thing is every move in this kit leaves you open to be punished. For example, Thunderclap, you sit still for a second and have end lag afterwards. Beast Owl Pounce, you're literally standing still right here, also have end lag afterwards, and they can Ken trick to avoid any follow-up combo. So every single move in this entire kit can either be Ken tricked or you could be punished heavily if you miss it. But other than that, it's a pretty good fighting style with good mobility and great combo potential, but it's definitely not great, so it's gotta go in decent, but I'm putting it above Death Step. I just know some people in the comments clenching their fists right now at that, bro. There's so many people that love Superhuman, but hey, man, it is what it is. Only 4 fighting styles remain in the game yet to rate, and that is Dragon Talon, Electric Claw, Godhuman, and Sanguine Art. And this is where we start getting into some heat fighting styles. For the next style, boys, we have the first one you could obtain in the 3rd C, or depending on what order you go into. We got the upgrade of Electric Claw. In terms of visuals, you get some cool little claws on your hands with this, so when you M1, it actually has some cool like electric effects. But more importantly, let's get to the moveset. First one, we have Electric Rampage, which is a electric barrage, and it has a lunge at the end. However, you can use that quickly. Instead of holding it down, you could just tap it and it'll do this. Let your barrage, boom, instantly just do the dash. Damage on that is a bit mediocre, but what you use that for is the stun, which can lead into combos. Next up, we have Lightning Thrust. As the name implies, it's basically a lightning thrust. But the best move in the kit by far is the last one, Thunderclap and Flash. Basically, you lunge out, boom, slam them boys up in the air straight up, and it stuns them a little bit. Now for grinding, this fighting style is actually pretty good. We have fast M1s, which makes it easy to grind. Good AoE moves like Thunderclap and Flash. Good mobility as well. But where this fighting style exceeds most is PvP. When it comes to PvP, this fighting style literally has like endless combos. Almost every fruit in the game, I guarantee you could find a combo with Electric Claw. And just to show y'all I'm not joking, let me show y'all an electric combo with Control. So you start off with the Thunderclap and Flash, look up, use Echo Knife, then you pull out Curse Dual Katana, Slayer Goliath, hold Curse Dual Katana Z, boom, and then hand it off with a Gamma Rush. And that is a whole one-shot combo right there, boys. In almost every category in this game, Electric Claw has got you covered. Grinding, it's got that down. PvP, Thunderclap and Flash alone, the fact that how fast this comes out and the fact that it breaks Ken makes this brain dead. There's really only one thing you have to worry about when it comes to Electric Claw, and that is air campers. Both Lightning Thrust and Electric Rampage is very difficult to land in the air, and the one downside is that Thunderclap and Flash cannot be used in the air. It forces you to return to ground. So that's Electric Claw's one weakness, to be honest. Other than that, though, if you don't run into air campers, you probably have a good chance of winning. So all those things considered, man, this is going to be the first one of the video, bro. A godly fighting style. Electric Claw is 100% godly for PvP, man. Yes, Admin Usopp. The next fighting style we're going towards is the Dragon Talon. Now, this fighting style holds the title of most damage dealing in the game. This is also probably like the coolest visual effects in the game, and let me show you why. This first move is going to explain it all. Talon Lighter, you lunge into him and basically just incinerate them boys. Like, that is a fire looking move. Next move, Ember Annihilation. You basically shoot out a big dragon, which you can aim as well. Let me show y'all boys. If you use Ember Annihilation to do a little 360, you guys can see it curves around. So that's kind of cool. It's like a little like dual use to it. And last but not least, we have Infernal Vortex, which is pretty similar to the first Dragon Breath. You kind of sit still and do an ult out. So as you can imagine, based off the effects, this is pretty good for grinding. I mean, like, look at this. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Infernal Vortex. Yeah, the damage is pretty saucy. Now, as cool as this fighting style looks, you'd think it'd be a godly one, right? Wrong. While this is a very good fighting style, it lacks in a few categories. Number one, mobility. The only mobility move this thing has is Talon Lighter, which you guys can see doesn't really push you that far. That's kind of like a medium ranged ability. Number two, dodge ability. Every single one of these moves, except for Infernal Vortex, which is the ultimate, can be Kentrick. Talon Lighter, you can literally activate your instinct in the middle of the move, negating the damage completely. And the same is true with Ember Annihilation. The only move that can't be kenned is Infernal Vortex. But the issue is, with Infernal Vortex, you have to stand here for 2 seconds before the move even comes out, giving your opponents literally ample time to either dash away, use parallel escape, flash step away, do whatever they can to get away. And the third thing that makes this fighting style not a godly one, all of the moves leave you vulnerable. You use Talon Lighter and miss, that has End Light that can allow you to be punished. Ember Annihilation and miss, again, more End Light that can allow you to be punished. And of course, Infernal Vortex, the ultimate, which has the most damn end lag in the world, leaving you very vulnerable. Now, I wouldn't say any of these makes this fighting style bad. I think it just makes it a little more skilled. You have to definitely be calculated how you use it, because if you miss, you are 100% going to get punished. But the damage, how good it looks, and grinding capabilities alone makes this a 100% great tier fighting style, but I'm going to put it under Sharkman Karate because that one has better combo potential. And with that, boys, we are on the final 2 of the video, Godhuman and Sanguine Art. Let me spin this wheel to see which one we do first, man. I can't decide. And the one we got to do first is Sanguine Art. This is the newest added fighting style of the game that just got added a few months back, and you obtain it from this guy right here, Shappy. I'm going to be honest, first thing off rip, before we even get to the moves with Sanguine Art, you have this saucy M1s. Like, look at this. You see that pose, first of all? Look at this. M1s just look vampiric. Like, that thing looks crazy. So M1s are very fast as well. And another benefit for grinding with this thing is that the M1s have range to it. So you can hit NPCs before they ever even get close to you. Not to mention that M1 damage is pretty good. Look at that. A few M1s, I already have 20,000 damage. Now, to demonstrate this first move, I'm actually going to get myself low. You guys can see my health is low right here, right? And this first move, Bloodbane Drain, is probably the best move in the kit. You lunge towards your enemy, suck their blood, and replenish your own energy and health with it. This is kind of crazy because not only does the move do really good damage, but you're also replenishing your health in the first place, which means in PvP and grinding, you'll be able to survive long. Next move, Scarlet Tear. A long range, basically just projectile based move, and stuns them a little bit, which means you can start combos. What more can I say about that? It's a very good move. Last one, Devour of Worlds. Boom. You slam them out, you stun them, and it has a second attack, which does damage over time. Also, in terms of visually, like, I know I said Dragon Talon I thought was the best, But after looking at this, I actually changed my mind. This is the best looking fighting style in the game. So obviously it's really good for grinding. That is just no question about it. But how good is it for PvP? You know, I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna show you all this combo. Look at this, boys. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. Easy. Literally one shot, 25,000 damage, and that was like one of the easiest combos to pull off in the game. This fighting style really has it all. The only thing it doesn't is mobility, because this is a one mobility move, and that range is mediocre. Other than that, though, if you pair this thing with a good high mobility fruit like Portal, you're chilling. You're big chilling. It would honestly be dumb to put this thing in anywhere other than Godly, and that's actually gonna go even above Electric Claw. I don't think there's gonna be any arguments with that. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna argue with any of y'all about that. If you say it ain't Godly, you're just brain dead. And now we have the last fighting style in the game, boys. Y'all already know which one it is. The most popular one, Godhuman. Now we all know about this one. This is like not new or anything. It's been around for a while. Let's go ahead and show the move showcase though. First of all, M1's 2,564, one of the higher ones. But for the moves, we have Soaring Beast. You know what I'm saying? Does really good damage, 5,000 damage. Can be kenned afterwards though. Next up, we have Heaven and Earth, which is actually two moves in one. If you just tap it, it'll be a long range projectile, which does a decent amount of damage. Comes out quick too. Paused. But if you hold it instead of tapping it, it'll be similar to the first one, Superhuman, which does a lot of damage, but it keeps you in place, so you're gonna have a lot of end lag. Last move, we have Sixth Realm Gun, similar to the last one. You hold this, boom, does a lot of damage, has a lot of knockback, but it allows for a lot of combo potential. I'm gonna be honest, this fighting style is my favorite in the game for one reason, and it is mobility and combo potential. Also damage. Now this fighting style is both my favorite and preferred fighting style to use for three reasons: damage, mobility, and combo potential. First of all, mobility. With this Soaring Beast plus Sixth Realm Gun, no runners catching the way from you, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like, you're gonna be on runners, especially if you pair together with a mobility fruit, you're gonna be on them always. And don't even get me started on combo potential. Godhuman has one of the easiest one shots to do in the game. Let me show y'all real quick. Boom, boom, you know what I'm saying? Hit him with that. Godhuman C, boom, boom. GG's, easy. Literally one of the easiest one shots to do in the game. It really pairs together with every fruit in the game. Like, there's not a single fruit that doesn't pair together with Godhuman, if I'm gonna be honest. The one downside I guess you could really say about Godhuman is it's not the best for grinding, just because a lot of these moves are single target moves. But the thing that carries this the most, and I run into this all the time in PvP, is Sixth Realm Gun. The range on this is actually like stupid, bro. So in my opinion, bro, just the utility and combo potential and damage alone instantly makes this thing the most godly fighting style in the game, even above Sanguine Art. So there's my full list of all the fighting styles in the game. Comment down if y'all disagree with any of the placements. I'm actually interested to see what y'all say.
Now, if you spawned in as a Mink, consider yourself lucky, because you only have a 12.5% chance of spawning as a Mink on a brand new account. Mink is also one of the races that actually gives you physical changes to your body. You guys can see we have bunny ears, and if you upgrade this race later on, you even get a tail. Now, one cool passive you get with Mink is you have a 1.5 times speed multiplier above every other race in the game. So I think you guys have an idea of what Mink's ability is going to be around. Now, when upgrading this race to its V2 state, you actually get even more speed boost. We go from 1.5 times base speed up to 2 times base speed. You also get your dash distance slightly increased, and it takes half the amount of energy that it used to take. So y'all can see this race is really just built for running, and that gets solidified even more with our V3. If you look down on the bottom of our screen, you guys see we have an ability called Agility, which is pretty self-explanatory what that does. When activating this, you get a 4 times speed multiplier for 5 seconds. And when you get the V3, that's actually when you get the physical change of having a tail. Now, all the speed boosts you get from the Mink race are very good, especially for PvP, being able to dash in land combos, being quick enough to dash out in void combos, or even run if you have to. But when it comes to V3s alone, while it is pretty good, it's not really doing you any favors for grinding, and there are definitely way better ones for PvP. Here are all the tiers we have in the list. We have Godly up front, Insane, Good, Meh, and Piece of Garbo. And to start this video off with Mink, I'm gonna put Mink V3 up in the good tier. Mink mains, don't come at me. But up next, we have one of the most boring races in the game, the Human Raid. This one you have a 62.5% chance of spawning with on a brand new account. So yeah, it's the easiest race to obtain in the game. It also has no physical changes no matter what you have, V3 or V4, no physical changes whatsoever. And on top of that, you get no passive boosts or buffs in V1 base. But the question is Human V2 and V3 good? Now for Human V2, you actually get a few good things. First one being doubled flash step distance. Here's the maximum flash step distance of a normal race, and if you go with Human, you can see it's double the length, a lot further. Flash step cooldown is also decreased to 10 seconds instead of 15 seconds, so you guys can see we get it a lot quicker than other races. And on top of that, Human V2s actually get an extra boost by having more Ken dodges than any other race. You can see down here we have 9 out of 9 Ken dodges. Every other race in the game has 8 by default. This, in my opinion, makes Human V2 one of the best V2s to obtain in the game. But is that true for V3? Looking down below, you guys can see we have an ability called Last Resort, and this is what it looks like when you activate it. Now what this does does is basically makes you deal more damage the lower health you are. To give you guys a quick example, this is how much damage I do by an M1 in base, 2,611. Now, if I let myself get really low by this NPC here, now we are well under half health, so let me activate V3 again, and my M1s do 3,198, a significant boost in damage. And that wasn't even the maximum you can go. For V3, you get a maximum of 52.25% damage boost, but you have to be less than 20% health to even get that high. Which, if you ask me, is kind of mid. I don't want to have to be damn near dead to be able to do more damage. So for that reason, I'm sorry, man, but Human V3 has got to go in piece of garbo tier, man. It's just not that good. But while Human V3 may have been trash, I promise you this next race isn't. Now, this next race is actually one of the 3 races you can obtain by doing a quest line. And if you go to a haunted ship and talk to this NPC here, he will change you to the race. And of course, we're talking about the Ghoul race. Now, Ghoul is actually one of the most interesting and intricate races in the game. As you guys can see, we do get some physical changes in this one by having black horns. And on top of that, we actually get some interesting buffs and passives in base. For simply existing as a ghoul, you get slightly increased health regeneration, and you get a 30% extra speed boost during the night. Which, while it might not be completely comparable to Mink, the speed boost itself is pretty nice. But trust me, this gets even better in V2. In V2, we unlock a passive ability called Life Leash. And just to give you all an example of what it is, I'm gonna let myself get low by this NPC, and I'm gonna deal damage. Now, 5% of the damage I deal to this NPC converts back to my life, helping me regen slightly. And while that may not seem that crazy because it's only 5% against NPCs, it goes up significantly against players. Because as you can see, according to the wiki, the user heals back 25% of the damage done to players with fighting style. This used to also apply to sword damage, but they did nerf that, making it to where you only get life leech on the fighting style abilities. Still pretty good though. But that is not the best thing about the Ghoul race, not even close. If you look down below, we have an ability called Heightened Senses, and this is really insane. Now, before I demonstrate this ability, I'm gonna get a move on cooldown real quick to show you how OP this is. I'm gonna use Godhuman, Heaven and Earth, and then we're gonna activate Heightened Senses. Now, this gives you a few buffs like speed and extra damage, but what's most important is you see my moves still on cooldown, right? Well, we're able to still use it. That's exactly what Heightened Senses does. It lets the player use moves when at 40% cooldown, and this includes M1s or any cooldown in the game, making this honestly one of the best V3s in the entire game for PvP. Just imagine this scenario, boys. You're in the middle of a PvP match, you have no cooldowns, right? You wouldn't be able to fight back normally, but with Ghoul V3, now you can use abilities when they still have 40% cooldown left, basically making you have double the amount of moves coming out as your opponent. And this also applies for grinding. I mean, more moves coming out equals more damage. How's that a bad thing for grinding? All of these factors considered, in my opinion, makes this race go straight up in godly tier, man. Top 3 V3 in my opinion. And if you disagree with that, let's debate about it in the comments below. Now, moving up next, we have the Shark race, which is one of the spawnable races that you have a 12.5% chance of spawning with. So once again, if you spawned in with this on a new account, consider yourself lucky. Now, one thing about the Shark race is when you spawn in by default, you actually get a passive that makes it to where you take less damage in water as a fruit user. And you also get increased swim speed, so you about to be Michael Phelpsing it out over here. Now, the V2 for this race improves that even further, because now we have full immunity to water damage as dealt for user, and your base speed and swim speed is also increased. And just to demonstrate, I clearly have the portal equipped right now, but when I go in water, I take 0 damage. I mean, we're not even taking an inch of health, which makes this for sea exploration and farming actually the best race to use as a dealt for user, which is just the tip of the iceberg for how broken this race can be. I mean, those are all cool passives, but when it comes to our V3 ability, Water Body, this is the reason why you'd want this race. Just to give you a clear-cut example how good this could be, we're heading to 3rd sea. These are some of the highest level NPCs in the game, and you guys can see they deal a lot of damage to me. But when I activate Shark V3, the damage is significantly reduced, by 70% to be exact. So I think you can see the trend with Shark race. It's all about defense. Defense in the water and defense with the Water Body ability, which honestly makes this race really sought after for PvP. I mean, if you're just straight up getting one-shot comboed, all you have to do is just activate V3 to make them deal way less damage. And aside from PvP, this is also really good for farming. I mean, imagine any applicable situation you're about to die. Just pop V3 and you're living longer. Unfortunately, this did get nerfed. It used to be 80% defense boost, and now it is 70. And on top of that, it used to last for 6.5 seconds, and now it only lasts 4.5 seconds. At best, the Shark V3 ability most of the times just delays the inevitable. Most players know how to get around it, and I say other V3s are more worth having. That said though, it's still easily going in insane tier. 3 V3 races left. And for this next race, this is actually the second of the 3 races in the game that you have to complete a quest line to obtain. If we teleport over a place called Lab and go under here and talk to this thing, you will see we can switch over to the Cyborg race, which costs 2,500 fragments. And yes, even after completing this, you have to pay that every time you want to go back to the race, which is insane. But if we accept, we can see this is what the Cyborg race looks like. And before we even get into all the abilities of Cyborg, let's just go through the obtainment process of this. This is the second hardest race to obtain in the game. And to get it, you have to complete a quest line called the Cyborg Puzzle. Now, the first step of the Cyborg Puzzle is you got to get yourself a Fist of Darkness, which has a 1% chance of dropping for a sea beast, or you've got to wait 4 hours and get it from a random chest. After getting the Fist of Darkness, you have to sacrifice it in the Law Raid and then fight Law to get a Core Brain, which only has a 5% chance of dropping. And then you've got to go to that lab thing I talked to and pay 2,500 fragments. Me personally, it took me days to obtain this race, which is insane. So imagine a mobile player trying to obtain this. It can get tough, but it is worth it. Now, for the base V1 passives of this race, there's nothing. Yeah, you literally get no base passives or boosts or anything in V1. But for V2, that's when things start getting interesting. In V2 state, Cyborg gets a 10% defense against melee, sword, and gun attacks, making you slightly more tanky, and 15% of the damage you deal converts to energy, making this race really good for hybrid races. I mean, every bit of damage you deal actually converts towards your energy, allowing you to fight a little longer. Which that V2 is all right. I mean, it's not really like the craziest thing, but trust me, the V3 is where it gets kind of nutty. Energy Core is the name of our V3, and I'm just going to demonstrate what this thing does. When you use it, you put out electrical energy, which deals a total of over 4,900 damage. This ability both breaks, can, and interrupts combos, and you could use this thing while you're being attacked or if you're attacking yourself, making this ability both the ultimate defense and offense in literally every applicable situation. I mean, let me break it down to you like this. You could pair Cyborg with some of the worst fruits or swords in the game, and I'm sure you could find a way to create a one-shot combo with it, just because of this skill alone. And I mean, just look at this. This looks kind of fire, bro. Like, you can't tell me this don't look saucy. For all of the reasons alone, man, Cyborg, in my opinion, goes all the way at godly, even above Ghoul. Now, up next, we have one of the most hated races in the game, which you will see why later, the Angel Raid. Now, this, of course, is one of the spawnable races in the game, and just like the other ones, you have a 12.5% chance of spawning on this from a brand new account. Obviously, for this one, as being an angel, we get wings that upgrade and get bigger the more you upgrade your race. And as for any base passives or boosts, it's kind of boring. All we get is jump height is increased in base. That's literally it. It's kind of mid. But for Angel V2, it also doesn't get better. Literally for Angel V2, all we get is both extended double jump, and we get 11 air jumps instead of 10, which I guess is useful in some situations, but it's also not that good. However, looking down below, we have an ability called Heavenly Blood, which is our V3 ability, and this is where things get a little better. Now, to put this simply, I'm gonna let myself get low by this boss right here. He's got me down to 9,300 health now, and I'm gonna activate Heavenly Blood. And you can see my health is increasing significantly. This lasts for 4.5 seconds, and yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory what this is. Basically, for 4.5 seconds, you can heal up to 14% of your maximum health and 10% of your maximum energy. Mainly good for PvP, to be honest. I mean, it really promotes kind of running and spamming. I mean, like, imagine you're low, you could just hit this, V3, kind of run away, come back when you're healed up, and then rinse and repeat. Which is why I said this is honestly one of the most hated races, because angels kind of have a reputation for running and healing. This, however, just got nerfed like literally a few days ago. The Angel V3 used to heal up to 20% of your maximum HP and last for 6.5 seconds, but it's just been nerfed to 14% and down to 4.5 seconds, and got an even longer cooldown. Now, normally I probably would have put Angel in the godly tier because the heal used to be insane, but because of the nerf, it's gonna go at the bottom of insane tier, just barely behind Shark, which I know some of you may disagree with, but I think that nerf is pretty significant. And now there's only one more final race to do in V3. Once you're in 3rd Sea, if you teleport over to Hydra Town, go up to the Dragon Dojo and talk to this NPC, the Dragon Wizard, he will convert you to the Draco race. But let me just tell you right now, the Draco race obtainment is the hardest race to obtain in the game. I'm talking, this would literally take you like 2-3 days minimum to obtain this race, and it has like the longest quest line known to man. I mean, just to give y'all a basic rundown, this is the obtainment process on the wiki, and just look at this. It's like a whole bible of just steps you have to do to obtain this race and evolve it. But luckily, it is very much worth it, because this race may just be one of the best. Now, first off, just existing as a Draco in a race, you get a 5% damage reduction boost and 5% HP increase above all other races, which is honestly pretty good. 5% doesn't sound like a lot, but it goes a long way in PvP, trust me. Like, I literally have 14,000 health with just one of the most basic accessories, Pilot Helmet. And if you were to pair this up with something like Leviathan Shield, 14,800 on top of the defense boost. It's actually kind of insane. But let's get into the V2. Now, for the V2, you get a speed boost. You also get a dash boost. Your dash goes further distance, and you get 2 more things. First one being, if you jump a few times and hold space, we get a flight. This only goes straight up. However, you can't really glide down like Angel V4. So this is kind of like Angel V4 flight from Wish, but it's honestly pretty
good. I mean, like, this is the most unique V2 we have in the game. And as for that last thing we get in V2, our flash steps are now changed and deal damage. Look at that. Over 3,120 damage just from our flash step. So we basically get an extra move. And that isn't even the best part about this race. Down below, we have Primordial Rain. And this V3, it gets kind of crazy. Now, this V3 is a bit complicated, but let's try to simplify it. So whenever you press it, you summon a large AoE, which buffs you and debuffs enemies. For me, it gives me a 15% damage and speed boost. Towards enemies, it gives them a minus 15% speed debuff. So they get slower while you deal more damage. And it lasts for 10 seconds and even buffs allies. But that isn't even the best part about this move, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's not. Just like Cyborg V3, Primordial Rain also interrupts combos. So say I'm being hit by an NPC, right? Being M1'd or whatever, I can stop it temporarily by doing that and start a combo of my own. So any combos that have barrages or moves that need to be held can instantly be interrupted with Primordial Rain. And even one-shot combos will also be interrupted. Either way you look at it, it's a top tier race with a top V3 ability. So it's going in godly tier, and I'm even going to put it above Ghoul. So this is the complete V3 tier list, and I honestly think I did a pretty good job on it. But now it's time to get into the V4s. And we're starting off with Mink V4. Now every race when transforming into V4 gets a set of boosts. We get, I think, like 10% more speed, damage, and a few other boosts. And on top of that, every single stat is maxed out from melee all the way to Blox, which is 2600. Each race also gets 2 unique abilities in V4 state. And for Mink, the first one is called Whirlwind. Whenever we dash, you guys can see little tornadoes are left behind, which actually gives us a chance to run and deal damage at the same time. They also stun a little bit, so it's pretty cool. Now our second ability is called Lightning Cloak. Our dashes are much further distance. You guys can see this little green ore around us when we dash. It's basically allowing our dash to go even much further. And if you upgrade this gear to its full state and hold Q, you get a super dash, which follows in line with the trend of Mink just being really fast. And this isn't even with V3. So stacking with V3, yeah, we instantly become like literally the fastest race in the game. Good luck catching a Mink runner in public servers. Now, obviously this race is pretty cool, but I think it falls flat when you're comparing it to other V4s, which we'll get into later. But overall, it's pretty decent. I mean, just look at this visually. You can't tell me this don't look fire. Although I will say, kind of moving like a furry right now. But overall, I'm gonna put Mink V4 straight up in the good tier. Yeah, pretty much the same for V3 and V4. It's just overall good, but there's much better options. Let me see which race we get next. I'm gonna buy a change race real quick. Oh, let me get Human. All right. Now, with Human V4, we get 2 simple abilities. But before we get to that, let me just say, this is the most saucy and cool V4 of all time. I mean, like, just look at this pose, bro. That man's saucy. Now, if you guys look down below, you guys can see we have 2 things. 3 bars and a number. And we're gonna get into the bars first. These are flash steps. You get 3 of them, and they replenish over time. Another thing to note is that on the first flash step, you become invisible, and your moves have hyper armor, so they can't be interrupted. Now, this used to be all 3 dashes would be invisible, but now it only is the first one that becomes invisible. You guys can see all other 2 no longer do that, so it got nerfed recently. Now, the other ability you get with Human V4 is this meter right here. You guys can see the more damage I deal, the numbers is going up, and this also applies for if I'm taking damage. And it's pretty self-explanatory. The higher the number, the more damage we deal. You guys can see right now we're at 70, and per M1, we're dealing 3,846. And if we compare that to my base damage, you guys can see I only deal 2,611. So the boost is actually pretty crazy, and that wasn't even with V3. The rage meter goes up to a total number of 100, but if you have that gear upgrade, it goes up to 150. This also got nerfed, unfortunately, though. Just this recent update, limit break rage damage scaling was decreased by 25%, which is a massive nerf. So despite how cool Human V4 is, I mean, it's actually one of my favorite looking V4s. I ain't gonna lie, you ain't gonna catch me using it. So for that, it's going straight into mad tier. Blox fruits, you done killed my boy. Hey, I have a feeling people are gonna complain about that Human ranking, but hey, I got a massive nerf, what can I say? Now let's see which race the game chooses for me next. Ooh, the Shark race. This is gonna be an interesting one. Now the Shark race is actually 2 pretty cool abilities. Now, as you can see, there's this shark right now floating around me, and this is a shield. There's also a blue shield appearing on my health right now. This reduces the damage you take significantly. You guys can see if I go over my ult to hit me, you guys can see I'm taking virtually no damage. And this can be stacked with V3 as well, making you for a short period of time take near 100% reduced damage. This ability is called Leviathan's Arm. As you guys see, the more damage I deal to my opponent, the more the shield regenerates. This ability alone honestly makes this one of the most annoying things to deal with in public servers because, I mean, like, you're gonna be dealing damage, and if he has V3, your entire combo just gets negated. In my opinion, the most annoying part to deal with is the second ability, Whirlwind. Whatever damage I deal to an opponent, it slows him. You guys can see there's this little water effect at the bottom of him. The more I hit him, the stronger the slow gets. Now there's an entire whirlpool on him, and if we go over to my ult account, you guys can see I'm moving significantly slower. This lasts for a while, and you can keep hitting him constantly to make the slow last pretty much as long as you want it to. Fighting against good Shark V4 users is really annoying, but that said, there is better V4s in the game, but due to how the abilities are, in my opinion, it's gotta go in insane.
4 more races left. But for this one, I'm spinning the wheel to see which one we rate next. And we get... ooh, the Draco race, the newest race in the game. Now, as for the Draco race, it has some pretty unique abilities to it. First of all, upon activation, there's this massive circle, and I don't even have this thing fully upgraded, so it gets even bigger. Pause. But for our first ability, we have Thorn Mail. Now, put simply, what Thorn Mail does is it reflects 45% of the damage your opponent does to you back to them. I'm dealing damage just by being hit right now by this NPC. And if you upgrade this gear fully, it reflects up to 64% damage back to your opponent, which already alone makes this one of the most insane races in the game. And that's not even it. For our second ability, we have Calmetic Field. Basically, whenever you deal damage to an enemy, it summons orbs around them. And if you hit them 3 times, it explodes. And basically, this applies to anyone in the area of your circle. So let's say I gathered all these NPCs here. I'm fighting all of them. Boom. Look at that. 23,885 damage spread across everyone in the circle. So not only are you reflecting damage your opponent deals to you back to them, every bit of damage you do in your combos gets rewarded even more damage because of the orbs. And this also is really good at repelling teamers because whoever's in your AoE is also going to take damage from the orb. So it forces them to have to spread out. And if that wasn't enough to convince you how cool this race is, I mean, just look at this, bro. Look at this pose, bro. This is straight just ore right here. Literally. Not much to say else about this one, man. Draco V4, straight godly tier. I ain't debating with anyone on that. Now, for the next race, okay, Cyborg. Okay, that's fire. Now, for the Cyborg race, first of all, just look how saucy this pose is. Like, look at this. We have purple auras. We get that nice little glowing wings in the back. Sheesh. Can't tell me it don't cook. Now, the Cyborg race is actually not that complicated. We have 2 abilities, and the first one is called Energy Core. And to demonstrate this, I'm going to teleport to Chocolate Land. Now, basically, put simply, what Energy Core does is it deals orb damage to players nearby, which is actually kind of similar to Draco V4, except kind of better. To put simply, you damage one, you damage them all in the nearby area, which automatically makes this the best thing for grinding and for jump combos in PvP. Just like the Draco race, this forces them to have to spread out because if you attack one, you're literally attacking them all. Oh, I just died? Okay. Well, like I said, I'm trolling. All right, we're back in V4. Now, another thing this actually gives if you upgrade it to full max is what you saw right there, super jumps, which makes this, honestly, in terms of speed, low-key competing with Mink V4. It's gonna be honestly really hard to catch anyone that's in Cyborg V4. And there's actually a glitch you can do to make the move even stronger. So you pair Cyborg V4 with Skull Guitar, do a Soul Guitar M1 as soon as you jump, and look at the distance I just got flung. Yeah, good luck catching a Cyborg user in public servers. Now, the last ability this actually has is called Aftershock, and basically it applies damage. You guys can see that little thing lingering there, which basically does damage over time and deactivates Ken. So we have 2 Ken breakers, V3 and Aftershock. Not really much else to say about this race, man. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Being able to hit multiple enemies within a small radius is just busted. I don't really know what to tell you if you don't agree. Like, look at this. One ability, literally damaging everything. Killed everybody in this area with one ability. It's gonna be the best in grinding. It's gonna be the best in public servers against jumpers. You name it, it's good for any applicable scenario. Cyborg, also going straight godly tier. Ghoul and Angel left, 50-50 chance. Let's see which race we rate next. And it's Ghoul. Ghoul's an interesting one and a bit complex. Now, Ghoul V4 is currently my main race in the game, and it actually does quite a bit. Now, the first ability is called Life Leech, and yes, it sounds familiar, except it's way stronger than what it is in V2. So you guys can see I'm actually kind of low right now, but 10% of the damage I deal to NPCs are now healing me. You guys can see every hit, we hear that little sound effect there, that little doom. 10% of the damage you deal on NPCs will heal your health, but on players it's 40%. So just to give you guys an example, I got really low for my ult right here, but I'm about to do one attack on him, and look at that. I'm already back up to 5,000 health. Another attack, 7,000. That's 2,000 health from one attack. And if you max out the Blood Siphon gear completely according to Wiki, it heals up to 60% on attack. One strategy Ghoul V4 users do whenever they get low is they go up to a big body NPCs to just damage them all, just to start getting a bunch of health, and then go back in the fight, which is honestly both good for PvP and grinding. It's insane. Pair that with the cooldown reduction of V3, this already with this ability alone is crazy. And now let's get into the second ability, which is this black hole you see under me. This is called Domain Expansion, and it does 2 things. First thing being, you see these crows right here. Whenever I dash, these crows attack anybody nearby. See that? The crows are attacking. I'm literally dealing damage just by dashing. Kind of similar to Mink V4. And the second thing it does is whenever someone steps inside my domain, you guys can see it blinds them, it slows them, and it slows down regen. Another factor to this Domain Expansion is it makes cooldowns 20% faster. So you pair it together with the V3, you're gonna be spamming moves all day long. Just to give y'all a perfect example, I'm gonna go Leopard right here, boys. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Finger Revolver. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Another Finger Revolver. All these other abilities. Another Finger Revolver. That's 3 Finger Revolvers in the span of like 2 seconds. Yeah, the spam is crazy with Ghoul V4, which is currently why I'm maining it. But despite how broken it seems, I personally don't think it's just good enough to be in godly tier, but it is gonna go at the top of insane tier. Just my personal opinion, don't get upset at me. And with Ghoul out the way, that leaves only one race left to rate, the Angel race. Let me go ahead and get my V4 bar real quick. Now, Angel V4, one of the most annoying races to deal with. Now, first off, we have Prince of the Skies, the first ability. And as you guys can see, this pose looks pretty fire. We get extra wings and everything. And y'all about to see what Prince of the Skies does. If you jump up and hold space, we can levitate in the air freely if we want. And also, if you jump higher and hold Q, we can glide down, fly up, and run around. This is why I said Angel is one of the most hated races in the game. Commonly in PvP servers, you'll see people do this, heal, and just run away. Now, the secondary ability of Angel is called King's Rule. You guys see this little aura on the ground beneath me? Well, when you go up to somebody, it brings them to their knees, stuns them, and slows their regen. Also deals a ton of damage. Look at that. So let me give you a realistic scenario right here. I'm just an Angel V4 chilling right here, right? Someone comes up to me, stuns me, thinking they're gonna start a combo, but I interrupt their combo instantly because my King's Rule stuns them, and I get an opportunity now to combo them back. This is why Angel V4 is so annoying to deal with. It pretty much negates any combo or fruit that forces you to have to be up in people's faces. And couple that with the fact that you could run away at any time and just swoop back in and combo them. Hey, this makes this easily one of the best races in the game, both for grinding and PvP, to be honest. So I mean, just look at this. Against bosses, you could just straight up stun them and just deal with them this way. It makes boss farming so easy. Look at this. He can't even do anything, bro. He can't even do anything. He gets stunned every second. Easy work. Easy work. Look at this. One of the strongest bosses in the game about to be dead in literal seconds with ease. Just like that. Now for Angel V4, it can't go anywhere else other than straight godly tier, and I'm actually going to put it above Cyborg V4. Now you could argue that Cyborg is better than Angel, but I feel like Angel is more consistent in 1v1s, whereas Cyborg is better for when there's a bunch of people. But this right here is the complete V4 list along with the complete V3 list. In my opinion, I'm putting Draco in first place, Angel in second place, and Cyborg in third. Comment down anything you may disagree with, but I personally feel like this is a pretty accurate tier list. Starting off with one of the most boring races in the game, we have the Mink race. Now this one, I don't even think I have fully upgraded, so we're about to do a trial. Now that the full boot has come out, let's go talk to the redhead, which is over here, and he says you're ready for the next trial. So I don't even have this thing fully mastered out. All right, so we got to do a trial. Trial starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're about to do this trial thing. I need to find the thing. I have 51 seconds to find it. Come on, come on. Damn, I haven't done this thing in a long time. There's no way I fail this, brother. Come on. There we go. Oh, I found it. All right, now we have to just defeat these other two random players, which the second strongest dude is 3.9 million, so I think I should be straight. And boom, 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 boom. Okay. You defeat this guy. All right, all I need to worry about is this guy right here. Come on. Armor breaker. Boom, 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 boom. Typhoon toss. There we go. Yep. I got it. GG. That was crazy. Interact. There we go. I'm about to get the final gear. First, we had Whirlwind for tier 1. Then for tier 2, we had Lightning Cloak. For this one, I'm going to do Upgrade Tornadoes become much stronger. And then Lightning Cloak upgrade allows the user super dash by holding a dash function. I think I'm going to go with that one. All right, let's do that. And that is the final gear. Now all we have left to do is training sessions, which you guys can see right here. It says energy training, improves transformation duration and energy gain, obtained from trainers. So now what we got to do is we got to go back to Redhead. And if we talk to him right now, Ancient One, you're ready for the next upgrade. This will cost you 3,000 fragments. I do not want to spend Robux, so I ain't gonna lie, we got to go on a fragment grinding session. Now there are several methods of obtaining fragments in this game, but before we go ahead and do that, let's show the new race ability we just got. Got to charge up my V4 bar first. Let me just fight these NPCs. I think that'll do it. My V4 bar is going up a decent amount just by beating one of these. What if I just gathered a bunch of NPCs? Maybe that will charge up a lot quicker. Get all them boys up, Soul Guitar. Boom, boom, boom. Look at it. Look at that thing going up quick now. Sheesh. One more hit. And there we go. We have Mink fully charged. Let's go to transform. Now, normally you just have the dashes like this and you have the super speed, but apparently now I have a dash. Oh, what you do is you hold Q and now you have like a charge dash. I didn't even have that before. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. All right, now that we've got that out the way, we've got to get these fragments up because 458 is just not enough to upgrade to the next level of training. Now, one of the best methods I think to farm fragments is doing sea events. So if we go over to Tiki Outpost, spawn a lantern boat, and then we head out to sea. Once we reach a good danger level zone, we can spawn sea events and those will drop good fragments. So if we go ahead and just kill this thing right here, we should be able to get a decent amount of fragments and it's not hard to defeat whatsoever. Magma Shower, Magma Hound, and there we go. We got 75 fragments for that. Damn, that's actually not as good as I thought it would be. I thought it'd get more than that. What we're looking for, I think, is the sea beast give the most. Magma Shower, there we go. Damn, my boat got destroyed, bruh. That is toxic. Okay, take 2. We're looking for a sea beast. Here we go, right here, boys. Let's quickly vanquish this thing. Let's see how much it gives us. Got my friend Ripmarize here. This is about to be a breeze. Take care of this thing. Won't be no problem for us. Volcanic Storm, boom.
And we got 150 fragments for that one sea beast. Okay, that is not bad at all. If we fight a bunch of those, we'll have enough in no time. Got a Terror Shark now. Hopefully this thing drops fragments. If not, I ain't gonna lie, that'd be toxic. Okay, let me just quickly try to take care of this boy. Magma shower. And we got some ghost ships. Okay, this is perfect. All three of these together will give us a bunch of fragments. Got 25 fragments from the ghost ship. Here we go. Here we go. 25 more fragments that I really can't even see anything right now. All I know is the Terror Shark's right over here. And there we go. 300 fragments off the Terror Shark. Okay, perfect. 2,000 more if we get that next upgrade. We need like 1 or 2 more sea events. Another sea beast here. Can't even see anything, but we packing that dude up though. Here he goes. Another 150 frags. Nice. We got a rumbling waters. This is perfect. Tons of fragments there. I'll have to get my V4 bar too, so we'll get some good training off of this. Pop that. 150 frags there. And last sea beast, 3,300. We're ready to go upgrade to the next training. You ready for the next upgrade? This costs you 3,000 fragments. There we go. Buy. And now that we obtained the final gear from the trial and upgraded our race, we have a few more steps to go. So if we talk about the ancient one, he says, it seems that you've mastered the trials. If you're interested, I can help you further with 4 more training sessions. And with these training sessions, it'll make our awakening stronger and last longer. Let's go ahead and press teach me. Come back when you've trained more. If we check the wiki to see our progress, this is where we're at now. Training progress number 1. To get to number 2, we need 10 minutes of awakening time and also 3,250 fragments. And then after that, we have to go through training number 3, 4, and 5. We've got a bit before we can fully master out me. We have a problem though, boys. I need fragments as I got none. And we also need to do training sessions, which means we need to do our awakening. And the only way we could do that is by doing raids. So let's go ahead and do a raid real quick and let's see how efficient this is. We're about halfway through the first time right now. I've already got 2 bars worth of my V4, so I think this is actually going pretty decent. At this rate, we should get a full awakening bar by Island 3. There we go. Island 1 is done, and we're about halfway through. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Here we go. Here we go. Halfway through Island 2. We're almost there, boys. We're almost there. We got about 60% of our bar charged. Just quickly zoom through these. There, we're already almost there. We only need a bar and a half left. Sheesh. Couple more hits, and we'll be at full. 1, 2, 3, and there we go. All right, perfect. Now what I do is I transform into my V4. We got to try to do as much damage to keep it lasting as long as possible, because in order to get to the next training session, we need to have at least 13 minutes worth of awakening time. That might take us a while, I ain't gonna lie. Also, I'm just now realizing this is probably not the most efficient way to train our thing, but we need the fragments, so this is the best thing I can come up with for the moment. My awakening bars is running out quick. What the hell? Okay, yeah. This is not efficient at all. You need to deal a stupid amount of damage to charge that thing. All right, we're at Island 4, but I think my awakening is gonna run out before Island 4 is even done. Goal is to keep this thing on as long as possible, so I need to deal as much damage. I only have like 30% of my bar left, and I've been doing constant damage. This is impossible. This is impossible. And my V4 has just run out. Okay, so this is not efficient whatsoever. Well, the final boss is about to go down now, so if anything, I was just an easy 1,000 fragments. I didn't get much training time, though. And raid done. Easy 1,000. They're saying in chat, we will do 4 more and go back to the temple. All right, sounds like a plan. May not be the most efficient, but I still need the fragments either way. With this, we should at least get a minute or 2 of awakening time, which is not so bad, to be honest. Next raid completed. Another 1,000 fragments. Got 1 more to go, then we go back to the temple. It's a lot of work for just 1 race, man. To think I got 5 more to go after this. About to get my final awakening. After this one, we should have enough to upgrade to the next training session. There we go. Boom. 1 last NPC here. And final raid done. Oh, another 1,000 fragments. We got 5,400. There's no way we don't have enough training sessions now. Ancient one. You're ready for the next upgrade? This will cost you 3,250. Yes, sir. All right, let's buy that. Now we're like 60% done with Mink. We only have 3 more training sessions to go. But instead of doing raids or sea events to get the training, I think I want to try a different method. Straight packing people up in a public server. You know, I need some bounty anyways. We're getting close to that 30 million. If we equip both Shark Anchor and Pale Scarf, now we're able to see where players are at all times. Oh, and there's someone else right here, and you're gonna help me get my bar. Boom, boom, boom. Pack them up. Don't go away. Matter of fact, come in my domain with me. You're here and you're going to help me. Why do they keep resetting? Oh my gosh. I literally only got 2 bars off of him. The issue is, since I'm almost 29 million bounty, these people die too quick. They can't give me much bar. Let's see how much this guy gets me. Let's see how much this guy gets me. Boom. All right. All right. Damn, he only got me to half of my bar. That's crazy. Okay, what about this guy? What about this guy? See, this Buddha, he should get me a lot of bar. Please don't die before I get my awakening. Please don't die before I get my awakening. Oh, damn. He's doing a lot of damage. Perfect. That was just what I needed to get my awakening. All right, now that I got my awakening, your time is up, buddy. You should at least get a couple of minutes of awakening from this guy, at least like 1 or 2. But sadly, your time is up, buddy. Your time is up. GG. Now the goal is just to try to get as many kills as possible so we can keep that thing up. Here we go. Got a full lot of them now. Let's get it. I think this is a 20 million bounty player too. This should charge up my bar. Nice. Boom. Let's get him here. Typhoon toss. Got him there. Boom. Light work. Now I got this damn love user here. You ain't gonna escape from me, buddy. Get off of that damn flamingo, buddy. Nope. Your death is gonna get me my awakening, buddy. Boom. Get him there. Come on. Just a little bit more. Our bar's almost full. Our bar's almost full. Looks like there's a lot of people at Tiki Outpost. Let me go Tiki. Boom. Get him. And I got my awakening. Easy. Now let me just fight these boys. Look at this. Look at this. Fighting these boys is literally keeping my bar full. It's draining, and then it's literally just refilling itself. Look at that. I'm literally back to full already. This dude right here is not about to escape. Boom, boom, boom. Easy. Look at that. My bar's just staying at full by fighting these players. Couldn't find anyone else, so my awakening's about to disappear now, but I feel like that was at least a good 3 minutes of awakening there. One more good fight, and we should be able to get the next training session. I see some players over here at Port Town. What's good, bro? What's good, bro? Boom, boom. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He didn't even have enough health to get me the half bar. Okay. Total mansion. Oh, there's players fighting over here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Need you to charge up my bar, man. If you ain't charging my bar, you're useless to me. And we got our bar. Perfect, 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 perfect. Now what we do? Pack him up. Oh, he literally just ran into my move. And there goes my awakening. All right, I think we should be good enough. Let's go to Great Tree and check with the Ancient One. Also, we're gonna need hundreds of thousands of fragments this video, so instead of grinding out, I've loaded up $50 worth of Robux. That's 16, 32, and here's 48,000 fragments. We should be good for the rest. All right, let's go talk to the Ancient One. There's no way we don't have our next training session done. You ready for the next upgrade? Yes, sir. 3,500. And now let's see what he says next. I can help you further with 2 more training sessions. We are almost completely done with the Mink race. But for these next ones, I ain't gonna lie, we're gonna use the most efficient method of all. Instead of doing all those extra methods, we could just hit our friends, get the bar charged up that way, and then instantly transform. I hit my friend right here. You guys can see my bar's literally going up a lot. That's crazy. It'll only take us about like another 20 minutes. This should be the final transformation here. Ancient One, you ready for the next upgrade? Yes, sir. Now we have 1 more left. My friend just thought of a W idea here to train even faster. He pulled out Phoenix and he's healing us. Then he's just letting me hit him down to get my bar up. That's actually OP. All right, we're back at Redhead Essence. He says, perfect. It seems you've made this power your own. I've done all I can for you. So that is the Mink race completely maxed out. Only took us like 3 hours and we still have 5 more races to go. And for the next race, we're gonna do an interesting one. This is a race I've literally only used once. I haven't even used it since I awakened it a single time. Would you like to change your race to Ghoul again? Yes, sir. Now, just like Mink, I know for a fact I haven't gotten the final gear for this race. So what we've got to do is we have to find a full moon once again and do a trial. Lucky for me, the next moon in my private server is about to be a full moon. Now, before we do that, I need to check with the Ancient One to see if I'm even ready to do a trial. Ancient One, in order to participate in the next trial, we'll have to go through 3 additional training sessions. This will help you last longer transformed. Oh my god, I haven't even done that. That's crazy. Come back when we've trained more. Okay, we've got a lot of training to do if I want to make that full moon trial. My friends say in the chat, we got it easy. Yes, sir. We about to do all 3 of these training sessions before that full moon even comes up. Here we go. My awakening bar is full, and to be honest, I forgot what Ghoul V4 even does. So let's check this out. Sheesh, emo winter in the building, bro. Rip Rise is saying best race. Yeah, bro. What does this thing even do? I think the V3 gives me a 40% quicker cooldown. Oh, damn. Look at that. My blood brain drain is like so quick. It's already off cooldown. Okay, no, that's crazy. Also, I believe I have health orbs. Whenever I hit him, I hear a little doom sound effect. Yeah, look at that. Every time I hit him, my life goes up just a little bit. Okay, so Ghoul V4's got some interesting capabilities to it. I'm not gonna lie. You ready for the next upgrade? This will cost you 2,250. All right, next training done. 1 more left. 1 more left. This is bad. This is bad. A full moon just started, and I don't have enough training sessions to do the next trial. All right, I've been in the farm for about 10 minutes. I think we should be able to get the last training sessions right now. We have like 3 minutes left of the full moon, so we gotta be quick. We gotta be quick. Ancient One, you ready for the next upgrade? Perfect. You ready for the next trial? Say less, say less, say less. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. Where's the Ghoul One? Where's the Ghoul One? Here's the Ghoul One right here. Here's the Ghoul One right here. 3, 2, 1, go. Hopefully time this right. Trial started. Yes, sir. We barely just missed that, boys. We had like 2 minutes to spare. All right, all I gotta do is defeat the enemies to survive. This one's a really easy trial, I ain't gonna lie. Let me exit this, get all these boys. Matter of fact, let me just defeat them all with my sword. Hack them up, boom, easy, light work, light work. Come on, come more NPCs, come more NPCs. One more. What? No. I actually failed the trial. Oh my god, I'm such a seller, bro. Now we need to find a whole nother full moon. That's crazy. All right, boys, we got another full moon. Go ahead and do the trial, and this time, hopefully we don't fail. Trial starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time, I ain't gonna fail. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Pack these boys up. And there we go. All right, bet. Now, some random dude joined us apparently. So we're gonna have to like literally just spam this dude right here. That dude Naruto right there. Boom. We're gonna have to spam him. Oh, he's ice. Actually, let me shift out of Buddha. This boy has gotta die. Hold on. Boom. There he goes. We packed him up. All right, now, Mariah, go ahead and reset for me, man. There we go. Final trial completed for Ghoul. Now I just gotta get that last gear. It's crazy how many races I didn't get the final gear for, man. I cut too many damn corners when it came to awakening these things. All right, here we go. Final gear for this. We have two choices. Domain expansion, upgrade upon dashing. Crows will attack nearby enemies, increases your field range. Or blood siphon, the life leech effect is increased greatly. I think for this one, honestly, I'm gonna go for the dashing crows one. There we go. Final trial. Now what we gotta do is do 5 more training sessions once again with Ghoul. Except this time, we're doing it with the friends the entire way through because I am not about to spend another 2 hours grinding this out. Now with that upgraded gear we just got, when I dash, you guys can see I have these little crows around me. It's actually kind of cool, to be honest. I feel like Tachi or something. And all right, we should have enough to be able to get the first session. There we go. 4 more to go for Ghoul. This is taking so long, man. I have to be in this transformation for 10 minutes, and then after that I have to do 13 minutes, and then after that I gotta do 15 minutes. This is about to take us all day to get all these races. Also, it definitely doesn't help that I can't see anything in Ghoul V4, so it's not like I have anything cool to look at. Okay, we should have a next one available. You ready for the next one? Bet. Now we just have to do that again, except for 13 minutes this time. That should do it for that session. Let's talk to the ancient one. You ready for the next upgrade? There we go. And with that, we now have 60% of the Ghoul race completely mastered out. 2 more sessions to go. Let's speedrun this. There we go. Transform. And now we need to stay transformed for 15 minutes in order to get the next training. And on top of this, I did some math for this. And in order to fully master out each race, it's going to take a minimum of 64 minutes per race to fully master it out. So, man, we ain't here for a long haul, bro. We got at least minimum 4 more hours to go to get the rest of the races. And that's not even factoring in the gears that I haven't gotten for the other races. But let's just make this quick for this training session. 1 more minute left. And we should be good now. Ancient one, let me see. You ready for the next? All right, there we go. We have 1 more transformation left for Ghoul. Let's make it quick.
A few minutes later.
Finally, we have the last Ghoul upgrade. There we go. I felt like it took twice as long as Mink, man. I don't know why. You've made this power your own. I've done all I can for you. Now it's time to move on to the next race. We have 4 remaining. And for the next one, I think I'm going to go with Angel. Hopefully I get Angel the first time. I don't want to have to spend a bunch of ropes to get Angel and Rabbit. Okay, do it again. Let's do it again. Yes, sir. Angel, second time. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Now, the only thing I have to hope is that I have all the gears for this, because otherwise, we're going to need to do another full moon. All right, Ancient One, tell me my fate. Do I need to do another trial? You ready for the next upgrade? This costs you 2,000. Okay, bye. No, I need to do more training sessions. Oh, I need to do another trial. I don't have the last gear. I thought I did a lot of preparation, but it seems like I cut too many damn corners when I was awakening these races, man. Why did I not get the final gear in a lot of these races? All right, we got my Angel V4. Let's check out this transformation. This is probably my favorite one aesthetically. Like, look at that. Bro standing there like a god. Also, what's cool with this is you could literally like fly with this one pretty damn fast, so this is good for running. And on top of it all, man, you could literally make people kneel before you. Look at that. I'm making this man kneel, bro. Where you think you going? Where you think you going, bro? Where you think you going? All right, I quickly just did the training off screen. You ready for the next upgrade? There we go. Now he's saying you're ready for the next trial. All right, so we're gonna get this last gear for Angel that I thought I already had, and then we gotta do the next 5 training sessions over again. And all right, we got the full moon. Now let's just quickly do this trial. I don't even know what the final gear for Angel V4 does, so we gotta figure that out ourselves, man. All right, here we go. Angel right here. All I gotta do is just do some parkour thing. Some of these little clouds be disappearing though, so we gotta be careful with that. All right, so this one in front of me is invisible. No worries, I can just go like this. And last but not least, all right. These boys just gonna reset for me. Trial completed. All right, let's go up to the clock and let's see what the final gear is. King's Rule, all effects are increased greatly. I mean, that sounds kind of boring. Prince of the Skies, all effects are increased greatly. So Angel V4 doesn't get any crazy upgrades for, you know, their tier 2s. Well, for this one, might as well make King's Rule greater. So let's upgrade that. And now we've got to do the 5 training sessions with Angel. You're ready for the next upgrade? Alrighty, that's 1 training session out the way. 4 more to go for Angel. Should be done with the next training session. You ready for the next upgrade? Yes, sir. Now, I forgot to record one, so we only need 2 more remaining that will be done with Angel. Boy, this is taking a lot longer than I thought, man. 15 minutes later, we have the next upgrade, another 3,000 fragments, 1 more training session left, which is going to take us at least another 18 minutes minimum. And finally, we're about to get 100% of Angel V4 awakened. There we go, final upgrade. And he said, we've made this power your own. Yes, I have. That is halfway through the video. We have 3 more races remaining, which are the human race, the cyborg race, and the shark race. And the next race we'll be doing will be determined by what I get from this change race. Rabbit, it. Okay, obviously that's not gonna work. We already awakened that one. What will we get next? What will we get next? Shark it is, man. Shark it is. That's what we're awakening. Now for this one, I hope I have all the gears. I'm pretty sure I do. This is one of the main races I used to use back in the day. I really don't know though at this point. It seems like I've been slacking a lot when it comes to these race awakening videos. Come on, Redhead. Please just tell me I need a couple training sessions. Ancient One, you're ready for the next upgrade. This will cost you 3,000. Oh, I'm pretty sure that means we got all the gears then. Okay, there's buy. Perfect. Talk to him again. 4 more training sessions. Yes, sir. So we already got all the gears for Shark. That means we only need 4 more training sessions before we can get this one fully mastered out. This will be the quickest one we've had to do yet. Bro, I actually haven't even used Shark V4 in so long. This is like kind of OP. Like, look, if I hit him, it slows him down. Puts this little thing around him. And I got this little shark that gives me like a bubble. Like, the more I hit him, the more my bubble increases. You guys can see there. I just accidentally killed him. Let me tell him, my bad, bro. My bad. I'm so happy I got this thing fully maxed out though. That way we can get it done quicker. All right, that should be good enough. Let's go check out the Ancient One. You ready for the next upgrade? Okay, perfect. About 60% done with Shark. We have 3 more training sessions to go. This is about to be our quickest one yet. All right, should be ready to get the next one. Let's see. Hopefully, I don't have to do this again. You ready for the next upgrade? Yes, that's what I love to hear. Bye. How many more we need? 2 more. Light work. I think that means we at least need to wait another 32 minutes before we get this thing fully maxed out. For y'all, though, y'all won't even notice. Power of editing, bro. The power of editing. Next transformation. I feel like I've done this like so many times. I've been doing this for like literally 12 hours. I'm losing my mind. We only have 2 more races to go though. Ancient One, please tell me I'm ready. Yes, it's exactly the words I wanted to hear. You're ready for the next upgrade. By that, to be honest, like after I'm done with this video, like I think I'll be genuinely close to 100%ing Blox fruits. Like what's left after this? Titles? What's after titles? Literally nothing, I don't think. Maybe a few other accessories that I haven't gotten yet. Either way, man, we're so close to 100%ing Blox fruits. But enough of that. Let's focus on just getting this last training session. And we're done, ready for the next trial. That is 100% Shark V4 mastered out. We've made this power our own. 2 races left, and the next one is gonna be Human. Now, aside from Ghoul, this is actually the race I use the least. Like, I can't remember a single occasion where I've actually used Human race, because the V3 is kind of useless, I'm gonna be honest. But in terms of V4s, there is no V4 cooler than the Human V4. Look at that, man. It looks like a demon, straight devious. If someone came to you charging to you looking like this, I wouldn't want to mess with him, man. Look at them eyes. Definitely my favorite race visually, I'm not gonna lie. Now, I'm pretty sure I already have all of the gears for this one, but just to make sure, we're gonna check. You ready for the next upgrade? This will cost you 3,250. Yes, sir. We already have all the gears, and I'm pretty sure I've already trained this one a decent amount. Let's see how many more training sessions we need. Only 3 more. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Yo, we're so close to already mastering out this thing. We're already like 70% of the way done. We just need a few more training sessions, and we're done with this one. Then we have one final race, boys. I've been up for 12 hours grinding all of these things. I honestly didn't think this was gonna be that long of a video, to be honest, but we're almost done. Bro, why don't I use this race more? This is actually so sick. You get dashes that make you invisible, and your moves can't be interrupted when you use moves while invisible. That's crazy. Hold on, let me actually test something real quick. Let me heal him up real quick. Let me do a soul guitar. Let's see how much damage that does. Yo, what? Bro, I just got him like damn near to full. He's almost dead off of 1 move. Nah, okay, you know what? When this is said and done, I might actually main Human before. This is too insane. All right, let's talk back to the Ancient One. I should be ready. You ready for the next upgrade? Just 2 more training sessions. All right, now we're ready for the upgrade. There we go. 1 more training session, and then we have 1 final race, which is Cyborg. The finish line is near. This will all be worth it in the end, though, because all of my races will be fully maxed out, which means whenever I'm getting jumped in a public server, my V4 will literally last like 10 minutes long. All right, I'm pretty sure I've been doing it for long enough. Let's see if we're ready for the final upgrade. Yes, we're ready for the next upgrade. This will cost you 4,000. Let's buy that. It seems you've made this power your own. I've done all I can for you. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. We've got maxed out Human V4. And with that, we have 1 final race left to awaken. And it is the Cyborg race, which we can only obtain in the second sea, similar to Ghoul. So let's make our way over there. Let's teleport to lab, talk to this thing over here, and there we go. We have the Cyborg race. Now, I've used this race quite a bit, so I'm pretty sure I have all the gears for this one, but we're just gonna go confirm ourselves. I'm almost 100% certain that I have all of the gears for this one. In fact, I'm so confident that if I don't have all the gears, I will actually give away a random permanent Kitsune. All right, Ancient One, do not make me do this, man. You ready for the next upgrade? 3,500? Yes, sir. Ooh, wee. I swear I would have actually given away that permanent Kitsune if I didn't have the gears. Let's do that, and I think now we only have have like 2 more. Yo, this is the furthest progression one I've had. I knew it. W. We just need 2 more training sessions, and we've got this one fully mastered out. We're about like 80% done with Cyborg right now. You know what? I have the perfect method for Cyborg to master this out quick. So unlike the other races, Cyborg, when you're in V4, it has these things called orbs, which allow you to attack any NPC or person in the nearby area. Now, this makes it very easy for us to farm our awakening. All we need to do is go over the chocolate land, hit these NPCs. Here we go. My V4 bar is charging up really fast. As you guys can see down there, like this thing charges up quick. We'll have it in just a few seconds. Matter of fact, I think we'll have it within these NPCs. Let me pack these boys up. There we go. Already got that thing. Okay, boom. Cyborg V4. Now look, boys. I hit one of these NPCs, it instantly hits all the nearby ones. See that? Look at my bar. It's not even dropping right now, and it's literally staying full. So you know what that means, boys? We have a quick little training montage. It wouldn't be a Clouds video without a training montage, man. Couple more seconds and it'll be 15 minutes. 3, 2, 1, and we should be good. Okay, you ready for the next upgrade? Bye. We have 1 more training session left. 18 minutes from now, it'll be completed. 3 more seconds, boys. 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and it's been 18 minutes. Let me stop my little timer and let's make our way over to the final upgrade of the video. I'm so happy. I've never been so happy to finish a video. Actually, I take that back. I feel this way every time I do Noob to Pros, but this one in particular was so boring for me, man. Ancient One, make this power mine. Yes, sir. Final upgrade. Bye. There we go. It seems you've made this power your own. I've done all I can for you. All 6 races completely awakened and all 6 races fully upgraded to max. We are now 1 step closer to 100%ing Blox fruits, boys. And y'all couldn't have known the grind this took me. Comment down what y'all want to see next. Here's a wheel with a bunch of anime characters that have similar powers in Blox fruits. Let's spin it and hopefully we get a good character for the first one. Okay, let's see what we get. And we get... No, Zuko? I did not want to waste this one first. And the first boss we're going to be fighting is the Gorilla Key. I'm about to firebend this boy to death. Sheesh. Zuko in the building. Even with stats matching his, we're about to pack this boy up. Look at this. Boom. Fire bullets. And last but not least, let's hit him with this fire fist. I know technically Zuko's not an anime character, but you know what? Allow it. And for the next boss we're going to be fighting, Buggy the Clown. Spin the wheel once more. Hopefully I don't get too good of an anime character this time. I want to save the good anime characters for later. And we get, oh my god, Killua from Hunter x Hunter. Killua for this is pretty overkill. I'm not going to lie. We got the electric claw because, well, obviously his power is lightning. And as you can see, we've done a few moves and Bobby is already under half health. Like, let me hit this. Thunderclap and Flash. Boom. We just straight up demolished that, man. This is too overkill. Y'all gotta admit, though, this is a fire Killua cosplay. Y'all gotta admit. Now, Bobby may have been super easy, but for our third boss, we have Middletown, and we're gonna be fighting the Saw boss, otherwise known as Arlo. I'm low-key wasting all of my good anime characters early on. Please just give me someone bad. No, I wanted this one for later, bro. Sung Jin Woo. Goodbye, Killua. Hello, Sung Jin Woo. Now, for Sung Jin Woo, we're using Shadow and Midnight Blade just because I think these 2 abilities make the most sense for his abilities in the anime, since he can, like, summon shadows and whatnot. I've actually never read Solo Leveling, so you know what? I'm just gonna try my best. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. Let's pack up Saw. Boom. Hit him with this Shade Nest. I don't know if he did any of this in the manhwa, bro. Let me know down in the comments below if I should read Solo Leveling. I may give it a chance. We got the Saw right under half health, though, so it looks like our little powers are working for us, boys. Oh, he's backing us up. Oh, 40 health, 40 health, 40 health. I do not want to lose one of my lives here. I did not want to lose one of my lives here. We gotta chill. Let me get some health back. Portal opening. Yes, sir. Hit him with that Midnight Blade. There we go. There we go. There we go. Get him there. And you know what? Let's finish this off with Umbrage. Sheesh. There we go. Saw down. Not gonna lie, Sung Jin Woo was actually not that good. I definitely would not have wanted to get this later on in the video. Now that we got that boss down, we're moving up to the snow monster himself, the Yeti. And let's see what anime character the wheel will choose for me this time. Hopefully, I don't get nothing good. I need to save these good ones for last. No, please. Frieza. I really wanted to save this one for later. I'm not gonna lie. Now for Frieza, hear me out, boys. Hear me out. We have Buddy Sword and we have Flame, specifically the V move. But as you can see, I currently don't look like Frieza, so let's change that. Black Frieza. Now hear me out. The reason why we chose Buddy Sword is because the X move has Death Beam. That looks pretty damn accurate if you ask me. And of course for the Flame, Hell's Core is Death Ball. Sheesh. Now Black Frieza is really overkill for the Yeti. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually upset I got this one. I wanted to save this for later. I thought it was gonna be lit to have this up my sleeve for the later bosses, but you know what? It's all good. It's all good. Death Beam. Yes, sir. Packing this man up. Let me hit him with that death ball. Sheesh, bro, don't even got a single chance. And you know what? While we're at it, fire blows could technically just be some key blasts, right? Yeah, that totally looks like a Dragon Ball move. You've put up a good fight till now, Yeti. Now it's time to end this with this death ball. Yeah, Black Freezer was super overkill for that boss. Let's see which anime character I end up getting next. I would like to get rid of a bad character like Krillin or something like that. Nope. Looks like we're getting one of the best characters, Kaido. And unfortunately for us, this is a terrible pick this early on because we're fighting the mob leader. Nobody even knows who this boss is. So you know what? Let's hit him with that fire shower. Kaido's specialty move. Oh my god, bro's literally almost just died off that. That is actually sad. You know what, mob leader? I'll just go ahead and put you out there, Missouri. Boom. Straight up 3-shot at that man. Like every time I fought the mob leader, I ended up getting some of my best characters. Rest in peace, Kaido. At least this next boss is slightly more worthy of a good character because we have the Vice Admiral. Bro's running his triple katana. And for his opponent, give me something like Krillin or just something bad in general. Ooh, I mean, that's not bad, but I would have preferred to say that for later. Rengoku. Now with this character, it's really easy because they literally have his sword in the game. We're Rengoku and we have the Rengoku blade here. All we get is our sword with this one. Sword user versus sword user. Let's see how this goes. Let's go ahead and pack him up. Boom. Let's hit him with that Demon Slayer. Rengoku. Boom. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Packing that man up. Got him with the burn damage and everything. He's already almost dead. He's already almost dead. It's too bad Rengoku couldn't catch W's like this in the anime, man. If he would, this man would be unstoppable. Let's end this here, though. Fire breathing. Rengoku. Burning. Wait, what the heck? Where did he go? Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Bro ruined my whole epic damn chant. All right, let's go ahead and just finish it off here. There we go. Vice Admiral down. Tried to make that epic for real, but bro didn't want to let me. Who do we get to use next? We've used up a good amount of decent characters, but for this next one, Levi. Okay. You know, this is not bad. This is not bad. One of the fan favorites. Bro, it's like I've got actual ODM gear from Attack on Titan. This is sick. Now, as for who Levi will be fighting, this is going to be a menacing one, boys. The saber expert, red-haired Shanks. Now, Spider was the only choice that made sense for Levi because obviously, you know, the ODM gear, they'd be swinging around town, flying around. But Cullis also makes sense because we have Quiet Rush, which kind of like looks like his little spinning attack move from the anime. So let's see if we can do it like how he does in the anime, swing around town with the ODM gear. You know what I'm saying? Boom, swoop down there, swing in there, boom. Hit him like that. Sheesh. Hitting him with the Beyblade combo. Hit him with the Beyblade combo. Dip out of there. Actual Levi would be proud, bro. The way I'm moving around, my movement right now. Sheesh. This man, red hair, don't even know what's going on. I'm not gonna lie, this whole fighting style is actually really impractical. I'm running out of energy quick. And we have dealt like all of like 0 damage to this man's. Hold up. This is not how it ends. Air slash. Boom. Let's pack him up. Let's slice and dice him. Hit him with the Beyblade move. Boom. Oh my god, dude, 25 health. Oh, yo. No shot I'm about to lose one of my lives on this guy. Bro. Please. Boom. Get him there. Let me activate Haki. Levi totally did that in the anime, bro. This is so cursed, boys. I don't think I can fight this man like this. This is crazy. Let me go ahead and get you out of this area. I can't farm you in here. Wait, he can't leave? He can't even leave the air. Oh my gosh, boys. We can't fight him like this. Hold on, boys. The little sword Beyblade trick is actually starting to work. We're starting to make a dent in this man's health. Hold on, let me swing around. Boom. Dash over here. Yep. Hit him with that high movement just like Levi would. Mans can't even see me. I'm here 1 second, gone the next. Yo, we're actually cooking, boys. Sheesh. Hold on. Let me back up. Let me retreat just like how Levi would. Getting low. Can't let him regen. Swoop in. Get a couple hits. Swoop out. We got him under half, boys. It's working. Oh, 77 health. That's not good. Hold on. Let me dash around. I can't lose one of my lives here. I cannot lose one of my lives here. Remember, boys, if I lose all my lives... Oh my god, no, bro. That right there is one of our lives down. But you know what? We gotta go ahead and finish the job before he just regened. Oh my gosh, we have to kill him all over again then. That right there was one of my lives, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 remaining, and if I lose the rest of them, I have to give away every permanent mythical fruit in the game. That is like hundreds of dollars right there. So I don't want to do that, which means we've got to cook this man's right here, right now. Let's hit him with the Levi special one more time. Dash around, boom, and saber down. I let you down, Levi. That was terrible gameplay on my part. On the bright side, we got that terrible character out the way. We won't have to get him later in the video. We're gonna start needing to get some good characters now. We can see it's heating up quickly. And we get him, Ichigo, literally him. Now with Ichigo, we get only one thing and one thing only, the Dark Blade. Why? Because of this little ability right here, which looks just like his Getsuga Tensho in the anime. And for my opponent, I'm gonna be fighting the Warden himself. This is actually kind of fitting, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and just make this quick because we gotta lock in, boys. We can't afford to lose anymore. I'm not taking this guy guy lightly. We're gonna hit him with our final attack right off the rip. Getsuga Tensho. Already under half. Sheesh. Let's hit him with these M1s. And bro is done. That was actually really easy. Like, I don't even feel satisfied. Like, does this look like the face of a satisfied person? No, I don't think so. Who do we get next? Ooh, that's interesting. Gaara. That was pretty self-explanatory what I get as Gaara. We obviously get the sand fruit. That's literally just what he does in the anime. Sand coffin right here. Sandstorm. And since it's all pretty damn accurate, I could literally just use every single ability from here. I don't have to limit myself. Just because Gaara pretty much does all these in the anime. Let's be real. Let's go ahead and just make this quick though. Boom. Desert Blade. Hit him with that sand coffin. Sandstorm. Yeah, this is so fire, bro. This is so fire. I can just use all the abilities because Gaara did every single one of these in Naruto. One more should do it. Sand coffin. Just for good measure. Sandstorm. That should do it. Light work. All we have is one final boss on the prison remaining. Swan. Random wheel. What fate will you choose for me? Oh no. Oh no. I didn't want to use this one this early. Eren Yeager. Now there's only one fruit that makes sense to use as this particular character. The Buddha fruit. Sheesh, man, it's becoming a straight Titan myself. I'm afraid this man Swan has no chance, not against my Buddha powers. Let me just hit him with everything. Titans totally did this in the anime. Tell you what, they did do this. Definitely grabbed the dude like that. They didn't do none of this though, I will say that. Twilight of the Gods, that I just pulled that straight up out of nowhere. Let's go ahead and just make this quick and easy. You know what? Since Eren is the attack Titan, I will allow myself to use M1s with this. But to make this canon, I will finish this off in style like this. Retribution Dash. Boom. Slam him down. Totally canon. We've seen Titans do that plenty of times. 5 bosses left in First Sea. At this point, I'm hoping to get actually some decent ones. We're getting towards the end of First Sea, which means bosses are going to start heating up. Let's see what we end up getting. Oh, Sukuna. Now, hear me out, boys. Hear me out. You can't say this ain't a fire Sukuna fit. For the boss I'm going to be touching down with, it's going to be Magma Admiral. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I using Spin and Dragon Talon with Sukuna? Well, for Razor Wind, we have the Dismantle and Cleave move, and the same could be said for Air Slasher somewhat. For Dragon Talon, we have the X move, which is Sukuna's Foog. Can't tell me we ain't cook with that one, boys. Sheesh, we cooking. Hit him with that cleave, boom. You know what? Let's even use Talon Lighter. Grab that, man. That's something Sukuna totally did right there, bro. And technically, Infernal Vortex, that right there, he definitely did that in the anime, bro. When he exploded that whole thing, sheesh. Ooh, yeah. Hit him with that. Boom. Dice him up with this. Dice him up with this. Oh my gosh. We are cooking, boys. We are cooking with Sukuna. It was nice knowing you, Magma Admiral, but it's time for you to say goodbye. This ain't even the strongest form of Sukuna either, boys. But I wasn't trying to spoil y'all. And with Magma Admiral out the way, our next boss is at Underwater. And in this building here, we have Fishman Lord. And his opponent that he will be facing, no, Rob Lucci. Oh, I didn't want to lose Leopard this early. That is a L. That is a L. Well, we got our first One Piece character of the video. I've sprinkled out a few of them throughout it. Let's go ahead and just make this quick since we've got Leopard. Obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory what Rob Lucci's abilities are. We have the Leopard Fruit, ability to transform into Leopard, and use Rokushiki abilities. This boy about to get all the Leopard spam up his back. Pause. Boom, boom. And last but not least, boom. That was so damn underwhelming, bro. The spam, he just couldn't handle it. 3 bosses in First Sea left. To reach our next boss, you've got to go to Sky Islands, go up this little cloud, break this little area here. He will be right over here. We have Whisper. Back to the Wheel of Doom. Let's see which random anime character I'll get. Oh, no. Oh, no, bro. Why? Luffy with the rubber fruit. And you know, we got to go with the Gear 5 for this. Let's make this quick. Boom. Bam. Bop. Bada bop. Boop. Pow. Sheesh. That man could not stand up to the Gear 5. Not today. We have 2 bosses in First Sea remaining. And if we go all the way over here, we'll run into our next one, which is one of Luffy's easiest enemies, Thunder God in now. Second to last boss in First Sea. Let's see which anime character we end up getting for this. No. Oh my gosh. Naruto. That's literally my best character in the entire kit. And we got him in First Sea. I ain't gonna lie, this outfit of Naruto is pretty cursed, but we got the Kitsune. Sheesh. Kurama turn blue, boys. Kurama turn blue. Now we could pretty much use most of the abilities from Kitsune. Like for example, this M1 here. Naruto definitely did something like that. As you can see, we've evolved to have 2 tails. It really just almost like Naruto's Biju mode in game. Main ability we got though that we're gonna be using, Foxfire Disruption or Tailed Beast. Bomb. Looks exactly like how it did in the anime. I suppose we also could use this just because it's just a rush, which Naruto did in the anime as well. As for Curse Enchantment and Tales of Burning Agony, I won't use those because those are the least similar to what he used in the anime. But enough wasting time. It's time to finish this with Tail Beast. bomb. Hey, man, he ain't got nothing on Naruto. This was literally our strongest anime character of the video, I promise. And unfortunately, because we used him now, we won't get to use him again later in the video. And now for the final boss in First C, Cyborg Frankie. Can I just get like a trash character? Feels like I've used all my aces in First C. Just give me something bad, please. Oh, that's fitting. We just got Naruto, so of course we gotta get Sasuke next. I am an Avenger. Okay, that was cringe, I'm not gonna lie. Now with Sasuke, we have 3 different things. We get Gravity Cane, which I'm not gonna use in the moves. We just have it for the sword. We get Rumble, which I'm only gonna use for Sky Judgment. Kidding. Boom. And then we get Dragon Talon, which I'm only going to use for this move. Fire Style. Fireball Jutsu. Boom. Ember Annihilation. Makes perfect sense to me, boys. This is a good Sasuke if you ask me. Closest build we can get to Sasuke in game. Weave those, weave those, weave those. I'm hit it with that Fire Style Jutsu. Boom. This is a perfect Sasuke if you ask me, man. Perfectly accurate to the anime. Cyborg Frankie's right under half, though. We got this in the bag. We got this in the bag. Slice and dice him with the swordsmanship. Slice and dice him with the swordsmanship. Boom. Back up. Fire Style Fireball Jutsu. Oh, we're 200 health, we're 200 health, 200 health. You know what? I gotta hit the dash combo. I gotta hit the dash combo, bro. Let me snipe him here. Boom. Let's end this in style, ladies and gentlemen. Let's end this in style. Kidding. Disappear with the thunderclap. Boom. Wait, that didn't kill him? All right, you know what? I'll end this with the Fire Style Fireball Jutsu. Katon. Go Kakio no Jutsu. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Sheesh. Feels like I used up most of my good characters first C, but we still got some good ones in the rotation left. Let's see what we get for the second C boss. And we get... Ooh, interesting. Saitama. And for our first boss of second C, we have Diamond. And with Saitama, we only get Superhuman, nothing else, because, well, he literally only uses his fist in the anime, no weapons or anything like that. Now, we can't use any of the abilities other than Beast Hour Pounce, which I'm gonna say is consecutive normal punches. Pretty fire if you ask me, boys. But all we get is just our fists against this man. I think we should be straight with it, though. As long as we just dodge and weave, use our abilities, we should be good. It's time to finish him off here. There we go. And another M1 there. Finished him off with just a normal punch. Who do we got next? The useless spring user, Jeremy, and his opponent. Let's see what anime character we get next. It'd be nice to get a different anime. But we're back to One Piece, it seems, with Whitebeard. The One Piece is real. All right, enough anime impressions for today, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it's hurting my voice, man. Let's make this quick. Let's be real. Jeremy ain't got no chance, and he definitely wouldn't in the anime against Whitebeard. Whitebeard would literally sneeze at this man's, and he'd probably get backed. I almost feel bad. There's literally nothing Jeremy could do that could hurt me right now, man. I could be deliberately trying to sell, and I'd still probably win. This next ability will end it all. Fatal Demolisher, straight into the dual tsunami. There he goes. Third second C boss of the video. We have the Blind Warrior, Fajita, and we get Natsu. Yes, sir. Now, Natsu is a very simple character to get down. I mean, he just uses fire abilities throughout the anime. So we're using Dragon Breath with all of the fire abilities in here. Pretty damn accurate if you ask me. That's all we get, just the fire abilities. The rest, we're just gonna have to cook. Oh my gosh, my health. Okay, Natsu is not cooking. Natsu is not cooking right now, bro. Either that or I just gotta lock in. Let me try to avoid it. Let me try to avoid it. Uh-oh. Hit him with that. Get him there, get him there, get him there. Let me hit him with this. Boom, boom, boom. Hit him with Drive Explosion. Oh my god, I'm 900 health. I'm 900 health. Come on, Natsu. Come on, Natsu. What is it? What is it your anime does? Power of friendship? Well, unfortunately for me, I've got no friends in here. Literally, it's just me in the server. Maybe that's why I'm losing right now. All right. We've got Fajita right about half health. It appears my strategy seems to be working. No. That is another life right there. Natsu, you're not cooking for me. You're so garbage. You are so garbage. We have only one life remaining, ladies and gentlemen. If we lose it, we have to give away every permanent mythical fruit in the game. So I've got to lock in. No more games. No more Mr. Nice Natsu. No more Mr. Nice Natsu. We're about to lock in and hit him with that Fire Dragon Roar. Boom. Finish off with this. Okay, that didn't finish him, but this should right here. Okay, that also didn't finish him, and we're getting low once again, but there we go. I would say that was very much in Natsu style right there. Lose the first battle, come back, win the next battle due to the power of friendship. Okay, that was actually really cringe, I'm not gonna lie. Let's just move on to the next character. Now I'm starting to worry. Now I don't want to get any bad characters. And just as I say that, we get Krillin. Luckily, the boss we're fighting is not difficult at all because we're fighting Smoke Admiral. Now you're probably wondering why I decided to choose Diamond for Krillin. Because since we have to use Encrust, I no longer look like Krillin. But the thing is, we have this move here called Solar Flare, which is one of Krillin's main abilities in the anime. And then we also have this move right here, Diamond Tail, which I guess you could consider blue key blasts. So yeah, that's what we're using, boys. It's Krillin for you. All right, Smoke Admiral. You know you would never stand a chance against Krillin in Dragon Ball. Let's go ahead and just make this quick. Solar Flare. One more attack should do it. Solar Flare. Smoke Admiral down. Krillin actually putting in work cooking for once. Sheesh, if only he did that in the anime. Now, so far, we've had a pretty decent time with the bosses. Yes, we've died twice, but we've managed to get through every single boss. This next one, though, I'm actually terrified of. Don Swan. This boss is terrifying because when you get him low, he goes into a second phase where he regens all his health and his damage gets increased. So if there's any boss where we need to get something good, it's this one. It's literally this one. Please, Wheeler, give me something good. And Spider-Man. I know what you're thinking. This is not an anime character, but I needed a couple filler spots, so Spider-Man fits. Yes, sir. Spider-Man in the building. Well, specifically Miles Morales, just because I like him better. Now, I'm not gonna lie, we literally couldn't have gotten a better fruit to face this guy than the fruit he literally uses himself. Like, this is just fate here, boys. I won't use Heavenly Punishment just because that is like the least spider move of them all. However, all the other ones I will use as, you know, they seem like a something Spider-Man could be able to do. All we have to do is just run and just weave and we should be straight. I'm like literally so glad we ended up getting this fruit because if not, I think we would have died otherwise. He should be transforming to phase 2 very soon, right about now. There he goes. Okay, now he's at phase 2. He's gonna deal more damage and he went back to full health. He also has a few new moves to his move kit. Oh, that's good damage right there. Let's go long range. Thermal laceration. Okay, yep, avoid that, avoid that. He's right under half. We got this, we got this. One more move should do it. Boom, and Swan down. That was one of the bosses I was worried about most in Second Seed, but we just barely managed to get through it. Although we're not out free and clear yet because we still got 2 very strong Second Seed bosses to get through. And the first one is Awakened Ice Admiral. Now I'm praying we start getting some of the good characters because we cannot afford to die anymore. We've almost made it to the end, boys. No, that's actually the worst one I could have got. No, Spike Spiegel. Now, I'm sure a lot of you don't know what this guy is from, but he's from the anime Cowboy Bebop. And in that anime, the main thing he uses is guns, like pistols and weapons like that. So unfortunately, the only thing we get is this flintlock. Let's see how much damage this does at least. 1M1 does 1652. Okay, let me use disabling shot. Okay, let me use rapid gun. Okay, you know what? Maybe we can make this work. Maybe we can make this work. If we just outrange him and don't get hit by his stuns, we should be straight. All we have to do is just keep shooting this man. Boom. Oh, we're doing pretty good damage. 4,156. That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm literally in the air. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me hit him with this. Boom. Let me hit him with this rapid gun. Yes, sir. We hit him with that American style. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's finish it off with this rapid gun. Boom. Ice Admiral actually went down with ease. And all we had was just a flintlock. Okay, Spike. Okay. I was sleeping on you at first, but I wasn't recognizing your game. Now we have our final boss in the second seed. We got through this one quick compared to first seed. Tide Keeper. This boss I'm also a bit worried about because he has the ability to summon his own sea beast and hit you with that double team combo. So we kind of need to get something good for this one. I can't settle for something bad. Please give me a good anime character. Please. Oh, that's interesting. Yami. That is not bad. Now, I haven't personally watched Black Clover yet, but I know in the anime he uses dark magic, so the dark fruit is perfect for him. Let's go ahead and cook this man up with the dark magic. Sheesh. Darkness World. Hopefully he did this ability in the anime. I don't know which one specifically he did. I just know he has dark magic, so we're using it all, boys. Uh-oh. Already? The fight just started. Why are you 2v1ing me already, bro? All right, no worries, no worries. We got the dark fruit. I think I can cook with this. He's literally interrupting my move. Okay, this is gonna be tough. This is actually gonna be tough. No worries, no worries, no worries. Let me weave that. Yep, can that. Genius. Let me wait till he does his roar. Do this. Okay, get some good damage there. Boom. What? Oh my gosh, yo, why did the dimensional slash teleport me to the damn sea beast? Not good. This is not good. My health. Okay. Hold on, boys. We gotta lock in. By locking in, we gotta run. Can that? Okay. Well, the darkness. Hit him there. Okay. Ooh, 1400 health. This is like an unwinnable battle, boys. We're on our last life, ladies and gentlemen. I can't afford to make any mistakes. We have to play this perfectly. Oh my God. Ooh, 900 health. We need to leave. I'm not taking no more chances. This has been a difficult fight, I'm not gonna lie, but it looks like we're just gonna barely be able to pull through and make it to the third seed. Just 7 more bosses to go through. Luckily for us, the remaining characters, except for one, all are pretty solid. I think we should be good, ladies and gentlemen. We may be able to pull this off. And we get Gone. Okay. Now, for our build with Gone, we actually have an interesting build. I mean, we're using Bomb in Superhuman and Ghoul, but hear me out. With the Bomb fruit, specifically targeted Bomb, we have the John Ken Paper. Well, if you use your imagination, that is. And with Bomb Grab, this is kind of like John Ken Rock. I mean, like, it's a close range move and it's explosion. Seems pretty close to me. And Superhuman, obviously, well, Gone is just basically, he's an enhancer in the anime, so it just makes sense to have Superhuman. John Ken Paper. And with that John Ken Rock,
And while we're on the topic, for the last thing, the reason we have Ghoul is so we can do the Gone Anger transformation. Sheesh. It's the closest thing I can get, ladies and gentlemen. It's the closest thing I can get. John Kent Rock. Let's finish it off with John Kent Paper. Sheesh. That's pretty damn accurate if you ask me. This is exactly how Gon looked in the anime. Next boss, Island Empress. Only a few more characters we can get left. Let's see which one we get now. Ooh, we get Pain. Now, unfortunately for us, Pain is going to be a tough one. All we can use is Superhuman X, which is technically Almighty Push, and then Gravity Cane Z, which is Universal Pull. Those are the two moves I've allowed myself to use with this just because those are the only ones that make sense. I can also M1s just because, well, Pain can obviously punch with his fists. Hit him with that Universal Pull though. And let's just keep going to town. Let's keep going to town, Island Empress. Almighty Push. Hit it with that Universal Pull. Yes, sir. This world shall know pain. Especially Island Empress. She about to know pain after this. Sheesh. Oh, she's actually fighting back. Hold on. Let me stop that real quick. Let me stop that real quick. Oh, my health. Okay, you know what? I think it's time to pull out Shinra Tensei. I'm really low right now, but so is she. I think we got this, boys. I think we got this. It's time to finish this off with one more Shinra Tensei. Sheesh. Only a few more bosses left, ladies and gentlemen. I think we got like 4 more to go. We have been on a roll. Let's see if we can keep this up. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This is what I wanted to get out the way. No, not him. Not him. Oh, well. Todoroki. That's not bad. But you know what? I think Todoroki's actually a really good pick here. We only get the ice fruit, unfortunately, but I think that'll be just enough to deal with this lady. In fact, it should be perfect. We get M1s. We get freeze. We get the stun. Look at this. Stun him there. M1 M1. And we get the accuracy. Glacial Shards. Todoroki 100% did that in the anime, like no joke. If only I could tap into Todoroki's flame side, that would be dope. But you know what? I'm grateful we got the ice side at least. Because this, golly, boys, we are cooking. Like, look at this, bro. Look at this. Finish her off with some M1s. Oh. I'm getting low. But you know what? We finished it off with a cold storm. But for the next boss, we will be going up against the Captain Elephant. Low-key, I want to get Genos out the way because he uses such a trash fruit that I don't want to have to deal with. And we end up getting Gojo instead. Now, this Gojo one may be a bit of a stretch, I'm not going to lie. But we've got blue here, we've got red here, and of course with the ultimate we've got hollow purple, if you use your imagination. Kind of cheesing, I ain't gonna lie, kind of cheesing. But you know what? We'll take it because this is the closest thing we got to Gojo's abilities in game. Now based off of how this is going, there's no way we're gonna lose because obviously Gojo's the strongest. So let me not waste your time. Let's make this quick. Reversal red, and now let's finish it off with this. Yoimo. Yo, I'm on point with the anime impressions today, boys. Sheesh. We may have won with the Gojo because obviously he's the strongest, but this next boss I'm a little worried about. I'm not gonna lie. We have Beautiful Pirate. Similar to Don Swan, he has a second phase where he gets stronger and goes back to full health. If there's any boss I should be worried about, it's this one right here. Unless we get like Goku or something, because Goku will cook. And we get my worst nightmare. Genos. Rocket and Bazooka. We're cooked. We're cooked, boys. We're cooked. I mean, at the very least, it's a good Genos cosplay. I mean, gotta give props for that. And you know what? Forget that. We're gonna give it our all, boys. We're gonna get it our all. We're not just gonna sit here and give up. We made it this damn far throughout the video. We're gonna get this W. We're packing this man up. I'm telling you right now, we're packing this man up. I also switched over to Cyborg just because it makes sense. That's literally what Genos is. I have no idea how we're gonna be able to pull this off with just Cyborg, Bazooka, and Rocket, but we're gonna try. Fortunately, though, I don't even have all the abilities on my bazookas. So this is really scuffed, boys. This is really scuffed. I do have Cyborg though, so I'm allowing myself to use V4 if we end up getting it, that is, just because that's exactly what Genos would do in the anime. Mans would get upgraded just to be able to do V4. I promise you he would. We do get the Cyborg V3, which is going to help us deal extra damage and take less damage, so that is good. But you know what? Low-key a strat, I can use the Bazooka M1s. I don't even have to get close to them. Oh, that's fire. That's fire. We actually may have this one in the bag, boys. We actually may have this one in the bag. And the M1s actually do a good amount of damage. Look at that. 2,832 per M1. We've done well to last this long, but I think we may be able to go all the way and finish this boy off. We're not losing here, boys. Not without a fight, at least. He just went to second phase. Now all we gotta do is just re-deal all the damage we just dealt, and he just attacked me once. I'm almost dead, boys. Oh my god. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Okay. We just gotta play it safe. We should be good. Ultimate crash out. Let's get it. Let's get it. Boom. We got V4. We got V4. There's no way we're gonna lose. No way we're gonna lose. No way we're gonna lose with V4, boys. One more hit. Airstrike. There we go.
finally. Oh my gosh, that was so close. That was so close, but somehow we managed to end up doing it with Genos. The literal worst build of the video, I'm not gonna lie. With beautiful pirate out the way, we have 2 final bosses remaining. And up next, we got Longma. We got the hardest one out the way, ladies and gentlemen. Smooth sailing from here. Hopefully we can get something good. And we get Nezuko. Really? I was not expecting to get her this video. I ain't gonna lie, Longma, you going down, bruh. You going down. All we get as Nezuko is Sanguine Art and Ghoul Race. But against Longma, I think we shall be fine, boys. We're gonna be straight. This is actually pretty accurate to her powers, like fully in the anime, bro. Like, this is how her powers actually looked. So this is fire. We got Ghoul too, so we can keep just spamming our abilities over and over and over and over again. This is gonna be easy breezy lemon squeezy. Look at it. Look at it. Straight in the corner. Can't even fight back. Can't even fight back. Got my V3, Devour of Worlds once again, Scarlet Tear, Bloodbane Drain, finish him off with just the M1s. That man out there screaming for help, can't even do anything about it. Getting packed up by a little girl, bro. Really? Getting packed up by a little girl? Just like that? Come on, Longma. Come on, Longma. Who would have thought Nezuko would be one of the best anime characters of the video? That was just straight up easy. One final boss stands in my way, ladies and gentlemen. One final boss and 1 life left. Can we win? All depends on which character I get from here. We can either get Tanjiro, Zoro, Madara, or Goku. Let's go ahead and spin and see which one we end up getting. I hope for my sake, I hope we get Goku. And yo, this is actually fitting. This is actually fitting, boys. Goku, the strongest for last. Final fit of the video. Goodbye, Nezuko, and hello, Goku. Sheesh, this is such a fire Goku fit. Now with Goku, we're using Godhuman fighting style, Ghost, and Human race. And you're probably wondering why I'm using Ghost, but you know what? Just let me cook. Just let me cook. I'll explain it shortly. So with Godhuman, obviously, this is just tailor-made for Goku. I mean, this fighting style, Goku does every single one of these things in the anime. Human, if we end up getting V4, it's gonna be like Kaioken. But as for Ghost, we have Cross the Underworld, which is basically Kamehameha. That's the closest thing to Kamehameha in the game, boys. Let me cook, boys. Let me cook. Now, hopefully we can end up getting Kaioken. Oh, I just got the craziest sniper right there. That was actually insane. Let me hit her with that Kamehameha. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? That just totally just Kamehameha. Hold on, let me chill. Let me run around. Please. Don't hit me. Sniper there. Hit her with these. Get like this. Oh, she still sniped me. Okay. Keep me V3. Yes, sir. We get increased damage. Weave that. And 1 Probably would have been better me using Rumble now that I think about it, because Spirit Bomb, but you know what? I wasn't really thinking in the moment, to be honest. Get her there. Boom. Get her like these. Should be good. Yep, avoided that. Actually, we didn't avoid that. I got hit straight on by that. Score on. We have 2,700 health remaining, boys. We gotta chill. Okay, how that? Oh, I avoided that, then walked into it. Okay, boys. This is really tough. I'm about to die, but so is she. How will this end? I'm still only 50% of my V4 bar. I don't think we're gonna get V4 this fight. We can't rely on it. So I've gotta beat her this way. Okay. Avoid that. Hit her with the Kamehameha. Woo, wait, we're cooking, boys. Going with the Soaring Beast. No! Oh my god, that was crazy damage. Please, boys. We have 1,900 health. Okay, they got. Get her with that. Boom. Let me back up. We need to move. We need to run. There we go. Soaring Beast. Boom. Get her with this. No. 1,000 health. Run, boys. I'm literally one tap, but so is she. Come on. Boom. Get her there. Okay, weave. I know she's gonna hit me with that Buddy Sword X right now. Yep, there we go. Now's our time to shine, boys. Weave. Yep. M1 and 1. We're gonna finish this off the Goku way, boys. We're gonna finish this off the Goku way. Yep. M1. Finish her off with the fists. Sheesh. Oh my gosh, boys. You know what they say, man. Ain't nobody beating Goku. Goku beats all. We literally only had 1 life remaining at the beginning of Second C, and somehow we managed to push through with all the other anime characters and finish all the bosses without dying. The only thing I regret is that we couldn't go Kaioken. For good reason too, because it has one of the easiest, most brain dead one-shot combos. All you gotta do is use Portal Dash, Dragon Hurricane, Godhuman X, Godhuman C, look up, Godhuman C, and TTKZ. 22,605 damage, instant one-shot. And if we were to hop on a public server and test it out, you guys will see it is the same result. First server we're in, we got a 14.7 million bounty player. Let me go ahead and see if he's down to fight. There he is right there. Hold on. I'm about to get him. Boom. Let me get him right here. Full combo almost landed. I missed it actually, and he's still almost dead. This guy's using the Spirit Fruit, one of the most busted PvP fruits in the game, and he's still about to get packed up. Just watch, boys. Just watch. Look at him. Bro's in Cyborg V4 right now. I don't even care, bruh. Get him right here. Boom. GG's. 18,200 honor. Lots of Cyborg V4 and everything. But in case 1v1 wasn't enough to convince y'all, we got more players right here. Boom.
Get him there. Get him here. Yep. Didn't land the combo fully, but that's still almost half his health. Now I'm getting 2v1s. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. We're getting 2v1. We're getting 2v1. Yeah, not much you could do about that. He stunned me, and then the other guy just came in. But that don't stop us from coming back out. We could bring this back. We could bring this back easily. We could bring this back easily. Let me go after this 14 million body player again. Boom. GG. He's dead there. Got another guy right here. Let me go V4. Y'all about to see the straight destruction this build is, bro. Y'all about to see the straight destruction. Here's this Kitsune user that beat me before. Well, he double teamed on me, so I can't really say he beat me. This Kitsune user's getting on my nerves, bro. He's getting on my nerves. So we're gonna show him a lesson. Ain't that right, boys? Hold on. Boom. Get him with Godhuman C. Boom. Oh my gosh. Every time I'm about to fight this Kitsune, this damn spirit user shows up, bro. It's like you just don't want him to die, huh? Gotta save him that bad, huh? Hold on. Boom. And he should be done there. No, still no? Okay, hold on. We got him here, boys. Get him there. Yes, sir. 12,986 honor. One more. I don't know if y'all noticed this right now, bro, but we're easily dealing with 2v1s right now. This build is that equipped to deal with that type of stuff. Last kill right here, boys. Last kill right here. As soon as I get this Kitsune for teaming on me, it's GG's, bro. It's GG's. There we go. I'm satisfied now. 3 out of 3 to him. 3 out of 3 to Spirit Guy. I think y'all get the gist. So yeah, as y'all can tell by that gameplay, it's not hard to see why literally 80% of PvPers use this build, but we still got 2 more brain dead builds to test. But for our next build, we have the Kitsune Dragon Trident Fruit Stat build. Now the combo for this build is always going to start in one of 3 ways. Either Water Dragon Shower, Foxfire Disruption, or 6 Realm Gun. But for ours, it's going to go something like this. Water Dragon Shower, Kitsune C, boom, Godhuman X, Godhuman Z, Godhuman C, and Kitsune F. 23,659 damage. And that's without Cyborg V4 or any sort of race boosts. Alright, we're in a public server right now. I'm about to show y'all how deadly this is. We about to wreak some havoc. 3.6 million body player named Gamerman. Is that him right there? No, that's not him, but that's another prey. Alright, I'll take it. You ran into the wrong server, my boy. He literally left the game instantly. Oh, he didn't even want to deal with it. As soon as he saw we had Kitsune, bro, just insta left. We've got ourselves the next fight right here. Boom, boom, boom. And that right there is, wait, 18,200 honor? That's a 21 million body player. Just packed up like that? Oh my gosh. Y'all boys, if that don't tell you how broken this combo is, I don't know what will, bro. Hold on, he's trying to sneak up on me right here. Yep, come right here. Do it a second. Boom, 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 boom. We run it back a second. 2 out of 3, that easy. Bro had no chance. He's doing it a third. Oh my God, bro. Come on, dog. Come on. I would think you would have learned your lesson at this point, bro. Uh-oh, he actually got me there. Oh, he couldn't confirm though. His own portal messed him over. I already know what he's waiting for. He's waiting for that gravity cane. Yep, right there. Just on cue. Boom, boom, Wild Assault. Boom, do this. Where you think you're going, huh? Where you think you're going? Boom, GG. 3 out of 3 on a 20 million body player. And that was just one example, bro. And if that wasn't enough for you boys, we have a 7.5 million body player in the next server. He just asked in chat PvP. All right, say less. Let's run it. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm about to show y'all the power of this meta build right here, boys. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Okay. We got ourselves a little bit of a PvP here. He actually learned how to move out of it. Psych, he did it. Thank you for that 16,362 bounty, my boy. So far, it's not hard to see why both this Kitsune and the Portal one is considered meta. I mean, they have some of the most brainless, strong combos in the game. But trust me, the build we're going to be using later on easily competes with this. But now we're moving on to the third meta build to test, and it is Godhuman, Ice Fruit, Skull Guitar, and really whatever sword you want. I'm sure y'all run into this build on the daily. It's known as the poor man's bounty hunting fruit because it's really easy to get, super cheap, and very powerful. Combo's really easy in Braid, and it's gonna go something like this. Absolute 0. You're gonna spam your Ice Bird, then Cold Storm, then you're gonna go M1, use all your Godhuman moves, use Spiky Trident if you need to, and that's pretty much it. I used this on a boss, and it got him down below like 80% health. So imagine that on a player. Well, truth be told, I don't need to imagine it, because we just hopped to another public server right now, and I'm about to show y'all. Oh, we have a fight right here against a Kitsune Dragon Trident user. I think this guy's actually a hacker too. Look at him just flying in the air like that. You know what? I don't even feel bad about losing then. That's a straight hacker. Watch this, boys. Look at this. Straight hacking is crazy. I don't even care if you're a hacker or not, bro. You're about to get packed, my boy. Boom. Boom. Yep. Get him here. Boom, boom, boom. I don't care if you're a hacker or not, my boy. You about to get packed. You about to get this straight pack combo. Yep. Get him there. Ice Bird. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. GG's, my boy. Hacker for what? Give me that 2 out of 3. Look at him, bro. Straight hacking. Oh my God. Hold on, bro. This is crazy. Look at this, bro. Bro's pulling out maximum hacks. All right. Hold on, bro. Bro really got a hack to win. Insane. Look, he instantly just teleporting, bro. Nah, you get straight report. reported, bro. I don't even care. Yep, I hope you get banned, bro. I hope you get banned. Oh, he just left the server. I think he actually got banned, boys. I think he actually just got banned. He got disconnected from the server. Sheesh. That was unfortunate that we had to run into that. But since that guy was just a hacker, we gotta fight a real person. That's one dude down right there, 11,533 honor. I'm about to show y'all the secondary strat. Now, a lot of y'all probably thinking, well, ice is really good, but you have to rely on absolute zero. Wrong. And I'm about to show y'all right now. Come down from that ground, my boy. Come down from that ground. You see, this is what you'll run into. People, once they realize you got absolute zero, they'll start air camping, right? Secondary option, though. Secondary option, though. Godhuman C. Boom. Boom. Hit him with that. You don't need the absolute zero. All you need to do is hit him with the ice spirit. That's the stun you need. But just to show it to y'all in a cleaner way, he came out a 4th time. Oh, we're about to get double teamed. We're about to get double teamed. You know what? You know what? This is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Handle that guy. Perfect. Get this guy right here. Alrighty. Alrighty. We got ourselves a fight. We got ourselves a fight. Now, I'm going to snipe this guy with that. Pull him in. Ice bird. Yep. Boom. Easy. 14,304 honor. Didn't use absolute zero on that guy once. Now this guy's coming back another time. I don't understand why. He's just about to get absolutely packed. Yep. Missed that. Boom. Get him here. Boom. Come down here. Come down here for 1 second, my boy. Come down here for 1 second. I don't know why bro thinks he could win, bro. I don't know why bro thinks he could win. Like, look at that. Look at that. Look at that, bro. He just walked back into it. Oh, my God. GG's. With Spiky Trident, bro, this could be the king of the ground and king of the air. Crazy part about it is I'm pairing this up with Mink. If you really want it to be brain dead, pair it up with Ghoul or Cyborg. But anyways, that is the 3 pillars of meta in Blox Roots. The builds I most commonly see used that are some of the most brain dead. Now it's time to get to our build. Now, the heart of our build, otherwise known as the fruit of our build, is going to be none other than the newly reworked Diamond Fruit. And I know a lot of people are watching this video thinking, Clouds, how is Diamond Fruit going to compete with Kitsune? Hear me out. Now, for those of you that don't know, Diamond got an entire revamp, reworking every single move. So now they do something completely different than they used to. Starting with Encrust. And as you guys can see, that wasn't just a transformation. It did damage. Almost 4,000 damage, mind you. Encrust also remains as a usable move, which you can use to damage NPCs whenever you want. Diamond also got an M1, you guys can see right here, which you can use for mobility. And it also does damage. Second ability, we have Shard Storm, which is a long-range ability. It also stuns the enemy and does really good damage. For our third move, we have Shimmering Disruption, which doesn't stun the enemy, but it does blind. It does decent damage. And for our last one, which is the best move of the kit, we have Prismatic Reflection. You summon a bunch of little diamond mirrors, and it just aimbots wherever the enemies are. Damage is also crazy. So yeah, as y'all can see, this rework definitely did wonders for Diamond, actually making this a viable fruit. And on top of the damage it does, we also have a 25% defense boost just for being transformed in Diamond. Now that's the fruit down. Next up, we have the fighting style. And for our fighting style, no, we're not using Godhuman. Instead, we're going to be using Sanguine Art, because the combo potential with Sanguine and Diamond is actually insane. Now for the sword of this build, there's really multiple different options. You could go Curse Dual Katana, Spiky Trident, Dragon Trident, or maybe even Shark Anchor, but we're going to go for the Yama sword. And for the gun, we're sticking with Skull Guitar. We're also going to be running fruit stats with this build. With Diamond, you shouldn't be running anything other than fruit stats. We need maximum damage possible. Now as for the combo with this build, y'all about to see just how toxic this is. Prismatic Reflection, Sanguine C, Yama X, boom, do this, then we do this, and straight into Scarlet Tear. 22,517 damage, and we still had Scarlet Tear available in Crust and in M1. Didn't even have to use any of our Skull Guitar abilities either. So yeah, as y'all can see, this is very busted, boys. Super busted. You literally have to use 0% of your brain for this. Now it's time to see how this goes against real players. All right, first server hop of the Diamond build. Let's see how this goes. I see a target down there. Ooh, we about to be our first time testing this build. I'm kind of excited. Let me go ahead and sneak up on him. I got Mink V4 popping. Okay, hold on. I think he's training against the training dummy right now. Time for y'all to see how brain dead this build is. Okay, hold on. Where do you think you're going? 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 Boom. Get him here. Sheesh, bro. First combo. 11,511 honor. Easily, just like that. Easily, just like that. He's saying in chat, oh my god, high clouds. Bro, not even upset that I just killed him, bro. Let me respond and say down to run it back in an actual 1v1. That way we get to test how this does against somebody that's actually fighting back. He said yes. All right, bet. Say less. Say no more. He said he's going to Sea Castle. If I win, can you add me? Let me say, sure, I got you. Here he goes right here. Bro, pulled out Dragon. Oh, hell nah. Hell nah. All right, say less. I'm right here, bro. Let's run it. Let's run it. 3, 2, 1, and go. Fight number 2. Fight number 2. All right. Let's get it. Let's get him like this. Boom. Oh my god, I'm getting double partied already, bro. Like, come on, bro. All right, you know what? It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. This guy's not gonna be able to win. This guy's not gonna be able to win. Okay, hold on. Vow of Worlds. I'm really bad with Sanguine Art. I'm not gonna lie. I just want to preface that. So, despite how bad I may be doing, don't blame it on the combo. Boom. Boom. GG. That's one down. Bro, double team for what? Just to get packed up like that? And I don't even really know how to use the build yet. All right, back to our original fight. Back to our original fight. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay, he's fighting. All right, perfect. Let's on the combo. Boom. 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 Okay, I was a little bit too slow on that. A little bit too slow on that. All good, all good, all good. Shard Storm. Let's see if I can land that right there. Get him right there. Oh my God, boys. I'm literally messing up everything. And we're still... He just walked into that. He just walked... Oh my God. Another guy right here, bro. You know what? Hold on. Boom. Boom. Ooh. Boys. This is definitely toxic. Back to back to back kills, bro. I can't even commentate. This is crazy, boys. This guy's saying, bro, how so good? He legit third party and still lost. And he's baffled on how he couldn't win that. Let's keep hopping servers, boys. We need to see more of this. Perfect. The next server I just hopped to has a 30 million bounty player. Perfect. We need good players like this to test it out on. Now, if I lose, don't blame it on the build. It really is just 100% skill issue. All right, hold on. This guy right here, I don't even know what bounty this guy is. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my God, boys. That's so brain dead. 9,100 auto. He left twice. Easy dubs right there, boys. Easy dubs. Let's keep this going. I see another guy right over here. Boom. Boom. Boom, boom. Oh, he's a dragon. Let's put a stop to that. Oh my. About to find out once and for all, can this thing handle dragons? Let me pop V4. Let me do this. I ain't gonna lie, he is giving me a lot of work right now. But I think we're good. The fact that he can just spam his abilities like this. Look at this. He's lagging the game. This guy must be a ghoul. Bro. He's almost dead, boys. He's almost dead. Oh, we killed him, boys. 15,976 honor. Sheesh, Diamond Beach Dragon. All right. You heard it here, boys. Another guy right here. Boom, boom, boom. Where you think you're going, bucko? Where you think you're going? Bro, ain't got no chance. Bro, don't stand no chance. We're going against all the spamming in the world, and they cannot do nothing about it. Watch. Boom, boom. GG's. I actually thought of a brain dead thing about how to make this build even better though, boys. And you know what? It requires me going back to second C for a certain something. Right now, we've been using this build with Mink, which is fine. We get a little bit of a speed boost. But what if we tried it out with Ghoul? We get constant cooldowns and it's going to be much more spam. Yeah, so we got the Ghoul race now. And you know what? We're not about to stop there. Right now, we're using the Yama sword as a supporting sword, but we've got no sword stats. What if we rolled strong grip on this to deal even more damage during the combo? All right, here we go. 3 mythical scrolls right here. That's 6. Let me see if I can try my luck with this. 6 mythical scrolls. Hopefully we can get something decent from this. At least strong grip. I don't even care if we gotta get a good blessing or not. We got masterpiece unique from this one. Okay, not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for strong grip. Please give me strong grip. Please. All right, do we get strong grip this time? No, not even a single unique. I hate having to spend like 15 on a Roblox for 3 mythical scrolls just to get nothing. Please give me strong grip. Please give me strong grip. Sharpshooter, really, bro? All right, we got 3 more mythical scrolls before we gotta buy more. Let me see. Come on, give me strong grip. Strong grip. Yes, perfect. I don't even care that I didn't get a blessing. We got agile level 3, reduces cooldowns by 12%. This is about to be toxic, boys. With the ghoul, it's about to be toxic. Oh, we got a guy right here. Hold on. What's popping, Brody? Oh, you want to come in here? Okay, hold on. Bro wants to fight, huh? He put me in his portal dimension. Little does he know, Portal V got nerfed, bro. Go ahead, get out here before me. Wait, I just realized that was my portal equipped. I actually look like a clown now. All right, let's fix that mistake right here. We going diamond again. All right, we back in business. What's good, G? What's good now? Boom. Yes, sir. Where's he at? There he is. Hold on. Boom. Yep. Get him with that strong grip. Did he just teleport to another place? All right, hold on. Bro's running. Come on. Why is bro running? Stop running. Stop all this running, bro. Nope. Boom. GG. 16,996 honor. Appreciate it, bro. Oh, wait. That was my friend. I just straight up jumped my friend. My bad, bro. I promise I ain't know it was you, bro. He said it's cool. All right. Well, now we got that cleared out. Down to run a real 1v1. I need to test this upgraded build out. He said, yeah. All right, bet. Let's see. Now that we got strong grip on our Yama and got Ghoul, I think it's about to get spammy. All right. Fight starting now. Let's get it. Oh. He actually went in that. What the? Did bro just teleport? Oh, I think he wants to fight a turtle. All right. Okay. All right, let the fight continue then. Okay. Oh, he actually interrupted my Devour of Worlds. Perfect. That's actually this is about to be a good fight. I'm about to get jumped, bro. I see a ton of bodies here. I'm about to stay on high alert. Bro's doing a lot of running. I ain't gonna lie. I'm still not really experienced at this, so I'm kind of selling a little bit. Seems like portal. Oh my god, I literally just ran into that dog. Is it too much to ask for just to run a 1v1 these days, bro? Every server, people jump at me. Every server, bro, and I get it. Y'all excited to see me, bro, but like, have some respect, dog. Have some respect for the ones. Really, bro. All right, bro. So this is how it's gotta be then, huh? I gotta pack all y'all up on top of the fact of my opponent. All right, say less. All three down. All right, get him there. All right, boom, got him there. This has been so far a one-sided fight, boys. All right, got him here. boom. GG.
Couldn't really land the combo flushly in that fight, bro. I gotta give this a few more tries. I gotta for real get quick with this.
Perfect. We got a 12.4 million body player that just joined the server.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see. Okay, boom, boom. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. We landed this perfectly. We landed this perfectly. I missed the shard storm. I wasn't quick enough on that, but you know what? It's all good. It's all good. Boom. Okay, I missed that. Missed that. I really need to learn Sanguine Art. I really need to learn Sanguine Art, bro. Once I can learn Sanguine Art, bro, it's GG's. Boom. And he's done. 18,200 honor. Sheesh. And you know what, boys? I think we should go on a little bit of speed run. Got a guy right here. GG. 11,546 honor. Another guy over here. One more guy over here. Bro doesn't even know what's happening. He's done. Another guy right over here. Bro's a magma user, but he's done. That's this whole server wiped. It's time to move on. Now it's time to wreak havoc on the second seed. Got a 20 million bounty dragon there, and he's down. Another poor soul right here. Straight for the taking, and he is down. Got a Yeti and a dragon here chilling. All right. I'm down for the challenge. I'm down for the challenge. You want to spam, huh? You want to spam, huh? You want to spam? Don't run now. Don't run now, buddy. Don't run now, buddy. Get him here. Boom. Get him here. Get my health back. Don't even know what the heck is going on, but all I know is he's dead.
Need I show any more, boys? This may not be 100% the best building game, but it's definitely one of the best. But just in case y'all weren't convinced enough, I've got my 30 million bounty friend Eric in the private server, and we're gonna do a 1-to-3 PvP battle to see how Diamond does against his build. The build he's run is the old meta, Godhuman Portal TTK. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how we perform, boys. Now, do keep in mind, even if I may perform bad, that could just be a 100% skill issue compared to like the actual like build being bad. Oh, you got him. You got him. We got him, boys. All right, hold on. Mess up the combo, but it's all good. It's all good. Let me use Ghoul V3. Boom, boom, boom. Woo, got him. He ran back in. Hold on. This guy's actually pretty decent at the game. Trust me. I'm not saying he's like the best or whatever, but he knows how to play the game, and we're like actually like mollywhopping him right now, bro. This still hits. Hold on. He thinks he's won. He thinks he's safe. GG's, bro. GG's. That's 1-0 right there. That's 1-0 right there. He said, let me use main build. All right, bet. Let's see how this goes with him using his main build. Let's see how this goes now. All right, let's get it. All right, got him here. Woo-wee. We get him some work, boys. Got him here. GG. That's 2-0. That's 2-0, even with him using his main build. Look at him in chat. You saying, bro, what? Hey, we got one more. Final round, ladies and gentlemen. Final potential round. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Boom. Oh, we landed the combo perfectly. And he is down. Complete one shot. GG. 3-0 for me, bro. And trust me, this is not just me overpowering him due to skill. This is just how busted the diamond meta is. Now, there are ways to counter this build, but the amount of pressure it deals, crazy. Hey, GG's, Eric. Thank you for pulling up to demonstrate how busted this build is. You can go about your day. So yeah, in my opinion, Sanguine, Diamond, and Yama is actually one of the best builds in the game. You should be using it right now, and it might be my new main. Let's go ahead and just beat up these bandits right over here, because you only need 20 mastery to get the second move, so this will be easy.
And there we go, mastery 20. We unlocked the second ability, ground smash. They changed the first one, so let's go ahead and check out the second one, ground smash. Wow, didn't seem like they changed up combat much. But with that, we have combat finished. Also, I just realized I got full body hockey in this account. We've ascended to full black. But anyways, the next fighting style we're going to be getting is Dark Step, which the trainer for Dark Step is over on Pirate Island, otherwise known as Buggy Island. So let's make our way over there real quick. All right, here we are. Dark Step trainer's right over here. Let's go ahead and talk to him. Would you like to learn Dark Step fighting style for 150,000? Say less. There we go. We got Dark Step right over here. Now we have to master it out, which is 150 mastery. Okay, that's going to take us a minute. I ain't about to grind on some weak mobs for this one. We going to the final island. Also, I've just bought Buddha on the account just so this whole process could be a lot easier. Let's go ahead and go Buddha form, and let's pack up these boys. Oh, wait, we already have one of the moves. Flying kick. All right, let's go check that out. All right, flying kick. Boom. 2,348. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. Flying kick's kind of dookie. We just unlocked the next one, breakdance, though. Let's check that out. I guess actually kind of fire, but it has like absolutely no range. So I don't see how anyone's about to land that in PvP. 79 mastery and 80. We just got the next move, Barrage. Let's quickly check that thing out. I'm pretty sure y'all have already seen this though. Barrage. I feel like Sanji out here, bruh. Only crazy part about it is I'm dressed up as Zoro, bruh. If Sanji saw this, bruh, he'd be mad as hell. All right, we're starting to slow down a bit on mastery. Let's just go ahead and speedrun this, make this quick. 125, 143, and 150. All right, we got the last move, which is Overheat. Basically, it just enhances all the moves. Flying
kick. Boom. Now it has fire effects, breaking dance, fire effects. Last but not least, barrage, which is cool. Coolest one of them all. All right, now I know what you're thinking. We've mastered this fighting style. Now it's time to move on to the next, right? Wrong. And the reason for that is to obtain Superhuman, we need to have Dark Step to 300 mastery, Electric 300 mastery, Water Kung Fu to 300 mastery, and Dragon Breath to 300 mastery. So we might as well get it out the way now before we go ahead and move on to the other fighting style. All right, we're now in 3rd C, the best C for grinding mastery. Let's go ahead and fight some bosses. All right, Stone, you about to get the brakes beat off you, my boy. With me having Buddha, there's no way he could even hit me, I'm pretty sure. Pack that boy up, bro. Should I go out of Buddha just to make this a challenge for him? Look at this, bro. Even without Buddha, he can't even hit me. Try to hit me, boy. Fight back, bro. What the hell am I doing, bro? Why am I making this more hard for myself? This is already a hard enough challenge. All right, hopefully I get pilot help from this so I can actually move faster. Let's see how much mastery we get from this boy, though. And there he is. Got the 169. Okay, that's not that much. Let's just go all around 3rd C, packing up all the bosses. All right, hopefully the Boa Hancock boss is here because I need that mastery. And she is not here. Do I even have Robux on this account? Okay, I do. I just bought Buddha. I have some leftover Robux. All right, let's respawn her. And Boa Hancock is down. Mastery get to 186. Okay, making a little bit of progress. Why am I getting jumped? Bro? Come on, bro. I'm not even trying to fight. All right, you know, bro. Let's just go with Buddha. Try our best. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, yeah, Soul Katana. Oh, it's GG's, bro. No way I beat them. And Curse New Katana. Okay, hold on. We got him. Yo, don't run now, bucko. No, he has ice. That's crazy. We're about to die. 100%. He ends up killing us just because he has V4. Crazy. We almost won that, bro. All right, here we go. We're about to fight the best boss in the game. Oh, wait, someone's already fighting him? All right, baby, we gotta be quick. Yes, sir. We packing up the Big Mom boss. This is gonna be a breeze. Big Mom usually gives a ton of mastery, so hopefully we can get to at least 220 with this one. All right, Big Mom. Let's see how much mastery we get. Okay, 205. 214, bro. We were so close. Unrelated to the objective, we're doing a Buddha raid right now just so I can get Awakened Buddha, and this will be easier. There we go. All we need is just the first move of Buddha. There we go. Now we have Buddha Shift. All right, though, let's get back to the mastery grind. Now the Big Mom about to be dead here. Here we go. Oh, we got Buddy Sword. Okay. 261 mastery. All right, we're almost there. Fighting Beautiful Pirate now. And that boy is dead. Damn, we got Convander first try? Sheesh. Okay, that's like a really rare sword. But we do have 272 mastery. We got a little bit more to go. Here we go. 299 and 300. We're done with Dark Step completely. Now we can move on to the next fighting style. All right, that's Dark Step completely out the way. The next one we're going to move to is the Electric fighting style. Also, since we're in 3rd C, I think I can just go to the trainer over here. Yep, it's my Mad Scientist. I've spent many years of research. Bro, I don't even care. Just give me the damn fighting style. This one only needs 200 mastery to get the final move. We're going to go straight to Big Mom so I can get 150 mastery right off the rip. Now the Big Mom about to be down. There we go. Then we should get 150 mastery for this 100%. 60 mastery, 100 mastery right here, and 152. All right on the money. Let's go for a quick move showcase, even though I'm sure all of you have seen Electric. So we have Stomp right here. What the hell? Okay, I thought you could aim it. We have Electrical Tackle. Let's go ahead and get that last move. All right, we just got our last move, Electrical Floor, 200 mastery. Let's go ahead and check that thing out. Boom. Okay. That thing's kind of good for farming, just a little bit. Good for AoE farming, a little bit. All right, now that we've got that last move, we got to get this thing to 300 mastery, and then we can move on to the next fighting style. I'm going to make this quick just by farming these mobs at Chocolate Land. You guys can see I'm just packing them up easy. That way we can get to the next fighting style as quick as possible. 279. Here we go. And 300. Electric fighting style down. I think the next one I'm going to do, we could do either Water Kung Fu or Dragon Breath. We'll go with Dragon Breath to switch things up. All right, here we go. We're back on Castle on the Sea. I believe the Dragon Talon trainer is right over here. Yep, Sabi. Luckily, I have a bunch of money because we're going to need a lot of it to get all these fighting styles. Got a new Title 2 Dragonborn. Damn, Dragon Breath requires 300 mastery for the final ability. Luckily, it makes sense. We got to get to 300 anyways. All right, let me do this Buddha glitch real quick. Yep, all right, it worked. All right, Big Mom's about to die. Here we go. And she is done. Easy 150. We got that first ability too, Dragon Rush. Let's check that. Boom, boom. Beautiful pirate here. And now he's not. 182 mastery. Okay, we're getting close to that second ability. Oh my gosh, we're bullying the Kilo Admiral, bro. We're bullying here. Sheesh, fight back. All right, we got the 197 mastery off that. 199 mastery. I think last NPC right here. Let me hit him with that little two-step. Boom, boom. And next ability, Dragon Flames. All right, let's go ahead and check that one out real quick. Dragon Flames. Did I not even oh my gosh, that ability is garbage. I'll check that out one more time, bro. Okay, you got hold it. Boom. Oh, yeah, that move's garbage, bro. All right, let's get this thing 300. 399 and 400. Now, you're probably wondering why I got this to mastery 400 instead of 300. Well, made it oopsie. Turns out you have to get them all to 400 instead of 300. So all those fighting styles I just got to 300, I got to go back and get them to 400 just because, you know, Blox Roots grind, bro. That's just how it is. But before we move on to the next fighting style, we do have the final move, Dragon Explosion. I've actually never seen this. Actually, I have seen this one before. Oh, that was very underwhelming and definitely not worth the time it takes to get to 300. Okay, now we've got to backtrack and go back to electric and back to dark step to get 400 on both. Here we go. Mastery 400 on dark step. And finally, we are on 400 mastery on electric. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is taking a long time. But now we got those out the way. We can go to Water Kung Fu next. Water Kung Fu for 750,000. Alrighty. See how much mastery this requires for his final move. 250. Not bad, not bad. Alright, teleport me back to Chocolate Town. And let's get this one out the way. Let's go for a quick Big Mom run just to get all this mastery up. Here we go. And she's done for. That's an easy 150 mastery right there. 100%. There we go. We got both of the first moves. Let's check those out. Steam Charge Fists first. Boom. Steam Charge Fist, bro. More like Weak Fist. Deadly Shower. Okay. Alright, that one was valid. Let's go ahead and get that last move. Alright, we just got our final skill, Heavy Water Punch. Let's check that thing out. Boom. Wow, very underwhelming. It's literally basically just a slightly upgraded version of the first move. But after we get this fighting style to level 400, we'll finally be able to move up to the first upgraded fighting style, Superhuman. But after that, it's more of the same, more grinding. 399, I think this should be our last NPC. Hopefully, I'm gonna be mad if this ain't our last NPC. Bro, come on, bro. Why the game gotta troll me like this? This, for a fact, isn't my last NPC. There we go. Mastery 400. Let's go ahead and cross Water Kung Fu off the list. Now we can try getting Superhuman. As you can see right here, the requirement to get Superhuman is we need 300 mastery on Dark Step, 300 mastery on Electric, 300 mastery on Water Kung Fu, and 300 mastery on Dragon Breath. And it's also 3 million belly? Damn, I don't remember it being that expensive. But luckily I do have almost 40 million belly, so I'm straight for that. With that said though, let's go ahead and make our way over to Sea Castle because that is where the trainer is. Bro, can I get on the boat? Bro, can I get on the damn boat? All right, there we go. We're on the boat. All right, here we are, Sea Castle. Let's go to the trainer over here. Martial Arts Master, boys. We done made it so far already. We started off with combat. We mastered all of the V1 fighting styles, and now we're gonna talk to this boy over here. Would you like to learn the Superhuman fighting style for 3 million? Say less. Sounds like music to my ears. Anyways, we have Superhuman unlocked, and you know what we gotta do now? You guessed it. More mastery grinding because this requires 330 mastery to get the final ability. Oh, wait, hold on. We got a little pirate raid going on over here. I feel it. Okay, we get mastery from these NPCs, so let's go ahead and just farm these boys. We also get a fruit for completing the pirate raid. I think this is the last one right here, Ship Engineer, and we got the chop fruit. Also, we unlocked our first skill for Superhuman, Beast Owl Pounce. Let's go ahead and showcase it on none other than Boa Hancock. Let me actually do the wall strap right here. Just pack her up through the wall. Yes, sir. Pack her up through the wall. She can't even hit me. Fight back, Boa. All right, there we go. Yes, sir. 144 mastery. Damn, that wasn't even that much. All right, they telling me to Port Town. Let's go ahead and fight Stone once again. I'm trying to get the pilot helmet so we can get some extra speed, but I also need mastery, so it's 2 excuses I need to fight this boss. Oh yeah. Pack him up with them Sanguine M1s, bro. Pack him up with the Sanguine M1s. Look at this, bro's already dead. Also, we didn't get the pilot helmet. All right, it is what it is. 163 mastery. We getting up there. 181 mastery. We're almost about to get our second ability. Hey, we about to pack up the mammoth boss. He ain't gonna know what hit him, bro. Captain Elephant. More like Captain Death. Never mind, I'm the one that's dead. All right, you know, while we're here, we might as well just do a quick little gacha. Hopefully we get something good. I'm feeling lucky. Yo, Blizzard. Nah, that is insane. Right after I just said I was feeling lucky is crazy. We just got a title, Luck of the Draw. Nah, y'all gotta subscribe for that one, bro. Hit the subscribe button. We just pulled a legendary fruit. All right, beautiful pirates catching the 2v1 fight back combo. Pack her up, and we got it. 214 mastery. We're almost there. Next up, Big Mom. Hopefully we'll get the second ability from this. If we don't get the second ability from this boss, I'm quitting the game. I'm uninstalling it. And Big Mom is done. There we go. I got the second ability, Thunderclap. I like the Godhuman version of this one better, but, you know what I'm saying, it's cool. We had our fun fighting those bosses. Now it's time to get more efficient grinding. Let's get this mastery to 400. All right, here we go. We just unlocked Conqueror Gun. New ability and our final ability. I think this is 6th Realm Gun. Y'all see Rob Lucci use that on Luffy. Conqueror Gun. Boom. Godhuman is 10 times better though. Got to record this part, but we just hit 400 on Superhuman. I don't know if I could tell, I'm slowly losing brain cells. With that though, we have now mastered Combat, Dark Step, Electric, Water Kung Fu, Dragon Breath, and Superhuman. We're right around half of all the fighting styles. Now that we've mastered out Superhuman though, the next step is getting Godhuman. What the heck? Oh, my timer just went off, boys. My timer just went off. I'm about to tell you what that means. So I've had my alt account right here in this private private server for roughly about 4 hours. And the reason why is because we need to spawn a dark beard to get a dark fragment. So hopefully the first chest I go with the Fist of Darkness is here. Never mind, we're gonna have to search for this thing. Just found the Fist of Darkness on my alt account. I ain't gonna lie, it took me like 20 minutes to actually find it. But now let me just teleport over to Dark Arena. Let's get this Blackbeard spawned. There we go. And now I'm about to get the easiest dark fragment ever. All because I decided to prepare and get my alt in here 4 hours ago, bro. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Let's pack this dude up. Imagine I also got the Dark Cape 2 first try. That'd be crazy. He's got 305,000 health. But since I've got the Buddha strats, shouldn't take too long to kill this bucko. He's got 150,000 health left. Bro's almost done for. Beast Owl Pounce. And let's end it off with the Thunder Clap. All right, there we go. We got a dark fragment. Now we gotta do that again. This is gonna be a big crucial step that's gonna pay off later on in the video, and y'all will see. But now that we got that out the way, let's go ahead and get our next fighting style. For the next fighting style, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get Electric Claw right here, right at this guy. Previous hero. You seem to have potential. All right, if you go to the match and within 30 seconds, I'll consider telling you. All right, bet. Luckily, I have Mink V3, so we could probably make it there. Let's go ahead and make it back to the match in. Oh, we winning this 100%. We winning this 100%, boys. Come on. Let me use Flash Step. 20 seconds left. Keep going. All right, bro. We're gonna make it 100%. 15 seconds left. Come on. And yes, sir. Well done. All right, so now I gotta return back to him. Now that we completed his little task, we should be able to just talk to him. Would you like to learn electrical fighting stuff for 3,000 and 5,000 fragments? Wait, I don't have 5,000. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna buy the 16,000 fragments because I know I'm gonna need a lot more later. There we go, right there. And we have Electric Claw, one of my favorite visually looking fighting styles, but I never use this thing because I'm conditioned and spoiled by Godhuman. We only need 330 mastery to get the final ability of this, so that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and fight some bosses. Hey, what the hell? I just did the Buddha glitch. Look at this, bro. This looks goofy as hell. Say less. We about to fight this beautiful pirate. Sign me up, bruh. Sign me up, bruh. I think I should get at least my first ability. I will 100% get my first ability on this guy. All right, here we go. Last final hits. And boy is done for. Let's see how much mastery we get. Okay, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay. Give me the 110. All right, there we go. We got a first ability. For this first ability, we unlocked Electric Rampage. It's like a barrage type move which you can hold. It also has a little lunge at the end. Very good for PvP and combo extenders. Forget all that though. We fighting Big Mom again, bro. By the end of this, I'm pretty sure y'all gonna be tired of seeing me fight Big Mom so much. All right, boom, Electric Rampage. Let's pack her up. Die, Big Mom, and there you go. Please give me the 200. Damn, that didn't even give me much mastery at all. Keel Admiral down, 193. Captain Elephant down, 217. Island Empress down. And we got our second ability, Lightning Thrust. This one's pretty similar to the first one, the Lightning Tackle of Electric. Pretty much the same premise, except this one actually grabs them so you can combo extend off of it. Overall, you know, pretty decent move. Now that we got the first core moves, let's grind out and get the rest of them.
A few minutes later.
All right, here we go. And mastery 400 for Electric Claw. We also got our final ability, Thunder Clap and Flash. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? It's easily comboable. That's why Electric Claw is one of my favorites, I'm gonna be honest. But now that we've got Electric Claw out the way, we can either do Death Step, Sharkman Karate, or Dragon Talon. Let's spin this wheel to determine which one I'm gonna do next. I'm hoping it's Dragon Talon. That one's always fun to do. And we get Death Step. Death Step trainer's right over here. I believe it's for you. All right, for you. Talk to me real quick. There we go. We learned Death Step. And we need 400 mastery to get the final ability. Mariah's asked me, you want to do bosses? We done enough bosses, bro. I'm trying to go fast. I'm trying to be efficient. We will do more bosses later, but I don't really like Death Step that much, so I just want to speed run through this thing. I do a little drippy kicking them though. Wait, look at me, bro. I do a little drippy. We gather all these boys up like these. Easy work. Where I got our first ability, Rocket Kick. It's a long range kick. I'm gonna get Death Step to 400 mastery real quick, then we'll do a move showcase afterwards.
A few minutes later.
385 and 400. All right, though, let's go for the move showcase. We have Wind Bullet, Vermilion Drill, and Maximum Overheat. So we have, well, first of all, let me just do Maximum Overheat. We have Rocket Kick, boom, and now it leaves a trail of fire AoE. Look at this, continually doing burn damage. Then we have Wind Bullet, which also leaves a trail of fire, also does burn damage. Then we have Vermilion Drill, which is actually a good barrage. Personally, not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? I like all the other fighting styles better than this one, but let's move on to the next one, which will be Dragon Talon. Okay, interesting. I'll take that. Actually, bro, before we go ahead and get Dragon Talon, completely unrelated to the video, don't ask me why I bought one of Pokemon's cookies, bro. I'm about to try it right here. We're gonna give a quick little review. All this grind done got to me, man. I need a little snack. Let's see if this thing was worth it. 28 bucks for 4 bags. Let's see, bro. Let's see. So this is how they look, bro. Little dry cookies. All right, let's try it, bro. Whew, I need a beverage for that one, bro. That one felt like a Popeye's biscuit, bro. But overall, like the cookie, I'll probably give it like a 7. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk to Uzoth, my boy over here. What's good? What's poppin', bro? Would you like to learn Dragon Talon for 3,005,000 fragments? Say less. I do like this fighting style a lot, though. I never use it in PvP. I'm sure at this point, y'all could guess what I'm about to do, but we about to fight another big mom, boys. We about to do it. Let me just go ahead, glitch underground. Let me just M1 her like these, bro. She can't hit me now. All right, another big mom down. Got our first ability, Talon Lighter, and I'm gonna be honest, the first ability of this thing is the best ability of them. Boom. Look at that. You can't tell me that's not one of the best fighting style moves in the entire game, bro. They cooked with that one. They absolutely did. And another big mom down. And third big mom down. Man, I just did like 5 big moms, and I don't even have the second move yet. All right, here we go. We're 248 right now. As soon as I kill these buckos, we about to get 250. There we go. Ember Annihilation. I think this is a long range one. Yep, just a long range dragon ability. I mean, you know, I'm saying it's a step down from the first ability, Talon Lighter. I mean, like it ain't like this, but it's still a fire ability. I mean, you know, Ember Annihilation is cool. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. One more NPC, Talon Lighter. Now we have the final move, the alt Internal Vortex, or Infernal Vortex. My bad. I'm getting tired. All right, we just have 50 more mastery to go before we get full hundo. 393, almost there. And last but not least, boom, this last NPC right here, and 400 mastery. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Getting closer and closer to completing the goal, boys. Started off as just a bum noob with only combat, and now we've mastered Dark Step, Electric, Water Kung Fu, Dragon Breath, Superhuman, Death Step, Electric Claw, and Dragon Talon. We only have 3 left. Let's go ahead and get off of Dragon Talon and talk to Digrok, the Sharkman. Would you like to learn Sharkman Karate fighting stuff with 2.5 million and 5,000 fragments? Normally, you would need a little blue key, or yeah, blue key to talk to him, but I already did that in second C, so we're just gonna go straight up buy it. Just one more fighting style to level up. Bro, the M1s for this one kind of look cool too, bro. It's like better than the Superhuman one. It's all like glowy light. We got our first skill available too, 12 water palms. Oh yeah, I like that one. I like that one. I feel like Sharkman Karate is really underrated. Like if there was one fighting style I would use other than Godhuman, it'd probably be this. Bro, this one's so easy to farm with. It has such a high AoE ability. Like, I like this. I like this, bro. Sharkman Karate for grinding is fire. Once we get our next ability, it's 7 mastery. All right, here we go. Boom, 200. We got our second ability, Pressure Vortex. Now, I already know what this one is 100%, but I'm gonna show y'all anyways. Let's gather all these boys up because I think this is a good demonstration of how good the skill is. Let's jump up. Boom, Pressure Vortex. See that, bro? This is why I like Sharkman Karate for grinding. All the abilities are high AoE. Like, this is making my life so easy. The next ability at 300, we're 207, so we'll be there in just a slight bit.
A few minutes later.
All right, 399. Of course it's not 400. Of course it's not 400, bro. Every time I think it's the last mob, it's never the last mob. But this one is 400. This is the last fighting style I'll have to get up to 400. Final ability, though, Great Sea Spear. Let me gather up all these boys so you guys can see how OP this is. Like, for grinding, every single move is an AoE move, bro. Like, look at this. Hold on. Let me jump up here. Great Sea Spear. It grabs every single one of them, and it does crazy damage. So I think this was the easiest fighting style to grind with, man. But we now have Sharkman mastered. That is majority of the fighting styles out the way, though. The only ones we have left are Godhuman and Sanguine Art. Now, to obtain Godhuman, we already have 400 mastery on all the fighting styles, but we still need some materials. We need 10 dragon scales, 20 fish tails, 10 mystic droplets, and 20 magma ores. Let me go ahead and check to see if I have any of those. Okay, I have 16 magma ores, 3 mystic droplets, 6 dragon scales, and 7 fish tails. Damn, we don't even have a single one. What the hell? All right, gotta get the grinding, boys. Gotta get the grinding. I'm gonna try to get the dragon scales first because those are the hardest one to get. They drop from these dragon warriors over here. Hopefully they drop them quick. I ain't trying to grind too damn long. There we go. 1 dragon scale. Just need 3 more. That I actually took like 50 enemies just to get that 1 scale. That's kind of ludicrous, man. That's kind of ludicrous. See if this one will drop it. No scale. Also no scale. Also no scale. Bro, this is so dumb. This is so dumb, bro. Why aren't they dropping the damn scales? Finally, another dragon scale. Just need 2 more now, but I feel like that's gonna take forever. Another dragon scale. Finally, we got the last dragon scale. Okay, so that's crossed off the list. Next up, we have to get fish tails, mystic droplets, and magma ores. Can you teleport me to port, please, my boy? Thank you. Let's make our way to second C because that's the only place you can get mystic droplets. All right, we're on our way to Skull Island to get those mystic droplets. They also have a very low no chance of dropping the Mystic Droplets from my experience, so we probably gonna be here for a minute because I need 7 of them. Oh, actually, never mind. I got that pretty quick. Okay, maybe these have a slightly higher drop rate. We just got 2 in a row, bro. Damn, these actually drop kind of common, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, this ain't going too bad. This ain't going too bad. And there we go. Last Mystic Droplet there. Now I gotta make my way over to the first sea so we can get the remaining magma ores and fish tails. Wow, this is going a lot smoother than I remember, bro. Usually that took me a long time to get Mystic Droplets. All right, here we go. We're on the Magma Village Island. Let's go ahead and get these quick. If I remember correctly, these are really common. Yep, I already got one over there. So we should get these pretty quick. They shouldn't be too long. Not to mention, we already have 17. So we only need 3 more. There we go. Another magma ore right there. All right, last magma ore right there. Let's make our way over to Fishman Island and get the fish tails. Then we can get Godhuman, boys. We're almost there. All right, here we go. We're on these underwater grunts now. This should be pretty quick. Yep, fishtail already. Damn, 2 already? Sheesh, this gonna be easy. Rip Mariah said he about to sleep now. It's 5 a.m. for him. Hey, bro, I appreciate you so much, man. You done helped a lot with this video. Real one, bro. All right, last fishtail there. Let me go ahead and teleport back to Starter Town. Make our way to 3rd Sea. We about to get it, boys. This is it. Experienced Captain, here I come. All right, we're on our way to Turtle Island. All right, here we go. We got to go up to this tree. Come down here. All right, here we go. Ancient Monk, would you like to learn Godhuman fighting style for 5,005,000 fragments? Yes, I would. Here we go, boys. Godhuman. Takes 350 master to max this thing out, but we're about to get that real quick. Just you wait, boys. Give me 1 sec. Here we go. 349 and 350. We finally got the last move. It was a bit of a time skip, but y'all see me do enough damn grind in this video. Damn it. All right, let's look at the moves. Soaring Beast, Heaven and Earth, and 6 Realm Gun. So basically, this is an upgraded version of Superhuman, which is a way better first move than Superhuman. Like that other one looked like Dragon Ball Z. This looks like 10 times more Dragon Ball Z. What am I even saying? Am I even speaking English? All right, Heaven and Earth, second move. So you see, I just tapped it right there. I tapped X right there. It had a little long range ability. But here's the thing. If you hold it, it does something else. So if you hold it, it turns into the same thing that Superhuman had, which is basically that long range, you know, wave, shock wave. Last ability we have is 6 Realm Gun, which is an improved version of Superhuman 1 as well. Now, if you ask me, this is the best fighting style in the game, but you could argue otherwise, because there's still one more fighting style we have to obtain left, the newly added and most recent fighting style, Sanguine Art. But before we go ahead and try to do the steps to obtain Sanguine Art, we need to go back to my other alt's private server to fight another Darkbeard. All right, I got the Fist of Darkness on my alt account. Let me go ahead and spawn Blackbeard. There we go. Now I just have to fight him again. I can get that easy dark fragment. That's gonna set us up for later, boys. All right, boom. Let's back this boy up. So glad I had this alt being in here this entire time, man. If I didn't have this, I'd be out of luck later on. 181,000 health left. He almost done. Here we go. Last hit, and there we go. Easy dark fragment. I'll take it. Now we can move forward to getting Sanguine Art. All right, the first step to getting Sanguine Art is you have to go to Tiki Outpost, go to the top of this building, and talk to this guy right here, Spy. I'm not even gonna listen to his dialogue. I'm just gonna ask for a bunch of clues. Wait, what? I don't know anything yet. What does that mean? All right, so I'm having my boy Swifty get the bribes instead. I don't know why it's bugging for me, but hey, man, it is what it is. But now what we got to do is we have to sail out to Dangerous 6 Zone, and hopefully we can get a frozen dimension to spawn. All right, here we go. We made it to Dangerous 6 Zone. Now we've literally just got to keep sailing until we hopefully spawn the gate. It's crazy RNG, so we might be here for a while. Bro, we found it easily. I've never found a frozen dimension this easy. That is crazy. We found it within minutes, bro. We found it within minutes. Okay, so Leviathan's already here. This is easy work. This is easy work. Let me switch to Dark Blade to get maximum damage. All right, boys. This is it, boys. This is it. The final fighting style. We're about to get it. All I gotta do is just not die. All I gotta do is just not die, bro. Let me go ahead and attack this segment. Boom, 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 boom. I'm happy though. I've been grinding for over 12 hours in this video, trying to get Godhuman and all the other fighting styles. I did not want this to take long. It seems like M1s don't really work on this thing, so I have to use abilities. I'm gonna use my Godhuman ability. Maybe that'll work. Oh, that doesn't work either, bro. How do I deal damage? All right, I guess I just gotta try my best, huh? First segment about to be down right here. There we go. Got 4 Leviathan scales. Not that I need them though. We got the Beast Hunter bolt. Next scale over here. All right, though, this segment's about to die. Water shower. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Next segment down. We just need like 2 more segments, I believe. Then we'll defeat this thing. They must have nerfed the RNG for this thing because that thing spawned quick. Either that or we just got insanely lucky. All right, here we go. Next segment down. Boom. There we go. And there we go. Last segment. I think now the Leviathan, we can just straight up fight him now. Let's go ahead and try. Must destroy segments first. Okay, so we still need 1 more segment before we can actually fight the actual Leviathan. Bro, this is so weird. We defeated all the segments, but it's saying like we need to defeat more segments. They're saying in chat it's bugged, it's lagged, it glitched. There's no shot. There's no shot. That is very disappointing, bro. That is so disappointing.
So as it turns out, this Leviathan bugging thing has affected more people than me. In fact, it's turned out to be a bigger thing in general. There was a video posted right here where it happened to some other people. It's happened to countless other people in the Bloxers Discord. The bug Leviathan cannot kill, so the Leviathan's bug, bro.
bro. Leviathan's bugged now. So it seems like there's nothing I can do. Except for show y'all the process of how I attained Sanguine Art the first time. Yo, we found the gate. We found the gate, bro. We did it, bro. We did it. We need the boat to stay alive, bro. So we gotta kill the sea event by any means necessary. All right. Now no one get in the boat. After this thing's busted. There we go. All right, let's spawn this thing. Let's spawn it. Spawn. All right, let's go. Round 2, baby. Now that we got the harpoon ship, we'll be able to get the heart. And this is the last step for us to get the fighting style, boys. We got this. We gotta let the boat not get destroyed, though. We gotta protect the boat. Let's go ahead and defeat the parts. Bro, I'm literally going through so much adrenaline right now, bro. It is literally 5 a.m. in the morning right now, bro. I'm so excited to get this fighting style. I'm so pumped. All right, that's one part down. We got this one over here. I'm gonna get working on this one. We're getting more Leviathan skills, too. There's about to be another part down right here. There we go. Boom. Greyhound. Magma shower. Okay, hold on. He flung me up. Ship's still alive over there. All right, bet. Over there. Volcanic storm. Boom. All right, magma shower. Let's get this work, boys. We're about to get this fighting style once and for all. I think that's all the segments. All right, now we just need to defeat the Leviathan. Let's see, is the boat still there? All right, boat is still there. This is peak. As soon as we defeat him, we have to use the harpoon and get the heart and bring it back to Tiki Town. Say less. We got this, boy. We got this. Leviathan, you about to get packed up, my boy. You about to get this vicious combo. Where'd that boy go? You ain't running, my boy. You is not running. Hold on, bro. I'm so pumped with adrenaline, bro. I'm so pumped. Let's hit him with these Godhuman moves. Volcanic storm. Yes, sir. Boom. I'm about to die. Let me stop trolling. Let me chill. What the hell? What is this red zone? Oh my gosh, he just did some major attack. Bro has 92,000 health left. We almost done. Come on. Me just farming for hours just to even find him once. Grab my hound. There we go, right there. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to go get the ship. Harpoon. Use the harpoon to go get the heart. Shoot it. There we go. All right, now we need to bring the heart we just shot back to Tiki Town. That's how we can get the cold heart. This is so scary. We're literally just carrying the heart right there. If anything happens, this is GG's, bro. I might have to quit. Okay, we're in danger 3 zone right now. We're getting closer to Tiki Town. We're at level 2 medium. Okay, this is getting less and less scary. Also, our compass is showing us a quest. It says deliver frozen heart to Tiki Outpost. So I'm pretty sure everyone on the boat also gets the fighting style automatically. So this is a W, bro. Nah, Spooky said, imagine if Roblox crashes. Nah, don't even bring that upon us, bro. We're getting closer to Tiki Outpost, though, bro. We're so close. We just need to make it there in one piece. Then we get the fighting style, bro. This is the last final step. So it looks like the game made it to where when you get the Leviathan heart, you automatically are out of the danger zone because we're still 2,000 meters away from Tiki, but we have no danger. We made it, bro. We made it. Look at this. Obtain Leviathan heart. All right, bet. Now what we do with the Leviathan heart, we have to go over to, I think it's this side over here. Actually, no, it's the other side. Now we talk to the initial NPC we talked to at the beginning of the video. Would you like to learn the Sanguine Art fighting style for 5,005,000 fragments? Golly, bro. This fighting style is insane, but we do have all that. We have 32 million and we have 12,000 fragments. Let's go ahead and unlock that. Sanguine Art learned. Yes, sir. So yeah, that's how you obtain it right there. Now let's go for a quick move showcase. I know this is a bit weird. Technically, we still master Sanguine Art, just not on the account I wanted to. But here's the M1s right here. As you can see, it has like long range. You know what I'm saying? It's very spammable. I really love these M1s. They cook with this one, bro. Next up, we have the Brain Dead ability, Blood Blade Drain. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you just lunge at them and then you suck their wait. Hey yo. You suck up their health and then it regens your health. Yes, sir. I said it. Let me show y'all an example. All right, get me low, my boy. Get me low. There we go. He's gonna get me at 7,000. Boom. Bloodbane Drain. Now I'm back at 10,000. Next move, Scarlet Tear. It's a long range ability, kind of similar to the Godhuman X. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really to it. It's just a long range ability. Last one though, we have Devourer of Worlds. Basically, you shoot out one of these things and it has these like 2-part effect to it. It has the initial hit and then it has these little orbs that auto track. So even if you miss the move, if they're close to it, they're still gonna be hit. Overall, man, I think Sanguine Art is a very fire fighting style. Like, it has a lot of potential. You know what I'm saying? I like Godhuman more, but I understand. Like, this fighting style is very brain dead at PvP because you can heal. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is every fighting style completely mastered in one video. It didn't end up the way I wanted to with Sanguine Art, but you know what I'm saying? Try my best to still make this a banger. This is every game pass in Blox. And in this video, I'm going to be taking this bacon-haired noob from level 1 all the way to the max level 2,550, but there's more. I can only use game passes. That means no using any other weapons and no rolling for fruits. This is gonna be difficult. And all right, here we are, boys. I got my main account right here. He's gonna gift me all the other game passes because he's got the Robux on there. First things first, 2 times drop chance. Next up, fast boat game pass, 2 times money, 2 times mastery, the mythical dark blade, one of the best swords in the game, and last but not least, the fruit notifier. This is gonna be the most useful one for us. Also, just to give myself a little bit extra help, I'm gonna be gifting myself 24 hours at 2 times EXP. Hopefully, I don't need more than that, but we got it to start off with. Let's go ahead and get this started with the first quest. Now, obviously, we won't be able to use any other weapons throughout this video, so later on, I'm gonna evolve my Dark Blade to V2 to get that extra damage. However, even though we can't roll for different fruits, we can utilize our fruit notifier. That means I can only use the fruits that I get from the notifier, though. So if we get something like spin, you know, that's all we can use. First quest out the way right there, though, we're already level 7. I will say only having Dark Blade to start off with is not a bad thing, though. Like, this is one of the best swords to grind with. Next quest finished, we're level 10, and now we're on our way to the jungle already. You know what? It's a good thing that I got the Fast Boats game pass, because we could talk straight to this luxury boat dealer and get that miracle boat. We about to move around quick. Here we are, boys. Here we are. It's been a long time since I've done a noob to pro. I ain't gonna lie, this feels good. All right, we got the adventurer over here. Let me go ahead and accept this quest. Defeat the monkeys. You know what I'm saying? This will be easy since I got the Dark Blade with me. M1, M1, M1. Let me put some stat points in. We got 30. I'm just about to put max into sword. Next monkey down. And last monkey here. Boom. There we go. Level 15. Actually, 17. Okay, we're already ready to go into the gorillas. All right, talk back to quest giver. Get the gorillas quest. Yes, sir. Hopefully, we can get a notifier to spawn soon, and maybe we'll get a good chance at getting like a Buddha or something insane. That would be nice. Even if we could just get a Logia, I feel like that wouldn't be bad. And last gorilla here. All right, we're level 31. We're now ready to take on the first boss of the game, the Gorilla King. First things first, let me go ahead and put some more stat points here. We got 60 available. Let me put in 30 of that into sword and 10 of that into defense. All right, I've got my quest. I'm ready to fight, my boy. I'm ready to fight. 1,000 strikes. This man probably won't be much trouble for us, especially if we just M1 and space out. Hold on, he's about to do a little, yep, that right there, that right there. We gotta watch out for that. If we get caught in that, we're instantly dead. I'm gonna be honest. Hit and weave, hit and weave, hit and weave. We got this in the bag, boys. Boom, boom. Easy. First boss out the way, you know what I'm saying? Let me drop this. Let me drop on this. Coat garbage, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me chill. Now that we defeated the Gorilla King, though, we can move on to the next island, which is the Pirate Village. And we here. Next quest, we gotta defeat 8 pirates. So far, I've been playing for almost, I would say, about 15 minutes. I don't know how long this public server's been up. Hopefully, we can get a notifier soon. Last pirate here, though. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. We are level 38 now. Next 4 here. Boom. There we go. Now, we do have a new quest available where we can fight these other ones called brutes, but I'm not gonna lie, these ones are a lot tougher and they're more spread out. We're gonna stick on these pirates. All right, last pirate quest right here. Boom, boom, boom. M1. There we go. Level 55. New quest available. Now we can move on to the second boss of the game, Bobby. Or Buggy. Hopefully that man is here. Hopefully, wait, will I even be able to hit him? I'm using a sword. That's all I have right now. Hopefully I can be able to hit him. M1. Okay, I can hit him. They just completely just negated his chop powers. You could just straight up hit him. Man's useless then at that point. Oh, hold on. Oh, damn. Okay, hold on. He's actually cooking. That'd be kind of embarrassing if I died to the second boss of the video. Let me put some more stat points in sword. M1, M1 dash, M1 dash. Let me use the same strategy. Okay, the same strategy is not working. Boom, boom, boom. Let me M1 this man's back up. M1 back up. M1. There we go. Sheesh. I don't know why I got so excited for that, but I did not want to die. That would just be very embarrassing. But we did get a crap ton of level. We're already ready to know the next island too. Desert. All right, here we are at the desert. Hopefully the NPCs on this one aren't too hard for me to farm. Let's see. Let me rally these boys up. Let's see. Is this gonna be difficult? I got them all rallied up. Let me jump up. 1,000 strikes. Okay, this is not too bad. It's not too bad. M1 up a few times and they should be dead, right? Oh yeah, that's easy. Light work. I'm praying and hoping that the first notifier we get is actually something decent. Like a Buddha would be peak, but what if we also got like a light or something? Then we could awaken that later. That wouldn't be that bad. I'm just praying we don't get a comment like Brock. All right, here we go, boys. We are level 89. I think at level 90 we go to the next island. So this is gonna be our last Desert Bandit quest. We also unlocked our next ability, Dark Air Slash, which is our final ability for Dark Blade. Well, let's go ahead and showcase here real quick, even though I know you guys know what this looks like. Charge Dark Air Slash. You know what I'm saying? That's the last NPC there. New quest available. We're level 90. Now we can move on to the Frozen Village. And to be honest, it's already been over an hour since we started the video. Where is the notifier? I haven't gotten a single notifier. This is crazy. I'm getting scammed. Hold on. You know what, boys? This may be a mistake doing this. I'm gonna reset and go to a different server. Maybe that server is just bugged or something, and that's why I haven't gotten a notifier, man. Hopefully I can get a notifier at this server. Now that we're at Frozen Village, we're gonna be able to get something that's gonna greatly help us on our journey. Well, actually 3 things that's gonna help us on our journey. Come in this cave over here, talk to my main man ability teacher. Hold on, there's 2 people over here. What if I just like both my moves just barely did any damage. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Don't leave me alone. You know what? I deserve that. All right, back to what I was originally planning to do, ability teacher. Here we got 3 things that's gonna really help us out: air jump, or and flash step. Let's go ahead and buy all 3. That was pretty much most of my money, but it's gonna pay off because now we have armament hockey. Oh, we just got a Blox root spawn. Forget the quest I'm doing, boys. We're 594 meters away. We gotta quickly go to this thing before anybody else can get to it. Come on. No, these people are coming with me. Why are you on my boat with me, bro? Oh wait, never mind. He said in chat, please pirate village. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, my boy boy. I am not taking you nowhere, bro. 100 meters away. It's 100% on Sky P. Let me just get off this boat. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out, boys. When we go up these stairs, I gotta make it before anybody else does. If somebody else gets to this fruit before me, I'm gonna be so upset, bro. Come on, come on, come on. Please be a good fruit. Please be a good fruit. 30 meters away. If we got a Buddha for our first fruit, I would actually freak out. I would actually freak out. Oh, wait, that's a light fruit. That's a light fruit. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're eating this right now. We're eating this right now, boys. The light fruit for our first fruit. One of the best ones to have for first C, especially. And when we get the second C, we can awaken it. Let me see if I can just quickly get my mastery real quick. Let me fight these boys right here. Boom. Oh, damn. He packing us. He packing some heat. Oh my gosh. 2 hits and I'm already almost dead. Come on. Light ray. Boom. Get one more hit with light. There we go. How much master do we get off that? 29. Okay, that's enough to get light flight. That's cool. Level 104 right now. As soon as I take care of these 2 NPCs right here. Boom. There we go. We can now move on to the very next boss of the game. Fortunately, I don't think I have Logia dodges against this man, so I still got to be careful with him. But we do have some light range abilities. Let's take advantage of him. He got the same moveset as that Gorilla King, man. So predictable. You got to come with something more better. You got to come with something. You know, I guess that's what I get for talking. I guess that's what I get for talking, bro. Boom. We about to come back. My boy. Come on, Yeti King. Boom. Fight back, Yeti King. Fight back. Level 110. We actually got a good amount of EXP from that man, too. Got ourselves another Yeti boss here. 1,000 strikes. There we go. 1,000 strikes. There we go. New quest available. And at this point, I don't even got to use my fast bullets anymore. We could just straight up do this. All right, we're at Marine Fortress. Let me go ahead and accept the next quest. This was actually like a really good place to farm too. This is where I'm going to make a good amount of my progress in first C at. After I get past this quest, Chief Petty Officers. Another one down here, this one here, and last one here. All right, quest completed. Level 126. Got some more stat points to put in. Let me put some in melee this time just so we can actually dash around a lot more. Next quest completed. Level 130, which means we can move on to one of the best ones in the first C, the Vice Admiral quest. We're literally going to be on farming on this guy for like 100 levels plus. And he is not here. Okay, I just hyped him up that much and man ain't even here for me to do the quest on. All right, we're in the brand new server. Hopefully he's here in this one. Let's see, is he here? And yes, sir, that man is here. All right, bet. Let me pack him up real quick. Let's make this quick and easy so you guys can see how many levels I gained from... We're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Let's just keep it pushing. Let's quickly pack this dude up so you guys can see how many levels we gained from this one boss. One more M1. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 levels off that one boss. I mean, does it really get much better than that, man? I'm gonna be honest. Let's go ahead and server hop once again, and then we're just gonna keep rinsing, repeating that until we're like level like 200 plus. After this, I farmed a bunch more Vice Admirals until I reached the level goal. Level 220. And we got our first accessory of the video, this coat from the boss. But now that we're level 220, we can go ahead and move over to the prison, and we're here. Also, since I decided to farm Vice Admiral to level 220, we can skip all the other NPC quests on the prison island and move straight to the bosses, the Warden, which is going to be right over here. So this is going to make our journey a lot easier and a lot smoother. Let me just quickly pack this boy up. Dash hit, dash hit, dash hit. Dark Air Slash. Yes, sir. All right, one more hit. Come on. There we go. All right, 4 levels off that. I'll take that. Next Warden here. Boom. And 1 Dark Air Slash. There we go. 230. Now we can move on to the next quest. Chief Warden. Man's right over here. I ain't gonna lie, I'm already starting to get tired. It is like 3 a.m. right now, and I'm just here grinding. It's been like 2 months since I've done a noob to pro. I forgot what I had gotten myself into today, boys. I have yet to use the light fruit, and the reason why is I'm trying to savor it a bit. That way we don't get bored of it, but I'm already starting to get bored of Darkblade. Like, look at this. I keep dying. I have to fight this way. But we're almost done. As soon as I can get Darkblade V2, we can switch over to light. All right, we're level 240. Now I can move on to the final boss of the prison already. The man himself, Doflamingo. All we got to do is just avoid M1 dash, M1 dash. He ain't really too difficult, to be honest. Dark Air Slash. Throw those every once in a while. And we packed him up. We're already level 246. Let me go ahead and put some stat points in, all into sword. So I just looked it up, and it looks like in order to evolve Darkblade to V2, you need to be level 350 or higher, which is the first requirement. So honestly, let's just make this quick. To make it quick, I continuously farmed Warden, Chief Warden, and Swan for the next 75 levels. And after, I sailed to Magma Village. Not gonna lie, the grind has been going pretty smooth. I mean, we're already level 325, almost halfway through first C. But the method we're using with the server hops is not in our favor. So I'm gonna chill out on the server hop and so we can actually get some notifiers and store some fruits for later. Also, we're level 328 right now, so only a little bit more to go before we can get Darkblade V2. All right, last 2 military soldiers right here. there. There we go. Boom. Dark Air Slash. And we are level 334. Uh-oh. Blox Fruit should just spawned a game. Okay, hold on. Forget what I'm doing right here. Let me just quickly vanquish these guys right here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, they're gone. Depending on what we get, I can either replace light or store this fruit for later if it's good. We gotta hurry and get to this before anybody else. If I lose this, I'm gonna be upset. This is the first notifier we've gotten in like 2 hours. I see something over there. What is that? What is that? What is that? Is that good fruit? Is that magma? Oh my god. Yo, we're 2 for 2. We're 2 for 2. First light, then magma. Oh my gosh. We are getting crazy luck with the notifier in this video. I ain't gonna lie. I'll take that. I'm storing that for later. All right, boys, back to grinding. And there we go. Level 350. Now, boys, we about to go upgrade this Dark Blade to V2. All right, now back on the guide. Now that we got this level requirement out the way, next thing we have to do is talk to Robot Mega, which I believe is on the ice island. This thing here. I lied, boys. Robot Mega is actually on Middletown. I think in this building here. Yep, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and talk to this man. You have earned all my respect for reaching level 350. Yo, bro, can you help me with a quest, please? Have you seen my son, Indra? He escaped yesterday when I caught him cheating with my homie. Please help me capture him, bro. All right, say less. Now, this is where we got to go talk to that doghouse at the Snow Island. All right, here we go. Snow Island. And once we interact with the doghouse, we actually have to respond with a specific set of text in order to activate the quest. So let's go ahead and look at the wiki. We have to say me why, give nothing, give good, you know well, sure thing, bro. So once we do that, it should activate the quest. Say me why, give nothing, give good, you know me well, and then sure thing, bro, and it should activate. He said, oh my god, thanks, bro. Go find my love letter and expose them at my master, please. Bro, I have no idea what these people are yapping about, bro, but we got the Sun Quest started now. It's time to go ahead and do the next step. Now, if I remember correctly, the first love letter is actually on this island. I haven't done this quest in a long time. Yep, right here. You guys see how it's kind of discolored? Hit that with your 1,000 strikes and you destroy the fake wall, and here is the first love letter. And the next one is at the Skylands. All right, here we go. Now we have to find a specific building which has the second love letter. I think it may be this one right here. Okay, yeah, I think this is the destroyable one. All right, perfect. Second love letter here. There we go. Acquired. One more love letter remaining, and I remember what this one is because this is also where the last part of the puzzle is, and it's at Marine Fortress where my arrows point. Here we are. All right, now what we got to do is we got to go to the back of this island. It's going to be a little like maze we have to go through. I think it's like over here. Yep, another discolored little wall. Break that thing. Come in here. It has like a little heart to signify like the love letter lore. I don't know what the heck is going on, man. See, this is where it gets a little tricky. This is the puzzle. I'm gonna go right first. I think this is the right way. Okay, then we go straight. Then we go straight again. Then we go left. I think it's left right here. Go down this way, and there's the love letter right there. Last love letter. Okay, so I actually remember the entire maze. Dope. Last love letter required. Now I think we have to go back to Robot Mega in the Middletown, and we should be good. Here we go. Talk to Robot Mega once again. There you go. Something weird has occurred to your Dark Blade. We have now upgraded it to V2, boys. Moves do something slightly different. Now 1,000 strikes lunges you forward, and Darker Slash can be charged. Goes a lot faster and does more damage too. But now that we've got Dark Blade fully upgraded, it's time to move on to using the Light Fruit. So let me go ahead and reset my stats, and let me put everything now into Blox Fruit. And you're probably wondering now, what was the point of even upgrading the Dark Blade? Well, there's a chance I may get a Buddha later on from a notifier, and if we do, that 30% extra damage is going to help us out a lot. Back to the grind though. Now we are going to move on to our next boss, the Magma Admiral. This will get us some good mastery too for our Light Fruit. We got a ton of mastery on Dark Blade. Hopefully this boss will give us some good mastery and get us some new abilities. All right, let me just do the same situation. Same strategies I did with Dark Blade. Hit and weave. Man's almost dead. He's got a few more hits left. Boom. Oh. Damn, that man packs a punch, bro. Just one shot at me. All right, back like I never left. Boom. Sack this man up. And 1 of 1. There we go. Say less. Level 377. So we're done with Magma Island. Off to Underwater City. Almost through first sea. I'm going to be honest. We got a few more islands to go. And here we are, boys. Underwater City. Let's see how easy it is to farm here. I think this is where it starts getting a little tougher because this is where NPCs have a higher chance of getting armament hockey. So I guess let me see. Oh, they can't hit me. Oh, damn. Hold on. I don't have Logia dodge against these boys yet, I guess. Yeah, this isn't too bad. Okay, never mind. I just got back. Last one there. Reflection kick. And 1 and 1. Barrage of light. GG's. Quest finished. Level 381. Now I'm level 381. We actually got Logia dodge again on these boys, so that'll make this easy. Another Fisherman Warrior down. Level 427. We can move on to the boss of Fishman Island. Yes, sir. My boy's here. Hold on. I got 45 stat points. Let me put that on Blox Fruits. It'll make a difference. Let's waste no more time. Let's try to pack this man up. Let's see how quick we can do it. Boom. Reflection kick. Boom. There we go. Damn. Damn, bro, brought it back like that. Okay. Can't help but feel like if I had Dark Blade in that moment, I would have like already got him to second stage just with like a few M1s. Let's get this man to second phase. Boom, there we go. All right, now it's time to pop off. Got the second phase, got his health full. Light Ray. Only issue is he takes a while to respawn, and I don't want to have to server hop a lot. I am trying to get more notifiers, believe it or not. Boom. There we go, though. Oh, got the Trident first try. That's like a 5% drop. And that's W's. That's W's right there. All right. I'm not going to server hop to keep fighting him. I'm just going to keep fighting these Fishman warriors up until we go to the next island. Okay, level 451. I forgot to record that part, but we can now move up to Upper Skyland. The grind at Fishman was pretty quick and it was easy, but it's time to move on to Upper Skylands. Hopefully it's good. Here we are. Quest giver right here. God's Guard. This actually doesn't look too bad. Like, I can gather them all up in the circle, get them all over here, farm them all like this. Okay, this isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. I just got to use my moves a bit more. You know what I'm saying? This will be easy. This will be easy. Boom. Light kick. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Multiple kills at once. Already 6 out of 7 of them. Quest finished there. Level 455. There we go. Level 477. Just defeated the last god. I don't even remember the NPC's name. Let's move on to the next one. I think we're going to fight the Shandas next, right? Let me see. Yep, 9 Shandas. 9. Ooh, we might be better off going back to those other ones, bro. 9? There's only like 6 of them here, bro. So we're going to have to wait for them to despawn that much. Oh, this is terrible. I can already tell this is about to be tough. All right. Let me just give it a try. Let's do at least one of these before we go back to the other one. All right. Boom. Sky Beam Barrage. Barrage of light. Boom. Hit him with these. Reflection kick. Okay, that's not too bad. That's already 4 down. Boom, 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 boom. Last one here. Yep, I ain't gonna lie, that was dookie. That was dookie cheeks right there. I'm going straight back from where I came, bro. Level 574 was a bit of a time skip, but you know what I'm saying? I had to do a little bit of off-screen grinding. Here we go, though. Boom, 577. Less than 120 more levels to go before we reach in second C, baby. But for the next boss, we have Thunder God. Hopefully that boy is over there. Let me see if he's even spawned. Yes, sir, he is. I see that man's right there. All right, let's pack this boy up. Sky Beam Barrage. Boom, Reflection Kick. Pack this dude up with some M1s. Avoid that, avoid that. Reflection kick. Boom. Barrage of light. You know what I'm saying? Deal damage, deal damage. Thunder God. Down. There we go. But hey, level 580. I think we're going to leave this place at around 620. Next quest. Boom. Level 600. 99 more to go before we're out of First Sea. On our way to the final island in First Sea, Fountain City. Here we at. Freesburg quest giver. What you got for me? Galley Pirates. You know what I'm saying? These should be pretty easy. I don't think these boys have hockey. Actually, hold on. I could just cheese these boys even if they do have hockey. Look at this. Easy light work. Oh, look at this. Look at it. It don't get easier than this. Literally can glitch them all. 5 out of 8. 3 more to go. There we go. And last one here. There we go. Level 629 off that. Oh, looks like we got our first notifier of the server, though. Hold on. Imagine I got a mythical fruit, though. That would be insane. Here we are, less than 100 meters away. It's on this island, boys. Let me just go ahead and head to the ground. Let's see what this one is. 3, 2, 1. It's a ghost fruit. Okay, yeah, I'm not about to eat that. I'm gonna still store it, but like definitely not what we're looking for. I was hoping it'd be something better, but that may help us later on. Last galley pirate right here, boys. Level 675. Last boss of the First Sea, the Cyborg Frankie. Let's waste no more time. Let me pack this boy up. This will be a breeze, boys. It's about to be a breeze. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Come up. Oh, okay. Hold on. I don't want to get hit by this man's Taco Bell farts. Oh, damn. Man's got like extendo arm or something. All right, take two. We may have lost the first time, but we ain't about to lose twice. I'll tell you that much. Boom, snipe him there. Pack that boy up. All we got to do is just avoid his long-range missiles like that, and then we should be straight. Weave. Sky Beam Barrage. Hit him with that light barrage. M1, get a couple M1s in. Okay, maybe the M1s was not the best idea. Doesn't matter. He's about to die anyways. One more attack. Boom. Oh, damn, bro just farted on me. Hold on. Let me M1 for that. There you go. Level 678. We got less than 30 levels before we're moving on to Second Sea. Second Sea, here I come. Second Sea, here I come, baby. Sheesh! Level 700. You know what that means, boys? Now that we're in the Second Sea, the first order of business is awakening our light fruit. We're in the middle of a light raid right now. We're on the 4th island. I forgot to record the beginning part, boys, but here we are, 4th island, about to awaken the first move on light. I got my boy right here, Still Bobby, carrying me. There we go. Final island of the raid available. This man carrying hard. I also gifted myself 10,000 fragments from my main account, so we should be good to be able to get all the moves off this. Looks like there's only 2 NPCs left left than just the boss. I think he's got it. I think he's got it, boys. Let me see how much HP the boss has left. I feel like I'm taking a big risk here. Oh, damn. Packed it up as soon as I got down here. With 6 minutes and 3 seconds to spare, too. W. All right, boys. Iglesia de Pro... I don't even know what that says. Let's go ahead and awaken our first ability. Ascension. First ability awaken. We got all these titles unlocked. Now we just have to awaken 4 more moves. All right, we got the second raid going on right now. And while we're here, let's go ahead and just check out our first ability, Divine Arrow. Now we get a bow. You know what I'm saying? It does good damage. Anyways, it's a pretty cool ability. And we just got our first island out the way. You know, this time I'm actually going to help him do it on my main. That way he's not getting completely carried and we get this done quicker. All right, here we go. Boom. Pack that enemy up. There we go. 3 more left. All right, we're on the 3rd island now with 2 Buddhas. We should pass through this real quick. I think this is the last NPCs on 3rd island. There we go. 4th one there. Let's quickly zoom through this thing. 4th island done. Final island available now. We still have 8 minutes, 50 seconds remaining, boy. We speedrun this thing. Come on, come on. Fight back, fight back, fight back. And boom, there we go. Next move. Ability F upgraded. My boy's asking another. Yes, sir. We gotta awaken them all. That was the second one. Getting fun our long journey, my boy. But let's speed this up. 3rd awakening move right here. There we go. 4th awakening. How much does this one cost? 4,000. Okay, I think I'll have just enough to get the last move. Just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna gift him 2,100 more fragments. There we go. And final raid is finished. Mysterious entity, awaken me my final move. Ascension, 5,000 fragments. There we go. Last ability. All right, now that we've got every single move awakened, it's time to get back to grinding. First quest we have in 2nd Sea is right over here. Area 1 quest giver. I don't remember if these ones are annoying or not, but let's go ahead and find out. And while we're farming these, we can check out the awakened moveset. So we already saw the first one, Divine Arrow, but let's check it out again. We get a bow basically, and it's basically just a more powerful version of the first one. Second move, we have Shining Flight. It's an improved version of Light Flight. You can control it now, and it goes slightly faster, I believe. Third one, my favorite one, Hand of Emperor. A long-range beam of light, which you can control, and it does stun. 4th move, Lightspeed Destroyer. Boom. You hit them boys, do a whole little light barrage, slam them down, which can directly tie into the final ultimate move, Wrath of God. A direct upgrade of the last version. It looks pretty similar to me, but while we're here, let's go ahead and keep fighting on these boys. These ones are kind of annoying because for a while they go through a Logia and they have annoying movesets, so these ones can be a bit tough. But let's go ahead and pack them up. Boom. Final one here. Boom, boom. There we go. Level 704. Hold on though, boys. Fruit just detected in 150 meters away. Okay, so it's over here somewhere, right? All right, let's see. Yeah, it's this direction. 40 meters away. Where's it at? Hold on, boys. Hold on. I don't want to get spoiled. Let's build up the suspense. Come on. Watch out, think it is, boys. If this is a Buddha, that would be crazy. 5 meters away. 4, 3, 2, and oh my God, it's a damn chopped fruit. I will store it though. I don't know why I'm storing it, but I am not eating that thing, bro. Let's get back to grinding. Class Raider here. Boom. And next quest available, level 726. Next up, we have 8 mercenaries, which are right over here. I don't believe I'll have Logia dodge on these boys anymore, so I may just continue fighting the raiders at this point. Plus, these guys are more annoying. They only spawn 3 at a time, as you guys can see here. Whereas the raiders over there spawn 4 at a time, so I can get all 8 done quicker. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Bunch them together. Do this. Hit them with these, and GG. All right, that quest is finished. I'm gonna keep farming on these raiders for now, though. Here we go. Last raiders over here. Boom. Next quest available, level 751. We're about to fight the first boss on 2nd Sea. It's got me a little hype. Go back to the quest giver, Diamond Boss. I've been here for over an hour, so he should be spawned, hopefully. All right, Diamond, it's time to meet your demise, my boy. Boom. Hit him with this, Hand of Emperor, Wrath of God, Lightspeed Destroyer. Boom. All right, pack him up. Let me use Observation Hockey. Just hit him with the M1s. Oh yeah, we're packing him up. He already under half. Oh, damn. Okay, hold on. Let me chill. Keep him at bay with this. What do you think you're getting? Back up, Divine Arrow. Boom. Wrath of God, run into that. Hit him with this. Hold him in there with this. And last but not least, boom. There we go. Level 755. I'll take it. Pretty easy boss, to be honest. What we need right now, though, is to get another notifier with a good fruit. But even if we got something like Mammoth or T-Rex or even like Doe or Venom, that would be peak. Here we go, boys. Our Blox fruit has spawned. We're only level 765, but somehow we've managed to get another one to spawn. Last one was terrible. Hopefully this one is good. I think I can see something right there. What is that? Oh, never mind. That's a chest. Okay, I thought that's what it was. I was like, what the heck is that? All right, let's see. There's only a few trees, so it has to be like over here. I think I see something blue. Oh, 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 oh my God. Oh my God. Boys, there's no shot. There's no shot. There's no shot. There's no shot. We just found a Kitsune from a notifier. Look at this, boys. Look at this. I can't make this up. This is not faked. We just found a Kitsune from a notifier, boys. Oh my gosh, boys. I feel like I'm about to pass out. I can't believe I just caught that on camera. This is the rarest fruit in the game. You only have like a 0.1% chance of finding this from a notifier. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to this Kitsune for now. I don't want to get hasty and eat it right away. We're going to save it for a bit and eat it later. All right, we just got the level 775. Now we can move on to my favorite quest in Second Sea. Talk to this guy. We have the Swan Pirates. The reason these are my favorite is because it's like low-key the easiest quest in Second Sea. All the NPCs spawn really close to the quest giver, and they're very easy NPCs to farm. They don't have any special moves or anything like that. You just bunch them all together like this. You can just fight them all at the same time. See this right here? Boom. Pack them up. That's 6 down in like seconds. Last 2 right here. Boom. There we go. Nice. Quest finished. Level 778. And we gonna be here for a minute, boys. I ain't gonna lie. Here we go. Last pirate right here. Boom. And we are level 831. Also, we got a fruit that spawned 530 meters away. Honestly, I don't really care what this thing is. We just got Kitsune last fruit. I'm chilling whether this is good or bad. Oh, I see it. I think that may be a spring. And it is a spring. Okay. You know what? I can't even complain. We just got a Kitsune last fruit. I'll take this. All right, we're level 853. We can now move on to the Jeremy boss, the second boss of Second Sea. Jeremy, you about to get packed, my boy, because your boy's got all of his stat points in fruit. He never stood a chance, my boy. Look at him. M1. Hit him with that light barrage. Boom, boom, boom. M1. Did bro just one-shot me? I didn't know Jeremy had it like that. My fault, OG. My fault. There we go. GG. Level 856. We're almost about to move on to the central part of Second Sea, the green zone. Last Swan Pirates, ladies and gentlemen. Divine Arrow. Boom. Level 900. Goodbye, Swan Pirates. And hello, Marine Captains. Now, these guys are pretty annoying to fight because, as you guys can see, they literally have 3 sword styles. So they have long range abilities like that. And I don't think I have Logia dodge on these boys. Like, these boys, they're just annoying. Look at this. I'm getting packed up just trying to even gather them up. This is insane. This is nasty work right here, boys. See where I'm about to die just trying to farm these boys. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Pack them up. Get this one. Boom. There we go. Last one there. I decided to fight these Marine Lieutenants just so it could be quicker. We're level 923. And now we are level 925, boys. Moving on to the third boss of Second Sea, which is none other than the blind warrior himself, Fujitora. Let's make it quick. Let me pack this boy up. Boom. Let me hit him with all my moves. Hit him with these M1s. Light speed destroyer. Yep. Bro's already under half. And a Emperor. Now I can't be hit by the meteors because I'm up in the air. One more hit. Light speed destroyer. And GG. Got 3 levels off that. I'll take it. Level 928. As soon as we hit level 1000, I think we're going to go over to the next island, the Graveyard Island right there. All right. Just got another fruit. Gotcha. Let's see. 444 meters away. Looks like this one may be on hot and cold. Yep. Over here. I think it's in over here. All right, boys. Hopefully this is something good. If we can keep the luck rolling, we would have a lot of good fruits to try out for the rest of the video. Let's see. And you know, that's not that bad. An ice fruit? I'll take that. This is not bad for grinding. Probably not going to eat it, but I'm just going to store it for now. Last fajita boss here, boys. Boom. We hit him with these. And there we go. Level 950. Now we can go over to the Graveyard Island, which I was saying earlier. Here we go. Graveyard Quest Giver. Gotta defeat 8 zombies. Now this quest here is pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie. This is like my second favorite one in Second Sea. All the NPCs are right here. You can bunch them up super easy. They're really close to the quest giver. And they don't have any special moves that are hockey. So as you can imagine, they're really easy to defeat. You see right there, 5 down right away. Also, as soon as we get to level 1000, I'm gonna switch to another fruit. I don't know if it's for sure gonna be Kitsune because I want to have a little bit of variety. But as soon as we hit level 1000, we're gonna switch to a new one. All right, last zombie right here. And we're level 1000. So now that we're level 1000, we can finally move on to a different fruit other than light. For the next one, I think we're gonna move on to Magma. Magma's low-key my best bet at getting a decent fruit up until we go to Kitsune. But before we do that, let's go ahead and make our way to the next island, Snow Mountain. And here we are. All right, let's go ahead and eat the Magma fruit. At least with this one, we still have Logia dodges, so we're not missing out on too much. There we go. Now we've got to re-get all these moves, but first, let's go ahead and just accept the quest. 8 snow troopers. All right, no problem. Let me gather all these boys up. Hopefully this one's not too difficult to farm. I mean, I only have 1 move right now. Clap. 6,755. That's on all of them. Oh my god, that's tough. There we go. Finally killed one of them. We got 65 mastery off that 1 kill. Okay, we got our next move, Magma Eruption. Boom. We also have Magma Floor now, which is not a bad ability, but until we get Logia dodge. Magma Eruption. Eruption. Boom. And last up you see here, Magma Eruption. There we go. Not gonna lie, things are probably gonna start slowing down a lot now that I've eaten Magma. But once I unlock all the moves and awaken it, we should be straight. All right, we just unlocked our third ability, Magma Fist. Let's go ahead and check that thing out. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory what it does, but it does do burn damage. The damage is not bad on that. I'll take it. I'll take it. New skill available. We just unlocked the final ultimate Magma Meteors. This will complete our moveset for the unawakened Magma moveset. Let's go ahead and check it out. Not gonna lie, this one I don't like very much because it's not as controllable. You guys can see it kind of just went wherever it wanted to go. Luckily, Magma does have an awakened moveset to it, so we can make this a lot better. There we go. That quest completed. Let me go ahead and put the remaining stat points in there. And you know what? I'm tired of dealing with this crappy V1 moveset. Let's go ahead and awaken it to V2. All right, I got my main account right here. Let me teleport him to the raid room. All right, here we go, boys. Doing another raid run. I didn't think I'd be doing 2 of these in this video, to be honest, but it just so happened we got Magma earlier, and I ain't about to deal with unawakened Magma. All right, that's Island 1 done. Easy work, easy work. 4 more to go. It's Island 3 out the way. Island 4 is there. We're almost done. And I still got 9 minutes, 33 seconds to remain. This is an easy raid. We got this. The final boss right here. I'm packing this man up, making him kneel, making him kneel. Hit him with these moves. Boom, boom, boom. And 1 and 1. There we go. Raid is finished. Let's go ahead and awaken the first ability. Boom. Now let's speedrun the next 4. Next move here. There we go. Third move out the way. Boom. Fourth move. And final move here. That was easy. Now let's see how much better the awakened move set is compared to the unawakened. First up, we have Magma Shower. It's a barrage move right here, which actually does crazy amounts of damage. 24,000 just from that alone. Okay, that's really good. Next up, we have Volcanic Assault, which is only a single target. Somehow I can die while using that, so it doesn't have iframes. That's good to know. All right, let's check that again. Volcanic Assault is only a single target move, so this doesn't really help me as much for grinding, but it does do decent damage. Next one, we have Great Magma Hound. Boom. Basically an upgraded version of the Magma Fist. We have Beast Ride, which is a flight ability, but it also does damage on impact. And last but not least, we have the ultimate Volcanic Storm. Look at that damage. That's on one person right there. 6,571. So the awakened moveset of Magma is pretty crazy. One of the highest damaging fruits in the game. Anyways, enough yapping. Let's get back to grinding. Hold on, boys. Hold on. A fruit just spawned. Okay. Haven't gotten a fruit to spawn in a long time, I'll be honest. We've gotten so many insane things, boys, from the notifier of this video. I feel like I'm feeling lucky. I feel like we're gonna get something like a Buddha, bro. Looks like it's over here instead. It's gonna be in this tree, I think around this area. 40 meters away. Come on. What is it? And oh, that's not that bad. Rubber. Now, I'm not gonna eat this. I'm gonna be honest. Like, this would be a downgrade going from Magma to this, but we can trade this to get a 1 million value fruit later on. Rubber plus Ghost plus Ice. We should be able to get Quake 100%. Notifier luck in the video been clutch. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, we got another gacha. I took like an hour break and I just got back. It's 9 meters away. We're on Remote Island. Let's see what it is, boys. Hopefully it's better than the last one. I think it's on this tree. And just another light fruit. Okay, that's not bad, I guess. I mean, another light fruit will do us good. Let's go ahead and store that. All right, last snow trooper here. Boom. There we go. Level 1,152. I know that was a crazy time skip, but like, it's just the most efficient way to do this. Next up, we go to Hot and Cold Island. While we're on the way to Hot and Cold, now we can put in our stats. We got 177. Let's go ahead and put that there. 2,455 in boss. We almost got that max out. Just a little bit more to go. And since we're at level 1,152, we can skip straight to the Smoke Admiral. Here he is right here. Let's go ahead and pack him up. Volcanic Storm. Boom. Magma Shower. That is literally half his health rate. Oh my god. Yo, 2 more moves. This man's dead. That was easy. That was so easy. Awakened Magma is like actually OP for grinding. We may not even need to use Kitsune until 3rd seed. But the strat now is I'm just going to keep server hopping and doing Smoke Admirals over and over until we go to the next island. Finally got ourselves another Smoke Admiral. Boom. Volcanic Assault. And there we go. And we got the GT drop too. Fortunately, I can't use it because we can only use game passes, no boss drop weapons or fruits from gachas. But it's still nice to have. Another Smoke Admiral. Boom. Level 1,201. 49 more to go for the next island. All right, we're at Haunted Ship now. Level 1,251. Now's the point where we got to start worrying about getting a legendary fruit. As of right now, we literally only have Kitsune, which is over a 1 million value fruit. But I'm not about to sacrifice that to Trevor. We need to get at least a legendary, a Quake or something, bro. But for now, let's worry about this next quest. Defeat Ape Ship Deckins. Should be able to do this easy with Magma. Let me see. Magma Shower. Okay, I don't one-shot him, but I two-shot him. That's not bad. That's not bad. This is easy. Last ship deck in here. Here we go. Boom. Quest finished. 1,254. Almost through 2nd sea. We got like 250 more levels to go. Oh, the Cursed Captain just spawned. You know what? This could be a good chance to get the Ghoul Race. For those of you who don't know, Cursed Captain has a like 5% chance of dropping what's called a Hell Torch. And if we can get that, then we can unlock the Ghoul Race. And that low-key will help us a lot during our grinding. So let me go ahead and just pack this guy up. Can't be too difficult, right? 3 moves and he's... Oh, damn. What the heck? What, that one ability he just did right there just took over half my health. Hold on. Relax, my boy. Relax. Uh-oh. About to die. 166,000 health. That hurt. I don't know if this guy regens health or not, so I gotta get over there quick. Come on. My gosh, we're doing damage. We're dealing damage, boys. Look at that. Already at half his health almost. Matter of fact, let me go behind this wall real quick. Let me just go behind this wall real quick. Cheese him out. Boom. Uh-oh. He's about to kill me again. Help. All right. Let's just keep cheesing him. Then we got it. And I died again. And now for the moment of truth. Let's see if this 2 times drop Game Pass works out for me. Come on. I haven't had a chance to really use it this video yet. And we got the Hellfire Torch first try. And we got the red spiky coat. Hold on. This is the first accessory we've actually gotten since like the first sea, bro. But the fact that we just got the Hellfire Torch is absolutely insane. Hold on. Let me see real quick. We got 37 ectoplasm. We don't have enough to get Ghoul. If we go to this guy right here, Experimeric, we need 100 ectoplasm to make the deal with him. So I can't die between now and then. Oh, a notifier just spawned. Okay, hold on. I gotta take care of these boys real quick. All right, quick level up. Should be close after we leave this. Yep, 600 meters away. Our luck has been pretty good this video, so hopefully this continues. Yeah, it's 100% here. 100 meters away, less than 100. Come on, please be a legendary. Wait, I see something over there. That looks like a flame. Oh my gosh, that looks like a flame. It is a flame. No, bro. We needed a legendary. Let me go ahead and just store that. We may need it later. I don't want to trade for a fruit because I feel like technically that would be breaking the rules. Like no gacha, no trading, no using other weapons. We can only use stuff we got from the Game Pass. I don't think trading is within those rules, so we have to get a legendary from the notifier. All right, we just hit 100 ectoplasm. Now we can turn in this Hellfire Torch. I was so scared I was gonna disconnect, bro. But let's go ahead and get this Ghoul race. You know what I'm saying? That'll be really helpful when we get V3. Hey, yo, a fruit just spawned. It's only 30 meters away, so it's spawned on the ship right here. All right, let's go ahead and see what it is. I think it's upstairs. There's like a tree upstairs it could be at. Let me see. All right, right over here. Oh, wait, is that what I think it is? Oh, yo, we got a quake from it. We're good, boys. Now with this quake, we can sacrifice this, and this is our ticket to 3rd sea. Oh my gosh, the luck from the notifiers this video have been insane. Kitsune, quake, ghost, rubber, light, and we already ate magma earlier. Doesn't get much more better than that, boys. I'm gonna be honest. Here we go, boom. And we are level 1,402. Now we can move on to the second to last boss in 2nd sea, Awakened Ice Admiral. Ice versus magma. I think we know how this one's about to go, boys. Let's just go quickly, take this dude up out of here, show him who's boss, you know what I'm saying? Look at that. All those moves, he's already under half. Like, magma for grinding is a lot crazier than I thought it would. All right, Awakened Ice Admiral. Your time is done, bucko. Your time is done. Goodbye, pal. All right, there we go. 1,404. It's not as much levels as I thought it would be, but I'll take it. Let's keep this rolling. Less than 100 more levels before we're done with 2nd sea. All right, boys. Level 1,423. We're about to go on the final island of 2nd sea. As soon as we complete this, boom, new quest available. We can now go over to the Forgotten Islands, the last island of 2nd sea. It's been a long journey, I ain't gonna lie. Started off with just the Dark Blade, went over to Light Fruit for a while, and we've been on magma since 2nd sea. And it's carried us very far, but we're about to move on to 3rd sea, where we'll eat the Kitsune. All right, here we are, Skull Island. And here we got the last quest giver of 2nd sea. We're gonna be fighting 8 sea soldiers. Let's see, can I kill these boys with 2 moves though? All right, boom. Let's see. And somehow they killed me. They got this annoying C move that like lunges them up like that, and it can hit even in the air, so it makes it difficult to farm them. But last 2 here, Magma Shower. Goodbye, pal. There we go, quest finished. Level 1,430. All right, here we go. Level 1,475, the last boss of 2nd sea, boys. Here we go right here. Let's check it out. Tide Keeper. Here he is right here. Let's see how difficult this boss is. Awakened Ice Admiral wasn't too hard. Hopefully, this man is easy as well. Got my boy Mariah here helping me out. Boom. Let's hit him. Boom. All right, there we go. Last boss of 2nd sea, down. Last quest, boys. Last quest. Boom. And level 1,500. That is 2nd sea completely out the way, ladies and gentlemen. We are on to the last stage, the end game. Now, the next step we have to complete before we can go to 3rd sea is we have to sacrifice a fruit that's 1 million value or more and defeat Don Swan, which is why I needed the legendary fruit earlier from the notifier. Luckily for us,
but we ended up pulling this Quake. So let's go ahead and pull it out. Talk to Trevor. Give it to him. There we go. And now we've unlocked Swan. You guys can see Swan access granted. Now let's pack this man up. Sheesh. Boom. I got my boy Mirage with me, so this is about to be a breeze. Let's just quickly... Damn. What happened to my health? I mean, we killed them, but like, bro, my health literally went from 6,000 to 600 in seconds. That's crazy. That is insane. But now that we defeated Don Swan, it's time to go to third C. Ah, yes. It's beautiful, boys. It's beautiful. The third C. We still got a long journey to go, though. We're only level 1,500, and we've got 1,050 more to go. All right, now that we're in the third C, finally, it's time to eat the Kitsune fruit. You've been good to me, Magma. You got me all through second C, but we're about to move up to something even better. All right, we got the Kitsune fruit, and now for our first quest in third C, 8 Pirate Millionaire. Now, normally, this is a pretty annoying quest, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the NPCs are kind of far from the quest giver, and they have a little bit of annoying moveset. Since we're no longer a Logia, you guys can see we may deal with some issues. Yeah, we just died. Don't worry though, as soon as we unlock all the moves for Kitsune, third C should be cake. But now though, we gotta get through these boys. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. 2 down. Hopefully we can get our first move. Yep, Tails of Burning Agony. All right, W. It's already about to get easier. It's already about to get easier. Already 76 mastery. We're already about to unlock our third move, Foxfire Disruption. This is light work, boys. This is light work. Because Kitsune has M1s with it, we don't even need the moves, and we don't need to wait for cooldowns. We can have constant damage per second and just pack these boys up without even having to wait. Look at this. Look at this. Go up to them and one them. It's easy. It's light work. But we just unlocked that third ability, Foxfire Disruption. Let me go ahead and show you all this. Well, first of all, let's go through the first move. Curse Enchantment. Basically, you throw a little flame on the enemy. Has a little delayed effect, but when it hits him 3 times and it stuns him a bit. Next up, Tails of Burning Agony. Shoot out this little zigzag attack, which stuns him and then blows him away. And then now we have our third ability, Foxfire Disruption. I like to call it Tail Beast Bomb. There we go. Last NPC there. Level 1,507. We're at 196 mastery for Kitsune right now. We're about to unlock our next ability, and this one I'm pretty excited for. It's a good ability. Also, we just hit 1525. We got our next quest available. We have the Pistol Billionaires, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm not fighting those boys. They are so annoying. I'd rather fight these Pirate Millionaires instead, just because they're quite a bit easier. But there we go. New skill available. We've just unlocked Wild Assault. We only have one more ability to unlock left in this transformation. So let me show y'all this real quick. Wild Assault, basically just a barrage. Benefit to this one is it also hits multi-targets. Like, hold on, I'm gonna gather 2 of these boys right here. Boom, Wild Assault hits both of them, so that definitely helps us for grinding, which is good and all. But as soon as we unlock that transformation move, it is done for, boys. It's wraps. We're gonna be farming so easy. Here we go though. Let me just finish off this guy, and another quest finished. Okay, level 1567. We can now move on to the first boss of third C, the Stone Boss. This quest gives out 60 million EXP, but since I got 2 times EXP, we're gonna get 120 million. So this will be a good payday here, boys. Let me pack this boy up. What's popping, Stone? What's popping? Hold on. Let me show him what that Kitsune all about. Sheesh. Boy hasn't even hit me yet. That's 30,000 damage in seconds. Hold on. Hit him with these. Boom. Hit him with this. Foxfire Disruption. Oh yeah, this boy's easy. Hopefully I can get the drop from this. If we can get Pilot Helmet, that would be actually lit. Hold on. One more hit. Boom. And we didn't get Pilot Helmet. No worries, but that is our first boss of third C out the way, and we beat that man easy, bro. Here we go. 299 mastery on Kitsune. This next kill will get us our ability. There we go. Took care of him. Level 1,579, and we just reached 300 mastery. So now we have this, the Kitsune transformation. Now in this form, not only do we have damage reduction, so we take less damage, we also have a speed boost, so we're gonna move quicker, and some of our moves have changed. First of all, on Cursed Enchantment now does this. It grabs them, slams them back. Tails of Burning Agony does this now. Grab them, slam them down, and this little area of fire does burn damage. Foxfire Disruption is, well, pretty much the same. And last but not least, we have Wild Assault. Does pretty much the same thing, except now it leaves a trail of fire, which does damage. Pretty sick transformation, I'm not gonna lie. This is probably gonna be how I'm gonna farm for the rest of this video. Ah, man, we got another notifier. This is the first notifier of third C that we've gotten. All right, boys, here we go. The first notifier of third C, and the first one we've gotten in a while. Let's see if we can get some third C luck. And we get... kidding me, bro? This late in the game, we're getting a common, bro. We haven't even gotten like a common in a long time. I'm not about to store this. I am not about to store this. I feel like it's about to give me bad luck. Hold on, we gotta drop that. We gotta drop that in the sea. We just got a title for that, the Kraken. The game rewards you for wasting fruits. I've been playing this game for like over almost 2 years, and I didn't even know you get a title for wasting a fruit in the ocean. That's crazy. All right. We're finally about to get off the first island. I've been on this island for like almost 2 hours. There we go. M1. All right, new quest available. We're gonna
finally move on to Amazon Lily, or Hydra, whatever they call them, Blox. And since I decided to stay at Port Town until level 1675, we're gonna instantly move on to the Island Empress quest. Second boss, a third sea, boys. Let's see how this fares. Love Fruit versus Kitsune. Who will win? Obviously me, bro. I ain't no chance in hell I'm about to lose to this girl, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. I don't even need to fight her, bro. I don't even need to fight her. Get her on that side of the wall. I can just M1 her through this wall. Hit her with all my moves. Yeah, she's done, bro. She's done. All right, here we go. Couple more hits. Last one should be here. Boom. Goodbye, Island Empress. All that, we only got 2 levels. You know what? We may be here for a while, boys. I ain't gonna lie. Might as well do some other quests while we're waiting for her to respawn. What's the next one we can do? Giant Islanders. All right, say less. This will be good enough for now. Here we go. Last Giant Islanders. Boom. Level 1700. We now can go over to the Great Tree. That was quick. We weren't on this island very long. 8 Marine Commodores. This quest is not too bad. The only thing is it's a little annoying to fight them since they're really far spread out. Can't really bunch them together, so you kind of have to fight them one by one. Luckily, since we're Kitsune, we can pretty much just kill them with the M1s in one move, so I don't think it'll be too difficult. It's just gonna take a little bit more time. Yep, last one here. Pretty cake, pretty cake. Get dogged on. Easy, Colt, pack them up. Almost through with this challenge, boys. I'm like losing fumes as we speak. I'm so tired right now, but we're almost done. All right, we're about to move on to the third boss of third sea. We just hit 1750. I think that means we can move on to the Kilo Admiral quest. Yep, right here, Kilo Admiral, 78 million EXP. Third boss of third sea. Let's get it, boys. Let's get it. Boom, pack her up. Boom, hit it with them M1s, hit it with them moves. Wild Assault. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. She's done for. She's done for. These bosses are like literally just no trouble for me, bro. There's literally no trouble for me. She's already half health. She hasn't done nothing to me, bro. One more hit. There we go. Alrighty, Kilo Admiral down. We'll be moving on to the next island very soon. We got another notifier real quick. It looks like it's on the Turtle Island, and we're reeling in on it right now. Last notifier we got was Pretty Booty Cheeks. Hopefully this one is a bit better. Alright, and it is even worse somehow. This time we gotta spin. Not like it matters. We already have Kitsune, and it's not like we need any other fruits. I would just like to switch to something different, like a Buddha, but for now, we're tossing this in the ocean, bro. Goodbye, spin. Level 1874. Now we are level 1875. Fourth boss, third sea. Now about to fight the Captain Elephant. Let's make quick work of this, man. I'm getting tired. I'm losing energy quick, boys. We're almost done, though. We're almost done. Oh, yeah, this boy cannot fight back. This boy cannot fight back. Let's just hit him with all of our abilities. All right, 2 more moves should do it. Boom. And boom. There we go. Didn't get no twin hooks, but I'll take the 4 levels. Sheesh. We're on Haunted Castle. About to be done with this NPC. Now we are level 2000. 550 more to go. We're in the final end games, boys. All right, we got a notifier right now. Let me just go ahead and finish this quest real quick. Boom, boom. Level 2075. We got to go over to Sea of Treats anyway. So now let's go look for this notifier. I don't think I've ever had a fruit spawn here, at least like from what I remember. So I don't know what this could be. Could be good, could be bad. Let's see. What is that? Oh, that's just the ice fruit. I mean, I highly doubted this late in the game that we'd get anything that would make me get off of Kitsune. The only thing that would have made me get off Kitsune is Buddha. Sea of Treats. Second to last island in third sea. We're almost there. Here we go. Last 2 NPCs here. Level 2175. We can now go on to the last boss of third sea. The last boss in the game, Cake Queen. Let's waste no more time. She's up here. Yes, sir. Spirit Fruit versus Kitsune. I think we have a feeling we know who's gonna win, boys. Hold on. Actually, matter of fact, let me untransform, because in this area, it's actually difficult to fight with transformation. All right. Boom, boom. Pack her up. Hit her like these. Hit her like these. Tails of Burning Agony. Curse Enchantment. Boom. Golly, I thought you put up a better fight than this, Big Mom. What's going on? Couple more hits. Here we go. Tails of Burning Agony. And last but not least, Foxfire Disruption. Big Mom down. 2,200. 350 levels away from completing the game. And now we're on probably the easiest quest line in third sea. 8 cookie crafters. All you do is come around this line here, gather these boys up. This is light work. I may be here till 2,300. I'm not gonna lie. Look at this. Gather all these boys up easy and just pack them up like these. Look at that. Boom. Easy. Like literally the easiest quest in the game. All right, boys. Just like I said, I'd stay here till 2,300, and I meant it. Moving on to the next area, Chocolate Land. We're so close to being finished, I can almost taste it. Okay, that was weird, but I didn't even say that. Forget I even said that, actually. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to unlock the final piece of the puzzle as soon as I eradicate these last 2 NPCs right here. All right, time to meet your maker. Hit them there, and And we've now unlocked it. Find the NPC at Ticket Outpost. We have the final island available. We only have less than 100 levels before we're done, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Ticket Outpost Island. We are here. Second to last quest line, baby. Second to last quest line. We gotta defeat 8 Isle Outlaws. Ticket Outpost is not that bad of an island to farm on. NPCs are close to the quest giver. They don't have any crazy abilities. Pretty easy to kill too, especially if you have a good fruit like Kitsune. You guys can see right there. 5 out the way in seconds. All right, they respawn. Let's go ahead and kill the last 3. There we go. One more NPC. All right. Now we move over to this side of the island where we have the final 2 quests of the video. 8 Sun-Kissed Warriors. And here's the last Sun-Kissed Warrior here. 2,550 max level, only using game passes in one video. It's been a long journey, boys, but we did it. The luck from the notifiers this video was absolutely insane. Comment down if y'all enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to click on this other one I did here. I'm about to sleep so good tonight.